back to another weekly podcast. Got me and Batman here today.
Dude.
And, a lot of things have happened in the anime community. As you can tell by the images before your very eyes, Boruto, has revealed some things narratively as far as Boruto himself and other characters such as Sasuke. So feel free to ask about that. I'm going to talk about it here, but I am going to make it like an official review next week on the actual official translation chapter. It hasn't dropped yet. But feel free to ask questions regardless. Before we even get any further, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Gets us up in the algorithm.
What we doing?
Results in future. Yeah, it results in future streams being more and more productive. Which I appreciate all the support as we've grown. More people come in, and we get better and better streams because of it. Because we got more questions, more minds, and it's all the more minds the better when it comes to our conversation. So
Yep.
yeah. What's going on, Serix, Steven, Cloud? What's going on? Cloud. Sasuke's now tree victim. Yeah, but to be fair, it's a 10-tail like tree.
Yeah, like, come on, like it's not a tree. Yeah.
Yeah, like he. It seems like these trees sedate you, and it seems like based on the chapter, the power that you contain, the chakra you contain, is then utilized by the 10-tails.
The tree is cracked at the end of the day. It's like some hack suppressing type tree to conceal your power and subdue you. It's for immobilizing you and for whatever other fucking reasons we'll eventually find out for. And if anything, it's probably even like operates in a similar capacity like Infinite Tsukiyomi, where it takes your chakra and uses it to strengthen whatever else. So
it seems like it has it has like sedation properties. It seems like because if someone of Sasuke's caliber is contained, and it's sedating him more than likely.
And that's a big deal. Like Sasuke is way weaker than when we're talking about Boruto and Kawaki. Don't get me wrong, but Sasuke's not no fucking pushover. He's still pretty fucking strong. Yeah, he still has an EMS. Exactly. He still has fucking his second final form of Susanoo that he can access to, Matarazzo, you name it, etc. So like he's still no fucking joke. You know what I mean? And even Naruto, like if Naruto was to get out, he'd still be pretty fucking strong, even when saying whatever. You know what I mean? Basically, the best way to think of it is like they're like Kakashi and Guy right now in that timeline.
Yeah. So literally, and this just confirms that basically almost anyone's susceptible to being like contained and utilized and kind of used as a pawn by the 10-tails with this tree.
Anyone, except for Kawaki and Boruto, I'd say they might not.
They probably contained, not. Yeah,
but
maybe because it's Sutsuki, they're probably an exception.
Exactly.
Yeah. Boruto knows Flying Thunder God. Now that's incredible. Yeah, dude, absolutely. As far as who taught him, I mean, currently we don't know anyone who's capable of it.
Probably just learned it, to be honest. Like, he looked at a scroll, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Boruto's been just learning all this shit. You know what I mean? So
he is a prodigy. Yeah, he is a prodigy. He is, the grandson of Minato, who, is herald for it. Koji's been teaching him. Koji definitely taught him the sage tricks that he has.
He has
sage. Koji is there. I like that. I like that. Maybe you can make a theory that Koji taught him. I don't.
Or told him about it.
Or told him about it.
Or Orochimaru. Orochimaru maybe could have been involved and be like, hey, you might,
He is a prodigy figure though, so it's like it makes sense he could have learned it through, like just being aware of it.
It also goes to show that, like, because Naruto could have done it too. Naruto's bitch ass, he could have done it. You know what I mean? He was able to do all this other crazy shit, with his shadow clones and whatnot. Because Naruto's dumb, but if he has enough time, he could do whatever. Basically, he can do the impossible. That's kind of how Naruto is. And Naruto could have done it the whole time, and it just makes me go to think, it's like, imagine if Kishimoto wanted to do the same for Boruto, but for Naruto, where Naruto ended up getting that in like part 1, or even Shippuden, like, yo, he would have been cracked. That'd have been pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Boruto, how do you think he got Flying Thrashing? I think he's obviously he's a prodigy, and I think he's aware of the history of his lineage, like Minato. I mean, he even references his grandfather in the chapter. Yeah, so he's very, like, it seems now, probably Sasuke talking about his lineage as well. He probably learned about his lineage and wanted to adopt some of those skills. Like, he has interdimensional flying rising, and even his sage mode is interdimensional. He was able to triangulate Ko's position in another dimension with sage energy.
What the fuck?
That's very impressive. Yeah, he's like, oh, there he is, and then he used flying rising to go see him. So he's very, very capable now, obviously.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I'm going to be honest, I think only Boruto could do that shit and say. I don't think fucking Naruto Sage Mode or even like Minato or Hashirama could be doing that shit with interdimension. I don't know about that.
That's like, that becomes ambiguous. This guy has like literal Akatsuki DNA in his cells, so he's special. I mean, he's the guy. So the Tento clones are trying to get Boruto to make the God Tree. Yeah. Jay, how did Boruto? I just read that. I'm glad he finally acknowledged his grandfather now. Yeah, he acknowledged him. Jiraiya's been acknowledged in the previous, in the past, as like respectable. Yeah, so I do like that he acknowledges his grandfather as well, and he even said my grandfather is more skilled. Like he respects him, So
Like it's just in
that's pretty
character
cool.
for Boruto. What he does is he respects the greats, and then he'll take after them and also master their jutsus and what they did. Like the
Yeah,
only one he hasn't done that really for was Kakashi, and that's because for one, Kakashi's not even shown at all in the manga, and then two, he
literally, yeah.
doesn't look after Kakashi in the same regard he does for Sasuke, Naruto, and Minato. He looks at them differently. You know what I mean? So like whenever he like values someone, he basically adapts into them, but does things within his own ninja way and capacity. And he's just built different. I mean, and that's why he's so fucking strong. Like he's a prodigy genius, and a combination with Naruto's unpredictable behavior and to do the impossible, on top of having Minato's genius prowess. So like the sky's the limit with this fucking guy.
Yeah, and it's obvious that he's like finally achieving his potential. He's like
Yeah.
ridiculously powerful now, so very capable. Flying Thunder Go Naruto wouldn't really go well with the time skip theme of Naruto being reliant on Kurama. And this is what I will say. I agree with you to an extent because he already had a ridiculous arsenal anyway. I think Kishimoto's like, hey, if I give him teleportation, then he's just blatantly better than Sasuke at that point. So I get it. Yeah, he already had a ton of power and abilities already without Flying Thunder God. Boruto it works because he has a little bit from both ideologies from Sasuke, abilities from Sasuke and Naruto,
Facts.
via lineage and via just being trained by Sasuke. So, how did the Claw Grimes get Sasuke? He's still strong. I refuse to admit the base Claw Grime could beat Sasuke. I think probably Code or the
Yeah.
Shinju's got him. Code is definitely stronger than Sasuke right now, and those Shinju's based off their short altercation with Boruto are stronger than him too. So that's probably
And
how
we
they
might get
ended
those
up.
details in the anime too. So
Yeah,
like if it
we might
doesn't
get
show it in
which
the
I'm
manga,
assuming.
we
Yeah.
might get it in that, or the manga will eventually show the flashback or the path or what led up to that. So
Yeah, exactly. A thought came to me. This means flying Raijin could have teleported across dimensions. We know that for sure. At least with Boruto, we know for sure. With
yeah.
Minato, it's an there's an argument to be had. I
It's
don't
still
blame you for thinking
possibility
either way.
for a minute until like it's not
Yeah, it's a
nothing's
possibility.
definitive or like unless it's like unless Boruto was like stating like verbatim like oh flying Raijin allows you to do that, you know what I mean, then there you go, right? But that's not the
Yeah,
case. It's just showing him use the technique, and we know Boruto's just built different. So once again, like what we do know definitively is Boruto can do it, and then when it comes to the possibility spectrum of things, you know what I mean, then it either comes to is Boruto just the only exception, and you substantiate that further, or is Minato's flying Raijin and everything else that it has the ability, but then they just don't have enough chakra juice to fucking pull it off, and that's why they can't do it.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. I think if Boruto is called the true child of prophecy, I'm dropping the manga. Yeah, here's the thing I am enjoying about Boruto. It seems like Kishimoto and company are making sure he gets his own unique story.
yeah,
Like there are parallels he has with his father, but he's not Naruto 2.0. He's more like towards Sasuke as far as personality. His path is different. He has more of a Sasuke path. Obviously, it's not his fault. It's because of the omnipotence, but he's a blend of both, and he's kind of his own unique character. So I doubt they'll like try to replicate Boruto being a child of prophecy. He is like a chosen one amongst the Otsutsuki, especially after defeating Momoshiki. Like those eyes are gonna be, the Death Year or whatever.
yep.
But I like that he's unique. Like he's his own character now. I don't see him as like a replica of Naruto, which is it's well done. So yeah, so far
Very
so
well
good
done.
with the yeah, very well done. And this is the most hyped I've been about Boruto since probably Baryon Naruto. It's been a while since it's been this good. So why is it that Sasuke got off screen in the time skip? I feel like that was a bit annoying for me because Sasuke is one of my favorite characters. So why off screen him?
He's just not relevant anymore. Him and Naruto,
Yeah,
like Kishimoto's
one
trying
power
to keep him
scaling.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, power scaling wise, he's not relevant. Two, he serves as an obstacle for. Excuse me, he serves a sort of motivation for Naruto, for Boruto. Obviously, he comes back. He's like, "I'm sorry, Sasuke. You gotta wait a little longer." Like he's adamant about stopping Code and dealing with the Ten Tails. And obviously, a huge reason for that is because of Sasuke. Sasuke is currently being utilized as a
Yeah.
pawn by the Ten Tails. So, yeah, that's why he got off screened. He's more of like a motivational factor, if
And
anything.
who knows? Maybe
Rather than
Kishimoto might show the stuff, whatever. But regardless if he does or not, it's like that. Like but Kishimoto's just been hitting it from day one. He wants to get Naruto and Sasuke out of the story. It's not about them
yeah,
anymore. It's
passing
about
the
Boruto.
torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, passing the torch. It happened a while ago. Now it's just more apparent. Sasuke being essentially restrained, Naruto sealed. You know, so it's Boruto's time.
Now, I'll be
So
honest, Kishimoto might do something eventually legendary for Sasuke and Naruto towards, the end of things or whatever, blah, blah, and to be like, all right, this is the way they either go out or now they're gone, but whatever. However the fuck he's going to do it, I know that will be good because he's going to have to. Like, come on. I mean, they're the GOATs, but better than that throughout the whole story, it's just not relevant. He doesn't need to have them involved like that,
Yeah, no, it seems Kishimoto's adamant on passing the torch.
Yeah.
It's very adamant. It's very, very clear now, especially with this chapter. So
Yeah.
Kishimoto getting hate for off-screening Sasuke. We aren't gonna get a flashback. Yeah, we most likely are gonna get a flashback.
More like
Very
it's something,
unlikely,
whatever, or something, or Sasuke will even
Yeah.
tell Boruto what happened and what even led up, like who knows,
Yeah.
But regardless, even if we don't, it is what it is. Then and we don't, and remember, like for all the manga dinglings, don't forget about the anime. The anime will show way more detail. They have to have 20 minutes of airtime. You know what I mean? So like we might actually get answers with even the anime too. So there's that as well.
Yeah. What's going on, Morgan? How's it going? It's going well. We're just discussing Boruto. Feel free to ask anything, though, folks. Anything at all.
Yeah.
It can be Boruto, JJK, whatever.
Oh.
What's going on, Dai Arishikage?
You.
Thanks for coming in, man.
And also, guys, like people that are complaining about Sasuke not having any screen time, whatever. Like once again, I'm gonna bring up the anime. The anime also does a very good job with showing more screen time for the side characters like Kakashi, blah blah, Sasuke, Naruto. So you'll definitely see them probably a lot in the anime, but in the manga, it's not gonna be focused on them. So
yeah, and it makes sense. It's kind of like the Gojo thing. People are mad he's gone. It's like it's not really about him. It's about Yuji.
Yeah.
So he's like a very revered character, but the writers want one character to shine. That's the main protagonist. You know, so Yuji, and here in this case Boruto. So, how much more will Code take L's? Honestly, man, it's kind of a common occurrence. Boruto whipped him, and then these new Shinju entities.
I feel like they might do a plot twist though eventually. Though he might get a moment. He might get one soon. You know what I mean? And it might be bad when it happens too.
Maybe he gets like a freeze amp or some shit.
Literally.
Like Tento power or some shit. Yeah, I think he'll be
Or
relevant.
he becomes a Jinchuriki as Code or something.
Yeah, something's gonna happen with him. I doubt they'll keep like making him just get his ass whooped all the time.
Imagine though, Jay, if they make him a bitch throughout the whole show and then he loses like a bitch too. That would be crazy.
That'd be so sad. That'd be so sad.
Nobody would respect him at that point, bro.
Yeah, nah, it's already bad for him. What's the most iconic transformation you guys have ever seen in anime? Super Saiyan Goku in the Namek Saga. Namek arc was the best I've ever seen. That's
good.
the most iconic.
It's crazy, yeah.
Super good. Super Saiyan was not only iconic in Dragon Ball, but in anime in general.
Bro, it's like OG Naruto vibes. Like when we got the final valley at the end, like we all just like, yo, like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Jay, people think Boruto got too strong on the time skip, but you have to keep in mind Boruto is thinking about training for Damon. I don't think he's too strong. I think he's
balanced.
His development makes sense. Yeah, he's balanced. No way they made Bug more OP than Code. I think Code being burning the food for too long to get him out of the kitchen. I agree. I do think he's already inferior to these Shinju and Bug and shit, and he's like they even talk down on him, and like they do better against Boruto than he did. It is kind of disappointing. I'll agree with that for sure. I ain't gonna lie, sleeping inside a tree sounds kind of comfortable. Yeah, Sasuke.
He don't got a choice, bro. He's just taking the L at that point.
He's taking the L, and he's fueling that one Sasuke Tento clone. So he's resting.
Now, let's be real though. Like, you know what I mean? When he was awake, he probably was talking his shit though, because he ain't a coward. I mean, he's probably like, fuck you, bitch, whatever. He's like, you wait till I get out, or Boruto's gonna stop you, some shit.
Yeah, he that's a guy that you have to almost kill to stop. Like,
Literally.
He's not going to just sit there and take that shit. So yeah, they're probably going to show that eventually, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure about that. But yeah, folks, any questions you may have at all? JJK, Boruto, sports, IRL. We talk about everything here. If you're new to this pod, we try to make it as versatile as possible.
Yeah.
We've talked about everything from this pod, from anime, obviously, like currently, to politics, to IRL scaling, all kinds of stuff. So feel free to ask anything.
Speaking of free balling, what's it called? You should give your take to the boys too for them.
Oh yeah. So shout out to Six, by the way, again. When he was here last time, I was already thinking about the boys, but he convinced me to start watching. Mm-hmm. So I watched the boys. Very, very well done. The boys is a very good show. What I like about it is they incorporate the typical superhero story with real life politics and social media. They embedded that and sort of blended it very nicely. Like these characters, these superheroes, they have their incentives to continue to try and feed feed appeal to the
Ego,
audience,
social
which is the
status. Yeah.
audience. Yeah, and then you have Homelander. This
Yep.
guy, very good character so far because he's so powerful that I think power has isolated him. I mean, he's the only guy that doesn't even partake in like immediate gratification. They say like he never drinks, he never smokes, he
Yeah.
never parties. Like he sees himself as a god and he acts like it. And it seems like his care and incentive to be like the Captain America is starting to fade. Like it seems like his own desires and his own god complex is starting to take over. And I really enjoy the way they're progressing his character. Like it's you could tell he's a ticking time
Yeah.
bomb. And
Not
I'm not
like
done with it yet, but I can tell.
like the
Yeah,
political drama, the drama within the characters, then even the action, like it's so well balanced and mixed. It's really really good.
very well done.
Keeps you on your
Yeah,
toes. Extremely well done. Incredible writing. The characters are even goated. The acting's incredible. Like it's just good
incredible.
all around. And then one most importantly, what I love about it the most, what Jay was hinting on, is it's just extremely realistic. Like if we actually had superheroes, that's how our world would have been. Like the dead ass. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that's the closest
yeah, and
illustration you could get to our world. So
exactly. And I like that. Like what it does, the show itself illustrates humanity. Like
yeah.
ironically, in heroes, like in superpowered individuals, they still have their humanity, and they're not like the typical Captain America, perfect saint, or Superman, Clark Kent,
Yeah, it's not
angel.
like DC and Marvel where it's way more fictional. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like he's a man. He's a man with his own demons, despite being power wise a fucking god. Like
Yeah.
he's a man. Like he has like his ego, his way of doing things, and because his power is so great, he's like, why the fuck am I listening if I can do what the fuck I want? Like that's slowly happening to him, you know.
Yeah.
$5 from Kedrick. I appreciate that, brother. Kedrick is back. Kedrick the goat.
Yeah, no, that's what's so
Um,
great about it. And mind you, like DC and Marvel is realistic too. Like it has its many aspects of where the realism, whatever you name it.
yeah,
But in comparison to the boys, though, Marvel and DC is literally the fiction in comparison. While
yeah,
the boys is like blatant realism. It's just how it would be. You know,
exactly.
simple.
Yeah,
So
especially like humanity wise. Yeah, very, very
and how
realistic.
like a Justice
Kedrick.
League would be in our world, basically.
Yeah, exactly. $5 from Kedrick. Appreciate it, brother. Once again, any advice on controlling your emotions, specifically anger? This is what I'll say about emotions. When it comes to negative emotions, obviously, even positive can deter you if you don't use them the right way. So I would say, as far as controlling your emotions, from my observations and my experiences, I guess I would say the best way to control them is sort of to try to sit in them. Like for example, let's say that something doesn't go your way, right, and you're very upset.
Don't have
I
a
would
fucking
sit in
hissy
that.
fit. Yeah, go about it in a
Yeah,
positive
I
way.
would like I wouldn't react. I would sit in it, try to understand it, and then try to channel it the right way. You know,
Exactly.
like a lot of guys, for example, that become successful, they had a heartbreak, for example. Of course, they're very upset. Let's say that their partner was unfaithful. They utilize that anger for
Yeah.
productivity in their professional life. They go to the gym. They
Yeah,
start
they'll
to
develop
let a
themselves
high
more.
chill.
They'll even question like,
Yeah,
did I fuck up? You know, is it my fault? They go about it in a way to where they're gonna start self building instead of self destroying, like being self destructive. And that's the most important aspect of it. And most importantly, to also not lash out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you
yeah,
don't want to be, because most men will just start either beating on the woman, whatever, blah, blah, and all this other crazy shit. Instead, if you actually look at people by example that are leading by example, for, you know, they're not lashing out, they're doing things to continue to build themselves. And if anything, they'll even just take accountability, even if it's not their fault. They'll be like, you know what? It was
yeah.
my fault. I fucked up, you know? So,
Yeah,
you
and the
know?
beauty of like discipline is your mind itself, from a neurological standpoint, it begins to adapt to your habits. Like for example, a bad habit, like we said last stream, was drugs. Right? It adapts to that gratification, but also adapts to discipline. If you
Yep.
discipline your mind to control yourself when you're upset, the literal neural pathways begin to adapt to that. Like your mind's like, okay, we're upset, but obviously, you know, the our body and the higher rational mind wants us to use that anger in a
Yeah.
certain way.
And
So we
you
have to
can't
adapt
grow
to that.
without failure. You can't grow without mishap or without, you know, or
Yeah,
without falling, you name it, the whole not. Like, you need those type of experience. Like, and obviously me and Jay are not saying to go out and look, like, no, don't do drugs, whatever, blah, blah. But I'm saying, like, when you get certain, you know, interactions, or at least put yourself in a scenario where it enables self building tendencies, right, in a positive light, okay, or at least gives you the practice you need on how to approach when shit hits the fan or gets bad, you know, that's
yeah.
very important to acknowledge and know how to deal with, you know.
Yeah, I would say so. In layman's terms, for that question, by the way, good question. I would say first step hesitation, especially if it's a negative emotion.
Yep.
The second step would be just introspection, like kind of observing how your body is reacting to the emotion. Second, and then
Accountability.
thirdly is account. Yeah, thirdly, the final step I would say is adjustment. Like, how do you want to respond to it? It takes
Yeah.
time
And
though. It's not
and
gonna
it's
happen
different
overnight
for
for sure.
everyone too. You know what I mean? Like some people have to
Yeah,
get
it takes
professional
time.
medical help. Some people can't do that at all, and they say fuck that shit, and they'll just do straight up like willpower and yada yada, and just build themselves, and go along that route. Some other people need like a stepping stone. You know what I mean? To where it's just they really just can't really do it on their own, and they'll need like a support, like some type of support. Which I'm be honest with you, that's the last thing I recommend you to try to do. But if worst case scenario, if you're not able to do it, whether if it's on your own or with professional help, then have someone to make sure you're not face planting basically. You know what I mean? That's someone that kind
Yeah.
of like having a trainer. You know what I mean? Like a gym trainer, whatever, or you name it, whatever. Some type of person to watch to make sure you're not fucking up. That's important because this way they can make sure you don't fall on your ass or go backwards and keep pushing forward. You
Yeah,
know?
I would say in general in their life, just become more methodical.
Yeah.
Life starts to go your way more when you're more calculated, even under stress, like emotion. So yeah, that's basically what I would say. What's the most iconic artifact in all of anime? That's a good question. Pokeballs, or Pokemon balls are very iconic. What else? I guess the Dragon Balls. Oh yeah, he said that between the Dragon Ball, Pokeball, and
And
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
also,
Yu-Gi-Oh cards are pretty.
and me and Jay didn't say this, but just in case too, do not hold it in a bottle either. Like, don't
Yeah,
restrain.
no, no,
Don't.
yeah.
You have to let that shit out in a productive manner. You cannot just channel it or not be, or have a whatever, blah blah. You have to deal with it because if you don't, it's gonna build up and you will explode. Whether if it's gonna be extreme, bad, whatever the case may fucking be, it's not gonna be good. you know.
Yeah, yeah, you do gotta channel it. Find the right way to channel it. You can't just contain it.
Weightlifting, figure it out, something.
Yeah. Sasuke's not even knocked out. He's just not dealing with these fucking aliens anymore. He can't. He's not strong enough. But yeah. What if
Lost that
KCM2
Renegon,
replaced
baby.
Yeah. What if KCM2 replaced Ichigo in the Wako Mundo arc to face Segundo, Resurrection Ulquiorra, and was asked to kill him and protect Orihime? How would Naruto do? So Naruto with KCM2, if he doesn't have six path powers, I don't think he's planetary yet. I think he's at best if I highball. He's multi-continental. Ulquiorra in second Resurrection form against at that point in time, it's hard to gauge him accurately. He seemed like the strongest of the Espada,
Yeah.
besides like a hypothetical rageful enough Yami rather. So there's a possibility he's planetary. It's hard to gauge. I mean, we didn't see much of him. Obviously, he fought Vassal Lord Ichigo, and he was above Ulquiorra.
Yeah, worst case, he could
I,
also be like multi-continental or something like
Yeah,
just
worst case,
blowing up
lowballing him is
shit. But
multi-continental. Highballing, I would say he's planetary. More than likely, honestly, I think Ulquiorra probably. I mean, here's the thing: Naruto's regeneration and sort of stamina is insane. But
unless you're
Ulquiorra is very
weird and
capable.
you think like they don't hit like mountain level busting fucking power until the like Aizen's final form, and you want to be that weird, then whatever.
Yeah,
But
nah.
what's it called? But either way, like yeah, that's like the best way to kind of analyze it. You know what I mean? Because like if that motherfucker did like a zero and just shot that shit in the city, bro, it's nuking the whole fucking city. or if he
And
threw that one
Naruto
arrow, you know what I mean? That's like a Biju
in
bomb
character.
arrow.
Yeah, in character, Naruto doesn't kill, so there's that. In character,
yeah.
he'll be hesitant to kill him. So
He'll
that's
try to
that's
reason,
going
or
to
he'll try to subdue
that's
him.
going to benefit that's going to benefit Ulquiorra. Ulquiorra will kill you in an instant. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I probably would lean
I'm
towards
gonna be
Ulquiorra
honest
at this
though.
point.
Ikura might be in a similar handicap though, because if you have a very unique personality to where he's curious and questions you, Naruto has that trait. He's very similar to Ichigo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where like he'd be like, "What the fuck is up with this human, bro? Like I don't get this moment." But maybe just continue to figure him out, right, or analyze, or maybe even try to break his will. He tried to pull like an Obito on Ichigo too. So it's like I could see that happening as like an interesting interaction, but yeah, for the most part, it's a very disadvantage because he's still very cold and calculating. He don't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah, I would lean towards Ulquiorra, but Naruto obviously has more of an arsenal, like observably. Clones, Rasen Shurikens,
And he has
things of
healing
that nature.
regen like constant,
Regen.
you know.
Yeah, so it'd be a close fight. It's hard to gauge Ulquiorra though, but I'd probably lean towards him, but it's a tough fight. On the top of my head, I'd probably lean towards him. I'm gonna start calling Code Team Rocket until he gets a W. Yeah, dude, that guy's a fucking L. Seriously, Code seems so weak that
Bro,
I feel
Team
Kinshiki would beat
Rocket.
him. Seriously, Code, I feel like Kinshiki would beat him. No, he wouldn't. Code would fucking
Shiki,
slam him.
nah, come on, bro. What we doing?
Even GB Dark could beat him. No, yeah, he would slam all those people.
Bro, what the
Uh,
fuck?
yeah, no. Naruto's gonna jump Ulquiorra with 200 clones. Yeah, that would be one of his best strategies.
But
Would be
Jay, isn't there
utilizing him.
statements or like or even like certain other shit that where like Code is like that's why he's way above those motherfuckers? Like I could have sworn he had
Yeah,
some
he's
shit.
above Jigen.
Yeah.
No
See, yeah,
limitation
there you
above
go.
Jigen.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what are you guys on about,
He looks like
bro?
shit. He looks like shit right now because Boruto's stronger than him. That's why.
Like,
He just
what?
looks
What
like
do
shit
you?
'cause the
Yeah,
guy.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you guys on about right now with that shit? Come on now.
Earlier, like in the story, he almost killed Naruto. Fucking Kawaki had to save his ass. So he's not weak. Yeah. So, $2 from Kedrick. Appreciate that, brother. Let me put that on the screen real
And not
quick.
only that, like in the beginning, like before the Jigen arc happens and Ishiki, like he was also willing to scrap with Delta. Like they were about to have like a very bloodlusted battle for a moment. And mind you, we see what Delta's capable of fighting against Naruto. I mean, now don't get me wrong, like it's Naruto still suppressed in a way, but he's still going all out while holding back, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have all that too, and so Code was no joke.
No, he's never been a joke. It's just he happens to fight a stronger person right now.
Yeah.
Boruto's stronger than him. So the best antagonist in Dragon Ball Super so far. Good question, Kedrick. Appreciate it. $2, by the way, brother. Best antagonist in Dragon Ball Super so far, in my opinion. Probably the best I've seen so far, either Jiren or Goku Black. Probably either one of those guys, in my opinion.
If I had
are
a
the best
pick,
I've
I'd say
seen,
Jiren though. But
probably
that's
Jiren,
me,
yeah. Jiren was probably better. More
Because Goku Black is
polarizing
more
figure.
of a bitch. He had to like use hacks in order to be like that guy.
Yeah. He was cold, like a very cold person,
Yeah.
but Jiren's probably better. Yeah.
He was a
top
badass.
scene.
Don't be wrong. Like, he was cold. He's a bad whatever. Blah blah. I just say he was a bitch in
Yeah.
the regard of like he didn't do it like through pure like hard work or talent or whatever. He just did that like by cheating.
No.
You know what I mean?
Copy.
Like,
Yeah, he was a copy, literally a copy of Goku, and even Vegeta kind of exposed him when he got Zenkai boost. He's like, you know what's the difference between you and Goku is that you're the fake. The reason I'm beating your ass is because you're not the real thing. You're just a simple copycat. And you'll never understand what he had to go through to become who he is. And that's why I'm beating your ass.
It was
So
a broken
that's why
ability though. Like every time he lost,
Yeah.
he would get like double your power. That's just crazy.
Yeah, Jiren is just more imposing. Yeah, he's definitely more imposing, and he earned it. So
He was a badass. It was so good, dude. It was like Madara all over again. He was just built different, bro.
well, yeah, literally built different. Appreciate the $2 though, Kedrick. Appreciate that, brother. I think Naruto might win in KC2, to be honest. The Kurama Avatar, plus I think Naruto's more AP with BG. But AP conversation's interesting, though. I don't know. It's actually
It's
closer
just
than
really,
people
really,
think.
really hard to gauge, dude. That's the problem.
Yeah, especially in Bleach. It's hard to gauge
so
shit
much
besides,
arbitrary, and yeah.
Yeah. And in Bleach is very hard because they're not as apparent with their scaling. Do you have apparent you do have apparent moments like Yamamoto almost burning the Soul Society to a crisp, or in the anime the Zero Division shaking the multiverse. That's apparent, but most of Bleach, especially early Bleach, is not very much. I'd say.
Yeah, it's not really
like,
a lot. Yeah.
like observable feats. Yeah, it's like these guys are
Like
strong.
the
but
only
really don't know.
definitive observable feat was when Aizen like casually effortlessly just cut off multiple mountaintops like what Madara did in the war arc, with his Edo perfect Susanoo.
And Bleach is like more hacks based, so you don't see as much like observable evidence.
So like the best way to analyze it, like if you see Aizen doing that shit right in his final form, then compare that to like Madara, where mind you, Madara was also like not even trying and suppressed and cutting off all those fucking mountains. You know what I mean? Like you kind of picture all that, and if Aizen's within that tier, and then kind of try to figure out where he's at. Like there you go. You know what I mean? It kind of like helps in a sense. But like overall, like it's just it's hard. It's just too much vagueness.
Yeah, exactly. $2 for €2 from Steven. Appreciate it, brother. Orochimaru with Mayorga adaptability versus 5 Kage. That's a good question. Here's the thing though. Mayorga. I'm assuming the question. I'm assuming the question you mean is he doesn't have Mayorga, but rather the actual ability of Mayorga rather. So if that's the case, it's tough because I would deduce if you have a strong enough ability. Again, I'm not as deep or knowledgeable on JJK yet, but I'm assuming if you have a strong enough ability to kill Mayorga before he can even begin to adapt, then he'd die.
He's dead. Yeah, if he just
so that's why
it.
Yeah, that's why I think the Red Kage probably, yeah, like maybe he would.
But
Like,
then again, I don't
end
know
up
how fast they
one-shotting him.
are. I don't know how fast Sukuna is in that one thing. So I don't know. I'm just saying, but
Yeah, like I know Mayorga battled Sukuna, but it's been a while since I've read it. And again, I read most of it for enjoyment. I'd have
yeah.
to watch like how he does in battle and stuff, but I
Okay.
would assume he'd still lose.
So you think the
I'd still
five
assume
Kage
he'd
would win
lose.
then?
Yeah, they probably
Gotcha.
still, especially particle style. Like that shit's
Oh
one
yeah, that
shot. If
just
he gets a
negs.
flip,
Yeah.
yeah, he wouldn't really have an ability, a chance to adapt because he'd be erased.
Yeah,
You know,
and not
so
only that, the problem is like, let's correct me if I'm wrong if you've seen otherwise, Jay. Like, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure the way his ability operates, it's more for offense, not defense.
yeah,
So,
you have to get hit by it for yeah, you have to get hit first. You have to like you have to like come into contact with an ability to adapt to it, at least from my knowledge.
oh,
Like
okay.
Infinity, for
So he is
example.
like Doomsday then.
So
Okay, never mind.
yeah, in a way, except even faster because he doesn't. You don't have to kill him. Like he just adapts on the like literally in real time. But
Yeah, it's
I would still say
instantaneous.
Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Five Kage would beat Orochimaru still. Yeah, basically they can overwhelm his origination before he dies. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it is. Yeah, they would overwhelm
Yeah,
him.
particle style would do it. It's you're literally obliterating things to the fucking atoms, bro, and you name it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It literally like negates and destroys you on a molecular level. So like he wouldn't even get a chance to adapt.
he wouldn't be there
You
anymore.
know?
He'd be gone. Like,
Yeah, he'd be erased at that point. Like Sukuna versus Gojo worked because the ability he adapted to was a defensive ability, like the Infinity. So Mayorga was able to like analyze it, adapt to it, and Sukuna exploited that and beat Gojo. You know, so and he's more powerful than Gojo straight up, so he could handle what he gave, you know, what the Gojo could dish out. So that was a good combo with Sukuna and Mayorga.
Like the way I
Here it'd
see
be
it,
different.
it's like Inoki and Raikage, like just them two alone. Like he grabs Raikage, you know, like instant speed blitz,
Yeah.
subdues it to the ground, and Inoki particle stop dead.
Yeah, I'm personally of the opinion that without Mayorga, Sukuna would have lost. Gojo would kill him before he figured it out. Uh, that's a debate, obviously,
I think
but
Sukuna would still
one,
win. Yeah, because of
yeah, I think
plot.
it'd still win
Yeah.
because one, Gojo admits it. Two, he didn't have all 20 fingers. Three, he didn't have forearms. Yeah, he wasn't like fully awakened. So there's just more empirical evidence to suggest he'd
Yeah.
win.
Now, if it
Still.
was just that form, then sure, I'll give you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But
If
yeah,
it's just that form, there's a possibility Gojo could have won.
yeah.
Yeah. But if it's full power prime Sukuna, I would see him probably
Like if
defeating
he didn't
Gojo
have it, like the
regardless.
way I see the plot going, he just goes to his next form, like some Dragon Ball Z shit, and then he just washes Gojo, and Gojo's like, "What? Now he's going all out? Like wow, you know what I mean? Like some
Yeah.
moderate of five Kage shit."
Yeah, there's even the argument that he could outlast the Gojo. There's not very many people that could do that. Sukuna might just outlast his Infinity ability anyway,
Yeah.
to where he can't keep it up, and then he'll just kill him after that. So yeah, probably Sukuna. I still think he'd win. Prime Hiruzen versus Hashirama. Depends if it's pre-retcon. Hiruzen if it's post.
Yeah.
Hashirama. It depends on things. Prime Kage versus Fuse Momo equal stats. Fuse Momo has the ability to absorb ninjutsu,
Yeah, that's the
more
problem. He gets
intelligent.
stronger too from that.
Uh, you get
He
stronger.
can
Probably
dope up on the
Momo.
pills. That makes him even. It's like senso beams. That makes him more chakra. Like,
Yeah, probably Momo. He's more intelligent too. Kage, at least in the war.
it's not fair. Momo like just cheats, bro.
Yeah, he's a
like,
cheater.
like Kage's is
He
all
probably would know.
abilities and shit, and chakra, raw chakra and power, like Naruto. Like Momo is just pure hacks and cheating.
Yeah, exactly. And like most things he shoot out of him, he would absorb
And his
and then
taijutsu's
amplify.
decent. It's pretty decent. Like he was going blow for
Yeah,
blow in a certain regard with Sasuke and Naruto. That's impressive.
yeah, as adults. So yeah, he probably would win. But
Like
yeah,
Kage
question,
had
questions
no
at all?
taijutsu, bro. That bitch was not showing the fight at all.
Yeah, not at all. She's just literally like fucking. Yeah, not at all.
She's like
Versus the
Professor
nations,
Xavier J. You know what I mean? Just sits in a fucking chair and just uses all her
Yeah,
powers.
literally. Ewok versus Goku. So what I currently know of Ewok, he obviously is very powerful.
Yeah.
I would definitely say Planetary Plus, easy. But no, I don't see him as universal. At
That's
least the
his
current
cap.
Ewok I'm
Yeah.
aware with. I haven't finished Bleach. But I'd still say Goku. I
Like,
know his hacks are interesting,
yeah.
but I'd still say Goku. I think he'll get
Like
speed blitzed by
unless
Goku.
Bleach emphasizes the same way Dragon Ball Super does, then by all means. But if it's not and it's very, like, you know what I mean, type vibes, like it's just I don't think that's the case at all. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah,
a
and
low
I haven't seen
possibility. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen his full potential yet either. So yeah, Goku would probably speed blitz even before he could use hacks. He could speed
Now if
blitz
it's
probably.
like maybe the now Bleach, That's a little, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't finished it, so maybe that'll change. But yeah, right now I'd say Goku. I think Sukuna would have approached the fight very differently. Seems as he has the best battle IQ feats in
Oh,
Jujutsu.
he's
Just
very
make sure
smart. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, Sukuna is very intelligent. Especially if he was at full
Yeah,
power.
all
He
the
didn't have Mayorga.
experience, bro. He's literally Hashirama and Madara like experience level.
Yeah, and he wanted, at least I'm theorizing, he wanted Megumi's body because of the techniques that
Yeah.
came with Megumi, like Mayorga. So it doesn't really negate that he's not capable without it. He's smart. He's gonna try to implement the best arsenal he can attain. And Megumi had fucking Mayorga and a
He doesn't
ten
underestimate
shadows
shit.
technique.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
underestimate shit. Like, don't get me wrong, he is arrogant and he has like his ego moments, whatever, blah blah. But he only does that to people that are fodder and ants. Now, when it comes to people that can potentially be a threat, or at least somewhat, especially if they strategize or whatever, or yada yada, like he will take precautions. He will still not underestimate, and he will be like, all right, just in case. I know I'm that guy, but just in case.
Sukuna likes to work smarter, not harder. So
He's like
obviously having
Itachi.
Mayorga,
If anything, he's like very
yeah.
similar to Itachi in that strategy intellect aspect. You know what I mean? Like he's no like he knows he's fucking really strong, but he's still gonna play it the smart route.
Yeah, exactly. So having Mayorga is just because he's intelligent enough to have that ability at hand. He wanted that.
Same thing with Madara. Similar to him too. Madara like was strategizing and planning how to deal with Obito while he's a Juba. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't just like going for the smoke. You know what I mean? Yada yada yada. You name it. Like so, it's like at the end of the day, like Sukuna, he's just a very intelligent person. He knows his limits and yada yada etc. And he's not gonna underestimate. Better yet, I think the reason why he's like that is because he somehow got sealed in the end. So that was probably a learning lesson. He's like, okay, even though I am the strongest, but yet people can still find a way to beat me. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's not only that he's powerful, but he works smart. So that's why he's so challenged. He really is like Madara. Like he's not only powerful, but he's intelligent.
yeah.
So, $5 from Kedrick. Appreciate the donation, brother. Oh, IRL question. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen real quick, and then we'll have an answer that. Appreciate that, brother.
Like Madara knew how strong Hashirama is. He's like, you know what? Let me get the Nine Tails. Let me not underestimate this motherfucker.
Exactly.
And then you have the War Arc, being smart and doing
He's all about winning. Yeah, but Sukuna's all about winning, like winning the day.
Same thing with Madara.
Same thing with Madara. Yeah, exactly. So, appreciate the $5 by the way, Kedrick. Again, in your opinion, who's the greatest actress of all time? That's actually a really good question.
That's really
the best
hard.
actor.
It's not even fair.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
It depends. It depends how we analyze it, but I guess we had to say overall. What do you think? Yeah.
The best performances I've ever seen, movies, period. I would throw up, not even in order, but guys that would come to mind would be like Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
De Niro's up there. Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, No, I would say if I had to choose like as number one, I'd say Heath Ledger, then Robert Downey Jr.
Spectacular, yeah.
But I don't blame you for Robert Downey Jr. though. He's just a go. Yeah, but those two have to be in top three, bro. Come on.
All time greats. Yeah, Robert De Niro is really good, really fucking good ass actor. Even Christian Bale has some good feats, like he lost like 100 pounds.
His Joker, his acting.
Yeah, he's really good.
Christian Bale's good.
Other movies, yeah, Christian Bale in general is a really good actor. Who else is a very, very good
Will Smith is good
actor.
too.
Will, yeah, in his heyday, he was very good.
Yeah, prime days, yeah.
Prime days. Who else?
Hugh Jackman. Yeah, that motherfucker. Come on.
Oh, that guy can fucking act. Yeah, he's a really good actor.
Like in any movie, for the most part that I've seen him in, he's just really, really fucking good, dude.
Yeah, honestly, as far as female, the best performance I've seen is probably Zendaya from Euphoria. She was fucking good in that show.
Yeah, there's that. Scarlett. Yeah. You could say Scarlett Johansson with the Black Widow shit. That was pretty on
really
point.
Good. Yeah. Female roles. What else? Like a really good performance from a female.
Yeah, same.
Like
the boys show. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, Stargirl. The girl that plays Stargirl is pretty good.
Yep, she's really good. Stargirl.
I'm trying to think of movies with female leads in
that were like really great. Like we don't care about mid or whatever. We're talking about
don't
great.
Care. Yeah. Fucking Leonardo DiCaprio would be up there too.
Yeah.
Really
Scarlet Witch actor. She's good. I think she's really good.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
I think Margaret Robbie, like not just her Harley Quinn, but even in other movies.
Her Harley Quinn was underrated, dude. Yeah, she killed that shit.
Yeah, really fucking good. Oh, what's going on, Prodigy? Thanks for coming in again, brother. Denzel Washington. Oh, that's a good one. Denzel Washington's a really good actor, yeah. Denzel Washington has some great, John Q,
And then
The Equalizer.
and all the like these are the mids. I'm not trying to be mean. Like, don't get me wrong, they are goated in their own regard. But like if I'm saying overall, like in just pure talent and goatness, okay, then I'll bring up Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, and Ryan Reynolds. But they're like
good.
the mid tier of it. You know what I mean? They're awesome.
Yeah,
they're good, but they're not like, oh my god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not like elite, like the epitome, but they're good though.
Yeah.
Like The Rock's, he's a WWE guy. Kevin Hart by trade is mostly a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander. Oh yeah, dude, he did a damn good
Oh
job.
yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, Jay, when you watch the whole show, like his acting was insane. Like even my girl was like,
good,
my
man.
girl was talking to me about it, and she's like, the show made you basically hate him, but then at the same time you loved him because the acting was so fucking good.
Yeah, I almost forgot. One of the best performances I've ever seen was Breaking Bad with Bryan Cranston. Dude, that guy could fucking act, man.
Yeah.
Damn good actor. He won I think he won several fucking Emmys or whatever. Like, he's fucking good. So he's a really good actor. So yeah, those guys are like the rare air. Brian, Robert Downey Jr., Heath, fucking Hugh Jackman.
What was his name? Tom Hardy. He's also really good.
Hardy can.
He's underrated.
Yeah,
he's very fucking good. Tom Hardy.
I do think he's underrated. Yeah,
very
he's
underrated.
Really
like his Venom role, all his IRL roles, military roles, fucking goated. Like he takes that shit seriously, dude.
Yeah, he does that shit real well.
I forgot
he's
about
up
that
there.
If anything, I'd say he's at least. Well, if you think he's top 5, I would say at least he's top 10, bare minimum.
Yeah,
you know.
So females, I would say Margaret Robbie, fucking Scarlett Johansson.
Facts, yeah.
Honestly, Jennifer Lawrence is really good too.
I think Harley Quinn. I think she's number 1 out of all of them though.
Yeah, Margaret Robbie really good.
Margaret Robbie, she just killed that shit, bro.
She killed that shit. Yeah, she's really good at
Gal
that.
Gadot for Wonder Woman, she was good too. I liked it. I fucked with her.
She was good.
It wasn't like insane, but it was like it was good. It was mid, you know.
She gets hate. I don't get why. Gal Gadot is like cool. I don't understand.
Oh no, she did good. Yeah, she did. She wasn't goated like fucking Robert Downey Jr. He's like all that shit.
Yeah, no.
But she was good enough, you know.
Yeah, she's good enough. Fucking I guess Paul Walker, R.I.P. He was really good in.
He was good in the Fast. Yep. Jensen, I don't know if you guys remember him. Jensen from Supernatural, and he also plays he plays Soldier Boy in The Boys. He's fucking goated. Yeah, really good actor.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah, really good actor.
Aaron Paul's Jesse Pinkman. Oh, dude, he was a good ass actor in Breaking Bad too.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Ryan
Breaking
Reynolds
Bad. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is another good one. Yeah. How would Sukuna do against the first 5 Hokage in a 1v1 for each? Oh, that's a good question. I think Hashirama would probably beat him.
Yeah, he would slam.
Like he's just too blatantly powerful.
If
he threw up his fucking, if he has the even remote possibility of throwing up his domain expansion, maybe, but Hashirama would speed blitz him. So yeah, he'd speed blitz and he wouldn't even get a chance to fire off like any commands from his actual neurotransmitters. He get blitzed by Hashirama. So
and if I saw that fight, like I already know, like immediately he's thinking in his head, so couldn't immediately be serious and be like, oh damn, he's really strong, whatever.
Yeah, he probably would have. He might. I mean, he's not in character, but that'll be like the first guy he'd probably retreat from.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that shit. Sukuna versus Edo Madara, equal stats, and Sukuna conceal him. Equal stats would make it very interesting.
If it's equal stats, Madara has to use that Susanoo for his fucking that one domain, because that's an instantaneous hit. Yeah.
He's fucked. Yeah, probably Sukuna, to be honest. If it's equal stats. Yeah. Especially with Mayorga, he'll like adapt to Madara's shit too.
Yeah, and it doesn't the domain also amp you too, like your body?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Madara's fucked.
Yeah. He's fucked because once you're in that, you guarantee to get a hit. Like
to be fair, Madara Susanoo would amp him too, but
Yeah. The dude that plays young Magneto is good too. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know his name either, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's pretty good. Jamie Foxx. Oh, dude, he's super talented. He can do everything. He could sing, fucking act, he's good. Fucking. He could do comedy. He's extremely talented.
Oh, I'm over here tripping. I don't know if you mentioned him yet. I can't think of his fucking name. The guy that played Mysterio in Spider-Man, and he's played IRL movies.
Jay Gyllenhaal.
Yes, he's really good. He belongs in top 10 as well. He's very fucking good.
Yeah. Really good roles in a lot of movies.
But if you think he's top 5 or top 10, I think he's in top 10 bare minimum. That motherfucker's good.
He was in the Zodiac Killer movie. Yeah. He was in Southpaw. He was in a lot of good shit.
He's just a really good, like, bro, like, when he did the role for Mysterio, he actually blew me away. Like, I was like, damn, he killed that shit with him, bro.
Yeah. Logan Paul's apology video.
Oh, my God.
That's an example of shit acting. That guy's a fucking joke. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's a good actor, yeah. Do you think Kawaki hates Code as much as Jigen? I think he hates all Otsutsuki in general.
He hates, all of them, yeah.
Yeah, the only one he probably doesn't blatantly hate is Boruto, but he still is adamant enough on his goal to kill Boruto. I don't think he hates Boruto, but he knows that he has a Momo in him. So, but everyone else, yeah, I'm pretty sure he fucking hates. Jim Carrey, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Jim Carrey, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, how much weaker is Ishiki than Shibai? If Shibai's 4D, everyone's way weaker than him. If he really is 4D, he's everyone gets solo, like he just solo the verse. Imagine if Mayorga adapted to the Susanoo chakra and walks through it while you hear Sukuna crackling. Dude, that's some shit he would do.
Yeah.
Mayorga would do that shit.
Oh, the actor for Black Panther too? He was good.
Oh,
he's actually really good.
Fucking.
I don't think he was mid. I actually thought he was underrated. I thought he was really.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. Yeah. He was in other movies too, like this one.
And he was doing all that shit while he had cancer. And
while he was sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
staying in shape while sick. That's insane, bro. That's fucking.
He had that commitment, bro.
Yeah. I just thought of plot hole. If Ishiki knew about the cyborgs, Amato, why not just try to kill them himself? I don't think either Ishiki didn't know or Amato manipulated him into thinking that they're good.
Yeah.
Good, like on his side.
Like they were pretty fucking tight. Like every time they talked, like he never suspected him or anything. He wasn't, like, he thought it wasn't until like Koji.
Yeah, it wasn't until he turned Koji on him. Yeah, that he became.
Yeah, that's when he was like, and it was funny how like he dealt with it too, because like when Koji's over here trying to flex and talk his shit or whatever, he's like, blah blah. He's like, huh? Who the fuck you talking to, bitch? He was funny as fuck.
He was like he was still in his broken vessel and
and he was still like talking his shit, and he was like, bitch, like what is your fucking problem? I will beat your ass. It was so Jigen's such a savage, bro. That shit was great.
Yeah, exactly. Did you guys hear about JJK ending due to the animators going on strike? Oh shit, really? I didn't know that shit. Due to being overworked? Damn. Well, they are killing. I'm not gonna lie, they're killing it with the anime, so I get it. Maybe they are being overworked, and they go weekly too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand. Like, pay the guys what they deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah. Don't pull a Seth.
Don't pull Seth, and they're killing it, man. Like the UG breakdown episode.
Like for the work they're doing and how good it looks animated. Like, come on, bro, don't pull a Seth. That shit's look goated. Yeah.
Toji versus Megumi, fucking Sukuna versus Jogo. Like, it's fucking goated, bro. The anime's really good. So I get it. Pay them what they deserve. Do you think Skylar White hate is justified? So that's a good question, right? Breaking Bad. Skylar, man, I'm not gonna lie. There's times she really, spoiler alert, by the way. There's some times she really irritated me, like when she fucked Ted to kind of like spite Walter. He's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I fucked Ted. He's like, what the fuck, bitch? Like that shit was annoying. Like the way she approached it was kind of annoying. Overall, I do think she's a good character. She's human. Like she cares about her husband, but then she starts to realize that his ego is consuming him. Right, and then she starts to not trust him anymore, and eventually we all see how it ends, and fucking they basically kick him out of the house, like her and their son, and they see him as a loose cannon. Like he's no longer just doing it for the money; he's doing it for legacy. Like he's like what he said to Jesse. He said, I'm not in the money business. I'm in the empire business. That's when he really went rogue. Like it wasn't about just money to leave his family when he's gone. It was about him being the top kingpin in the world as far as drugs and meth, so I don't think the hate's justified, like the insane amount of hate, but I do think some hate is justified, I'd say. I think she's human, kind of like with Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Like everyone's like, oh my god, he flipped the script. Like, no, he's human, dude. Casualties of war like fucking traumatize him, so I think that's the point. The point is that he is human. He's not a fucking saint. He's not Captain America or Superman. These guys have real humanity and real demons in their closet. Not everyone's Captain America, Not everyone has unbreakable conviction, especially in the real world, so. Momo, JJK speed is absolutely shit compared to Naruto speedsters. Yeah. Yeah. Jay's it wrong that I wish Ishiki had more screen time? No, I actually would have liked to see more screen time too. I would have liked to see more Ishiki screen time. Jigen did try to get Kawaki, the Naruto and Sasuke pulled up on him. The FX. Oh. And then he schooled them. But yeah.
I had to step away for the moment because I have not seen that show yet.
Yeah, it's fucking. Oh, dude, it's so fucking good, man. It might be the best.
What was it called again? Just to make sure, I'm pretty sure it was the right one I'm thinking of.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I have it on my watch list on Netflix.
It's kind of like you're gonna get hooked pretty fucking quick as soon as.
Yeah,
you see
my girl, she was an asshole. She spoiled the ending for me, and I'm like, you're a fucking dick.
Oh shit. Yeah, that shit is fucking good, man. Like from beginning to end, it's like holy shit, man. This guy's journey is fucking just wild. Yeah. Sasuke isn't dead though. Oh yeah, he's not dead.
No, he's not dead.
He's restrained.
If he was dead, Kishimoto would have made a very, very big deal of a chapter, and that shit would have been blowing up if Sasuke died.
Yeah, I put that in the title just to like. And first of all, I didn't say he's dead. I put a question mark. I put that in the title to kind of like.
Now it could be hinting of a potential direction that he might die. We don't know, but you know,
you can definitely start making those theories.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm gonna be honest. If Kishimoto's not gonna be killing side characters, and I don't really think so, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Prison Break is also really good. I've seen some of Prison Break. It's been a while, but yeah, I do remember it was pretty good. That's a good show too. But yeah, The Boys, I'm definitely gonna finish up. It's fucking good, man.
So
after
good,
that, I'm probably gonna watch Invincible.
I might actually watch that show again, bro, because of how good it was.
Yeah, it's fucking good, and I'm probably gonna scale it. I'll probably scale.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna watch it again. Yeah, just for like scaling. I might actually think of doing a video.
Yeah, I know that'll do well because people fuck with The Boys and stuff. So
I might actually scale Invincible against Homelander.
That shit would dope.
What's it called?
Sick, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Do a little crossverse shit.
Yeah. What if Minato is in Shibuya? Where does he stop? He would speed blitz everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone gets fucking speed blitzed.
Well,
if we presuppose he can interact, he speed blitz everybody. Do you think Boruto has Toad stage mode?
Yes, oh yeah, for a fact.
So.
If he's working with,
if he can use interdimensional like location ability with it, I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Like, bro, if Minato could do that shit instantaneous and Naruto's goofball ass could do it, he could definitely do it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, exactly. Is Berserk good to watch? I haven't watched it yet. That's one on my bucket list, but I heard it's really good, Berserk. I haven't seen it either. I'm going to check that out eventually, too. Jay, what is your opinion on Ishiki's character? I actually think he's the best villain I've seen in Boruto. He's my favorite so far. Even though his narrative was short-tailed and short-lived,
yeah.
I think it was well done. Like he was very intimidating from his introduction all the way up until his conclusion.
Just
very intimidating and powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's my favorite antagonist so far, currently.
He was the guy to have that energy, like just to make you like be like fuck my life.
Yeah, it's kind of like some guys like Six and say like it was their aura. Like he just had an aura about him because of the way they wrote him. That's why he was just so well done.
Took his shoes off and beat Naruto's ass.
Yeah, and he was the first guy to fucking thrash Naruto and Sasuke since Madara.
If Hinata was there too, he probably would have bitch slapped her.
Oh fuck yeah, she'd be fodder. Yeah. You can put all of Konoha against him, he'll slam all of them. Nah, Invincible is too strong in the comics for anything.
I do agree. I do agree. You know, Invincible, from what I've heard, from the most part, that it does scale way higher than the boys. But what I mean, like, if I take a certain composite version of Invincible, then it might be able to be a fair video or interesting. But I would have to look more into it. Yeah.
And I've heard Omni-Man's pretty fucking cracked.
Now, Omni-Man, he would slam him. That I do know already. Omni-Man is fucking
that guy's cracked as fuck.
Yeah.
The Deep from The Boys might be the most pathetic character.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's horrible.
He's a fucking pussy.
Like without giving any spoilers, like that motherfucker is ass. Like he makes Aquaman look good, bro.
Yeah, Aquaman is like a god compared to that loser. Yeah. Ishiki was great. Code doesn't have it. I don't think Code can redeem himself. It's becoming more and more challenging with how they're writing him. He's like getting fucking tossed around and like
They might do a plot twist moment, or they might like give him like his final form where he at least puts up a good fight but still loses. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Dre, how strong do you think Boruto with his karma horn is now? Oh, dude, he's fucking near top of the verse.
Bro, he's gonna be cracked. Like, bro, if you saw what he could do as like a young Boruto kid during the Jigen and Ishiki arc, imagine what he could do now.
What he did to Code, who's above Jigen, just in base with Rasengan. Imagine what he could do at full power.
No Sage mode either, like.
No Sage mode. Yeah, he's just playing around. Like he's probably near top of the verse. The only guys that he probably still can't beat are like Damon.
Like, bro, it's like what's next? Is this motherfucker gonna get like a Shidori, like a body armor to increase his speed more? Like what the, you know what I mean? Like he's just cracked, bro.
Yeah, he's fucking cracked. First the Rasengan, and then this chapter, interdimensional flying thunder god. Like holy shit, bro. He's fucking
He
cracked.
also has 2 S rank Raisengans, Lightning and Wind.
Literally. Yeah, he's fucking cracked. I watched Invincible. You guys have a bad perception of him. He's not Superman. He's not multiplanetary or anything like that. I have to check it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Jay,
we're not saying that. The fuck, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, so I don't
Yeah,
really know
Jay
anything
hasn't
about
seen
it.
it. Like for me, I'm very well aware. Like I don't know everything about it, but I've seen for the most part that I'm very well aware. Omni-Man is nowhere near Superman's peak.
Yeah, exactly.
That motherfucker get bitched.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Jay, do you think Ishii had any philosophy at all? Because I don't. He didn't have like a extremely relatable like epitome philosophy like Madara. His philosophy was simply just to get more powerful. That's what his was. Like that's the Atsuki philosophy, gain power. So.
What I do know bare minimum though is Omni-Man is planetary. I'm just saying that. That motherfucker is already planetary. He's ridiculous.
I heard convincing arguments that Three Finger Sukuna bullies the disaster curses now. That's aura. 3 fingers?
3.
I don't know about 3.
Yeah, like because wasn't the Volcano Man like stronger than like 6 or 7 fingers? Like it was like stated or something.
He did okay against 9. I don't think 3 would fucking beat would be enough to beat somebody.
That's a little, you know.
I think 9 plus he's fucking slaughters all for sure. Even with just half the fingers, he would slaughter all of those fuckers.
Yeah.
But yeah. How do you think Sarada's going to catch up to this cracked board? So I hope Kushimo doesn't develop clogging.
100 heals. That's the only way I see it.
100 heals, and yeah, like she's probably going to have like some. She's going to have some combination of like 100 heals and like EMS or some shit like that.
It either like, and it depends because Kishimoto's trying to go a different route for her too. Like he's not trying to make it as predictable as it was, you know, in Naruto. Like for like the way I don't know how it happened. But from what I've heard, like, kind of in the background is how she awakened her Mangekyo was completely different how it normally happens in Naruto. So, like, it's, like, they're probably going to continue to develop her in a unique way to awaken her power openings. But the problem is, this is the problem. Sadara is still a side character. She's not Sasuke. The people confuse that. She's not, it's not like Sasuke and Naruto dynamic. That's Kawaki and Boruto. So Sadara is a side character. She's still on the sidelines. So sure, she might be the 3rd strongest, but I highly, highly doubt she's going to really be up there with Boruto. It's going to be like Sakura to Sasuke and Naruto all over again, basically, you know? So
yeah, exactly. I do think Baramo Naruto can take Boruto. Probably. I don't see enough to consider any of these guys above Ishiki. Jigen, yes, but Ishiki, no. So yeah, he probably will win. That might change quickly though, because they might just show even better scaling for these guys, and then even that Naruto would lose. But right now, yeah, I'd probably say Naruto could probably beat him.
Yeah. My question is, do we even know what her MS abilities is yet? Like the fuck?
Yeah, really, we haven't seen shit. Like,
bro,
currently right now, all she's been doing is talking to Shikamaru and Kawaki, like about helping Boruto. Like she really hasn't fought any. She fought a Tento clone, but they're fodder. They're not that powerful. But yeah, we
imagine
she has
like it's some weird ass name where she can shoot like a fucking like black flames, but if the flames touch you, it like Tsukiyomis you or some bullshit. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure in chapters to come, Kishimoto's probably gonna explore that and like reveal that to us, like what she can do.
That's gonna be cool to even think. Like it's either like she has a cracked like genjutsu, like a hacks genjutsu, or she's gonna have like a Mataratsu hacks type thing where it's not just AP but it's something else. Like, I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. I'm very, very curious to see what he does.
Yeah, exactly. Now, there's a full argument that he was compared by cursed energy, not actual power and jujitsu, and that Toji was bullying them consistently compared to Three Finger Sukuna. I'd have to reread it because I don't remember it being compared to Three Finger Sukuna. That's a little low. But again, I've only been reading for enjoyment.
That's just weird because, like, once again, that fodder-ass Volcano dude that tried to flex on Gojo and got his ass whooped. The guy asked the other strong guy that was stronger than him, he's like, if I were to fight Gojo, like how many like fingers of power do you think I am? And he's like, low ball like this, high ball this. You know, he's like, okay, and then there you go. So it's like
yeah. So yeah, I'd have to reread that, but 3 just sounds too low to me right now. Is there a source for that claim that Sarada's Mangekyo Awakening was significantly different than the other Uchihas? I haven't seen anything for that. Yeah, her Rengekyo Sharingan hasn't really been explored yet. Jay, which is a better transformation, Black Frieza or Gohan Beast? Personally, I like Black Frieza more. The design, I mean, at least. I like it more, in my opinion. But yeah.
I'm a Gohan tard, bro. I don't like Frieza.
Yeah. Gohan looks dope too, though. I like his. I
love his beast form. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like similar to Master Ultra Instinct a little bit as far as design. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Who's the closest to Ishiki currently, not counting Baron? Well, Naruto, of course. Probably Boruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Boruto.
Yeah, we don't know if he has surpassed yet, but but you could definitely argue like he's approaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, Damon is probably stronger than Ishiki. I'm not gonna lie. He's that
Oh yeah,
fucking
he
strong.
is. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he just reflects intention. Like he's fucking insane. Ida,
And she has like
yeah,
planetary Kodo Matsukami, from what I've heard.
literally fucking planetary Kodo. Like, I mean, besides that, we haven't seen anything else she's capable of. Like, she hasn't have actually engaged in combat yet, at least to my knowledge. So.
Yeah.
Nah, Joga has 7 to 8 fingers and cursed energy, not actual refinement, which is important. I see what you're saying. Refinement is important, but cursed energy usually is a good indication of the caliber of opponent. Is it the only factor? No, but typically the ones with the most cursed energy are the most capable, like Yuta, Gojo, Sukuna, guys like that.
Yeah.
It's not the only factor. Obviously, refinement and respective curse techniques matter too.
So
But
I'm assuming JJK operates in a similar way with Naruto, where like it doesn't matter if you have the most chakra. If your chakra controls
yeah, yeah.
shit, you're pathetic. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the only factor.
Yeah.
Like Kisame has the most chakra in the Akatsuki, yet he gets slammed by
Yeah.
Itachi. So kind of like that. So it's not the only thing. I see what you're saying, but yeah, I, I'd have to reread it because right now I don't think Three Fingers fucking beats Jogo. So rank the Buu Saga, Namek, Saiyan Saga, and Android Saga. Number one for
Sheesh.
me. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's
Number one for
tough.
me, personally, probably. It's tough.
It's
If I
really
had to choose
hard,
number
bro.
one. At the bottom, I already know. At the bottom, I'd probably have
Because
the
it
Saiyan
depends what
Saga.
category. You know what I mean? Like that's where these
Yeah,
questions where it makes it so hard. It's like, well, in what aspect? You know what I mean? But if
I
we
think
had
the
to say
Saiyan
like
Saga would be last.
overall, like,
Yeah, let's say it's the Saiyan Saga would be last to
yeah,
me. I
that
think the
would.
other three
I
are
agree.
better.
Yeah.
But amongst those three, probably honestly probably the Cell Saga. Nah, I mean the Boo one's really good too though.
It's
Fuck.
the cell was good though. Like if we're going
Yeah,
off like impact, off like character and story written design and all that, because I feel like the Boo Saga was more just action, like nothing but
yeah, it
action
was
filled
more
shit.
action.
You know what I mean? Like
Narratively, yeah, narratively probably Cell Saga is number one.
yeah, and then
Like
action, I
action
would
wise,
say
Boo.
Boo. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after those two would be the Namek, and then it'd be the
Because
Saiyan.
wasn't
Yeah.
even the goaded fight with like the Majin Vegeta against Goku too with
Yeah, it had
so
that moment. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it was a really good moment. I need to learn to get past my L's. Yeah, but that takes time, especially when you're young. It's hard to bite
It
bullets
just takes
sometimes.
time and growth, dude. You're gonna learn and you're gonna go through the punches. You're gonna go through the experiences, the ups and downs, and that's how you grow, bro. Like it doesn't matter
Yeah,
what
your
me and
mind
Jay
starts to.
say. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to go through it to understand it. So
Yeah, you to really deal with loss, you have to experience loss first to know how to navigate through it. So, how does Kawaki do right now against Ishiki if they were to fight? He'd probably lose. I think, in my opinion, he'd still lose to. He couldn't. He didn't do well. I mean, it was only one exchange of like battle. It wasn't even an exchange. He tried to blitz code or like take him out while he was injured, and he still failed to do it. So I'd probably still say Ishiki beats him. Who is the MVP of the Buu Saga for real? No bias. The MVP of the Buu Saga, Goku, probably. Still could have been Gohan, but he got too arrogant. So I feel like the Dragon Ball is held back by the fact that death isn't really meaningful. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, death is very oversaturated in Dragon Ball. I agree, and obviously they have like the Dragon Balls, and they have the ability to come back as like angels and shit like that. So not angels, rather like when they have like the little fucking angel thing over their head and shit like that. So I get what you're saying. That is a good point. It does kind of diminish the significance of death. That is true. Like Goku's death in the Cell arc, for example. He's back again. Like that shit doesn't mean as much anymore. Stuff like that. So Frieza's death comes back again. Um, I see what you're saying. Worst part is that I was really confident. Also, it is actual aura in Sukuna case. Mahito, after getting bitched by Sukuna in his first fight with UG states, and curse energy, Mahito has more, but Sukuna souls on another level. Yeah, it's a multivariate equation. I do agree with that. JJK is a multivariate equation as far as scaling. So You could also argue though that Mahito only had more cursed energy because Sukuna didn't have many fingers consumed at that point. Could argue that. My points during that debate weren't even bad. Yeah, practice makes perfect, man. Or not perfect, but practice makes excellence, I guess. Who's MVP in the Saiyan Saga? Like, if there weren't there, it would not work. Saiyan Saga? Goku. I mean, I know it's a cliche answer, but yeah, Goku still. Goku's basically MVP in almost every arc. Tournament of Power, Boo, Namek, Saiyan Saga. Uh,
Vegeta had like his most peak like when he had the Majin mark.
Majin,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that's when he
Uh,
put Goku in his place.
yeah, literally, that's probably like his peak.
Yeah.
And I would say in Dragon Ball Super with Ultra Ego, like him, like kind of catching up to Goku a little bit. That's kind of peak too. Like those moments were
Now
his
to
peak,
be
but most of
fair,
the time
Goku
it's
hold
Goku.
back because he didn't use Super Saiyan 3, and even Vegeta called that out.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, you want to be a bitch about it? Bet I'm just gonna beat your ass in these forms. And
yeah. The only time where he's not the MVP is probably the Cell arc because Gohan technically beat Cell, not Goku.
yeah,
So yeah. Besides that, he usually is the MVP.
yeah, Goku had to fucking do the sacrifice card instead, and for nothing.
Yeah. Jay, what's your opinion on Frieza's character in the Namek Saga? Very intimidating figure.
Incredible,
Both
sinister,
yeah,
evil, and
sinister.
it's a perfect like dynamic of like of true evil and then true like triumph with Goku. You know?
Yeah, he was like very antithetical to Goku, which was the point. You know, they had conflicting interests, and the conflict they had made sense. You know, the fact that he was Saiyan, the fact that Frieza exterminated his race and stuff like that was very well done. I think he's a very one of the best villains, obviously, in Dragon Ball, arguably the best.
Fight was
So
incredible too.
yeah, the fight was incredible.
It
You
was
got
it
Super
wasn't
Saiyan
it,
because
like
of it.
it wasn't like a like a typical like oh the main protagonist gets super angry and a power up right and then now he just slammed like it wasn't even like that like Goku did slam for the most part but there was at least relativity and it was just so good.
Yeah. Death in One Piece is worse than I like One Piece. Yeah, nature got One Piece. I know it's fucking long, so it makes sense why death might not matter because it's so fucking long. I should probably just stay away from this Reddit. Reddit's a strange place. Vegeta's low-key a fraud. The man gets smoked in every arc. Low-key, man. You get a point.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is, man.
He's a
You know what
code.
I'm saying? So, yeah, he's like Robin to Goku's Batman.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. So, it's kind of disappointing because I like Vegeta more than Goku actually, but it is
A
what it
lot
is.
of people actually like fuck with that too, with that vibe. They
Yeah,
actually like
he's
Vegeta
more
more.
relatable to me
Yeah.
because Goku's like the ideal Captain America figure. Vegeta's more like Iron Man. Like he's more human. Like he has more
Goku's a
emotion.
goofball, bro. He's a clown.
Yeah, he's a goofball. It's a clown. Like Vegeta has more substance as a character, in my opinion. Yeah. I wonder which version of Jigen they were referring to when they said Code was stronger than Jigen. Karma 1 or Jigen with his horn. Probably Jigen with his horn. Because I'm sure Amato has seen all versions of, he's aware of, like, all the versions of each key. So, who's more willing to kill? Minato killing Naruto or Itachi killing Sasuke? That's a good question. They're both cutthroat. Honestly, probably Minato.
Yeah.
I think Minato would be more
Minato's
willing.
always
Itachi,
bloodlusted. Yep.
yeah, like Itachi's decision to spare the Konoha. A big reason for that decision was Sasuke. Obviously, it was to negate high numbers of casualties, but Sasuke himself was a deterrent too. So I
Itachi
think
just wouldn't be able to
Minato.
do it. He would literally, it would be
Yeah,
impossible, literally.
yeah. Minato was more willing. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Minato is the guy that he'll do whatever it fucking takes. He don't play. Even if
Yeah,
even
he
if
don't
it
play.
would mentally scar him for the rest of his life, and it wouldn't mentally nerf him too. Let's be honest, but compared to who would actually be willing, definitely Minato. Definitely.
Yeah, I think Vegeta carried the Saiyan Saga. When I say MVP, I don't mean who wins all the fights, but who carried the arc. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, Vegeta's fight against Kaioken Goku
yeah,
is fucking lit.
that shit's fire. Yeah, I would say the Saiyan Saga. Vegeta did kind of carry that saga. He was a good villain in the Saiyan saga.
Yeah.
Namek arc. I mean, Goku did a lot in that arc. I'd still say he probably carried in that arc, the Namek arc. Cell arc. Uh, that's a tough one. There's so many good moments for all these guys in that arc. The Buu arc, honestly, I'd say Vegeta carried as far as impact. Um, yeah. Oh, $2 from Kedrick. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the $2.
Yeah, my
Down the
watch
screen
list
real
order, bro,
quick.
right now is finishing up
Yeah.
Boruto, Attack on Titan, Then I'm watching
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, like not Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Z from beginning to end. And then I'm not watching Super. I already seen that, and it was good, but not like to the same level of Dragon Ball Z. But I
Yeah,
just
no,
want to
it is
watch
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
Z again, just to get like a recap and refresh memory.
Yeah.
And then I'm going into Death Note, and then just further on from there. But that's my goal.
Yeah. $2 from Kedrick again. Appreciate it, brother. What's the worst rapper you've ever seen?
Uh,
That's a good question, man. I've seen
Actually,
some
out of
dog shit
all,
ass
that
rappers.
one fucking clown that had the balls and audacity to diss Eminem, what was his name?
Oh, fucking MGK.
No. He's all right. He's like mid or whatever.
Oh, I know you're talking about fucking Nick Cannon.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
fucking clown is
He's fucking
horrible.
dog shit. Yeah, he's fucking dog shit. His shit was absolute fucking ass. I think another one that was dog shit
Like
was
he's a
Blueface's
comedian
shit.
rapper. He's not a fucking like, and he actually
Yeah,
thinks he was about it in like a lyric. Like,
yeah. Honestly, the worst shit I've ever seen was Blueface's baby mama. He like allowed her to like produce a song. It was the most
it
dog
was
shit shit I've
worse
ever heard.
than that dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was shit was so ass. I thought it was a skit. It was that bad. I was like, what the fuck is
Damn.
this bullshit? Like, Six is the one that reposted it. He's like, this shit is ass. I was like, bro, this shit is fucking ass. This is fucking trash. What the fuck is this?
What
This is
about what
this
about
makes
out of all the wannabe like mumble rappers or the ones trying to copy
oh
Drake and Lil
god.
Wayne and yada yada? Like what about out of
I
those
think
clowns?
fuck who's really ass? Fucking
Wasn't
trying to
it?
think of like who's kind of popular but
I could be
ass.
capping.
Fucking
I
Six.
haven't been kept up with, but wasn't it like what Little Baby or
Yeah.
something? I don't know. I don't know.
Fucking that one guy that was popular for a while, 6ix9ine. His shit's
Oh, he
ass.
was
He just had
bad.
like yeah, he
Yeah.
just had like a one catchy song or two. He's fucking ass. Blueface is ass. He has like one catchy song.
Oh my
Probably Bleed It is like
god.
his only good song. He's dog shit.
They're so bad, dude.
Yeah, so ass. Those are like the worst I can think
Like
of.
it makes you contemplate life to the point where it's like, damn, like I guess like if I just did that, I would have been rich. Like, yeah, I never knew. I guess being that ass, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he's literally dog shit. Fucking yeah. Oh, Iggy Azalea's ass. Iggy Azalea, her shit is so ass. Do you hear a rap? It's like she's fucking like literally mumbling. Like, what the fuck are you saying? You're fucking dog shit.
A lot of people make
She's
fun
really
of
bad too.
Will Smith's daughter for singing.
Oh god. Yeah, fucking yeah. So fucking Blueface, his baby mama, 6ix9ine, fucking Iggy Azalea, people like that. They're fucking dog shit. Really, really bad rappers. Probably the worst I've heard. The Blueface baby mama song, dude, that shit was the worst shit I've ever heard. It was terrible. I couldn't believe it. Then Six again. Me and Six like even like we tweeted back and forth. We're like, dude, this shit is fucking ass. It's terrible. So, Vegeta is that guy who think. Let me read that. Who thinks of coming back in the shower, surpassing his enemies an arc later than needed. Yeah. Like for example, I think Frieza's the MVP of the Namek saga. Yeah, he was very pivotal. If y'all think death fake outs in Naruto are bad, you haven't seen shit until you read One Piece. Yeah, man. It's just so long. I'm sure people die. When shows are that long, usually someone dies. Who is the relative top 5 coolest characters in Naruto? Top 5 coolest? Minato, Itachi, um, Kakashi.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably like going back to that One Piece thing, and then I'll say the Naruto thing. I'm probably not watching One Piece until like dead last, bro. Like I'm probably gonna watch
Yeah,
all
shit
the
is so
goated
fucking
shit that's
long.
out right now and just go through it like as an enjoyment personal level, and then I'll worry about like picking and choosing of what to scale next. But like One Piece, I'm probably just gonna do that last, bro, because like it's in all categories. I don't. It to me it looks really goofy, and then like just how it's constructed, and then how long it is. Like, if anything, I feel like I'm gonna be doing a chore more than actually watching something, and that's
Yeah,
what you
because
know.
it's so damn long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, top 5 coolest: Itachi, Minato, Kakashi. Honestly, Madara.
But I could be
Probably
wrong.
like
I'll admit that though. I could be wrong. Who knows? For all I know, I might actually enjoy one, but whatever, you know. So it is what it is. But
yeah, exactly. And then probably Naruto. That'd probably be like the coolest.
like I do know One
Who
Piece was like one of the main MC. I mean, like he's up there with like Dragon Ball, like Goku, Naruto, you name it, and Bleach.
Yeah,
Like,
large fan base. Like,
Like
yeah.
you know, yeah, like whenever like fucking like the first 5 animes that are immediately brought upon or compared, it's always One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Bleach every time.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Who was more arrogant and overconfident, Zamazu or Momo? Uh, probably, probably Momo. They're both pretty arrogant though.
I will say this though,
Uh,
Jay. Who do you think is gonna like? Who do you think is gonna fall out though? Like out of those main ones that have always been the ones in comparison or talked about the most, or even in games, like who do you think? Because I think JJK is gonna take one of those roles. And who do you think it'll be?
Probably, honestly, probably One Piece.
One Piece? You think One
I
Piece
think
will
that
fall
one,
out from
yeah,
JJK?
yeah, probably, yeah. If
And
out
do
of
you
the
think
big
Boruto
three,
will kick the others out potentially or no?
in time, yeah,
In
probably.
time?
It's the hardest one to probably take down. Would probably be Dragon Ball. That
That's
shit's
what
been
I'm
around for a fucking
saying. Yeah,
decade.
like it's like
Yeah,
because I feel like
and it's still
Boruto
going.
has like the potential to take it down like momentarily, but not in history. You know,
Yeah, like history,
so
legacy wise, it's gonna be really
I think
difficult. Like Dragon
JJK
Ball.
will definitely surpass one of them in history. And if I had to choose, probably
Yeah,
One
I do.
Piece.
JJK
But
has a potential.
yeah,
JJK definitely has a potential. I think One Piece would probably be the first one to get replaced out of
yeah,
the big three right now. Dragon Ball would be the last. It's gonna be really hard to fucking. That shit's like global, like
yeah.
fucking everywhere.
And another
So
underrated one is Hero Academia. That shit's pretty good too. But
that one's pretty. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good, like mostly positive reception for that too.
yeah,
Bleach is gonna fall out. One Piece ain't gonna fall out because it doesn't end. It's a good point. Yeah, I forgot about Bleach actually. That might because it's coming to an end soon with the anime. That might be replaced first. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah. Y'all won't know what a bad rapper is until you hear Mori Calliope. I don't know what that is, but yeah, sounds like a fucking ass rapper. Dragon Ball ain't ever getting taken down. Naruto and One Piece are also way too big and popular. If any of them get replaced, it's gonna be Bleach. Out of those four, yeah, I do agree. But I mean,
Okay.
between One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball, One Piece would go down first.
Yeah, like my problem, I just don't know anything about One Piece, so I can't really say like for like I don't know. I mean but at least from what I've also heard, like even like seeing on Twitter, etc. You name it, I do see like that there's way more Bleach fans than One Piece. At least from what I've seen, I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Between One
I
Piece
don't
and
know,
Bleach, I
bro.
probably would say, yeah. I don't like. I know the fan base is huge for One
But
Piece. I know that.
that's like the fact that I can't even decide on that when I know Bleach way more than One Piece. Like that just goes to show like I know both of them are up there. I really just don't know which one's actually like I don't
Yeah,
like if we're being
exactly.
objective as possible, we're not having any bias or bullshit, right? Like which one statistically performed better and two was more popular to everyone. Like that's the main two questions, and I don't know. So
Yeah, exactly. One Piece is not. I just said that. Jay's wrong. The Aizen is my favorite character. No, he's a really good villain. Do you think most people would support the Infinite Tsukuyomi? I think they would disagree with the force, the forced execution of the Infinite
yeah,
Tsukuyomi. In modern Western civilization, free will is a very, very like valued aspect in human rights.
yeah.
So I think most people wouldn't agree to like the forced execution of it. They
Yeah.
might agree if it was like if it was optional. Maybe a lot of
Yeah,
people
if it
would,
was
but
like
if it's like
optional with how our world is nowadays, of how soft everyone is and sensitive, whatever, and blah blah, and just weird or like trying to take the easy route, I could
yeah,
definitely see the majority taking it if under that regard. But it depends on the perception of it and how it's brought upon. If it's just brought upon like, oh hey, this happens and you lose your free will, blah blah yada yada yada, and then like, but at least there's this stuff. It's gonna make everyone very conflicted, and at that point they probably won't fuck with it. But if it's along the regard like, hey, this is optional, but if you do this, you can do whatever you want in your life, then, bro, come on. Who wouldn't want to do that,
yeah, no. In modern Western civilization, you'll always be met with resentment if you try to
Yeah.
remove choice. If you remove choice in general, you're gonna have resentment and backlash for it.
Yeah.
In the United States, the UK,
I
anywhere
think
in
I
modern
think all
Western
the
civilization.
governments, yeah, and all the countries, they would obviously not put up with that at all. They would be like, fuck
Yeah,
that.
no. It would probably be kind of like kind of like Naruto. Like the
Yeah.
UN would go against that.
Like
They
the
wouldn't agree with
especially the
that.
political figures, they'd be like, hell no.
Yeah, so most people wouldn't agree, I'd say, if it's forced, I'd say.
Yeah.
But let's see. I think Naruto's too big to die. It's like 15 years old, and Boruto gets less attention than anything Naruto knew. For now. Yeah,
Hey, the
for
fact that
now.
people still debate Naruto to this day instead of Boruto.
Yeah,
Like,
it's been around longer, so you can't really compare. But yeah, I see what you're saying. It is more popular than Boruto right now. Definitely. Agreed. Jay, who had more hatred towards Aizen? Hitsugaya or Shinji? Probably Shinji, because he was literally like fucking used as a pawn to become a holification. I'd say Shinji.
hey, but I'll say this: when I do watch One Piece, so I'll keep it a buck, and I'll tell you guys what I liked more. Like I'll say from a biased perspective, and then I'll just say from an objective, or even it's like some subjective as well. I will keep it a buck. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat, and I'll be the first one. If One Piece does somehow surpass Bleach for me or whatever, I'll be the first one to admit it. So
Yeah, it's just so damn long.
the Bleach was
like,
good.
Time
Bleach was
for it.
really fucking
Bleach
good,
was fucking
though,
good.
man. So like I don't know, like it's
Bleach
like
was really good.
like Bleach was on a high pedestal for me. So it's like I really doubt One Piece will do it, but who knows? Maybe it would. I don't know. So
Yeah, exactly. People were cheering when someone made up a rumor that the reanimated Naruto episodes would be a reveal that all Boruto is a genjutsu by Madara. Uh, ain't ever replacing the OG. Yeah, man, it's just we have our nostalgia, and it is what it is.
I'll be honest, that's gonna piss me off if they do that though.
Yeah, I reckon anyone who gets Naruto training, winning a UFC title. I mean, martial arts isn't really explored in Naruto though. Like martial arts itself,
Yeah.
it's more about power. Like martial arts
You
is
know,
more like
martial arts is
Berserk
more
or
in like Dragon Balls,
Dragon Ball, Berserk, like those shows.
Baki,
Yeah, I don't think they'd win any martial arts titles. To be honest, like if it's like no powers, I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah.
What's up, people? What's going on,
Even
Nog?
Hero Academia, that's more to martial arts too. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
powers and abilities, but they're mainly scrapping and throwing hands.
yeah. What's going on, Nio? Thanks for coming in. If the first five Hokage were in JJK and had curse energy, what sort of sorcery would they be based on skill? That's a good question. Hashirama would have some sort of wood domain expansion. Fucking Toriyama would probably have like some water type thing. Hiruzen interesting. Hiruzen,
Probably his
it's hard to
pole,
kind of gauge.
like Enma,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it has some sort of like curse technique with a curse tool like Enma. Minato speed. His
yeah.
speed would be his thing with domain
If
expansion.
anything,
He'd have like
Minato might just be like so fast to the point where you're just frozen. It's like hit basically, where you can't even move and you just get killed.
yeah, he'd have some like time warping shit,
Yeah,
some like weird domain. And then Tsunade would be strength based.
yeah.
Uh, maybe he should be like Toji or some shit, like very good on hand to hand. Yeah. Let's
That'd be
see.
a
I'm
cool
surprised
fucking
that.
Naruto video to do, like how each Naruto character's domain could possibly be like. That'd be pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that there's not this community of Homelander stands on Twitter. Based
Huh.
off who Homelander is to me currently, I'm not surprised because he seems like an asshole. So,
The
um,
motherfucker's
one finger,
hilarious. Such an asshole, dude.
one finger Sukuna versus Jogo. Jogo. Now you've seen how they throw hands with people relative with them in Naruto, showing a bunch of different fighting techniques. They just don't explore it, and because of that, I can't assume that they're good at martial arts though. So I'm not gonna say they would win like UFC titles in this verse.
Like the only one that was
Power.
focused on martial arts for Naruto, like, cause me and Jay are gonna keep it a buck, was Lee and Guy and
Yeah, like
Neji. That's
the
it.
the ability to know martial arts is negated by power anyway. Like, they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to, like,
Power.
fucking
It was
Itachi.
mainly just
Like
power and jutsu that dictated.
like Madara, for example, doesn't even need to know it. He just fucking slams
No, yeah,
everybody.
he
He's
just
way
kills
over
people,
everybody.
bro. Like,
Or like Minato or guys like that. They don't need martial
yeah, they
arts.
don't need that.
Uh,
And then for one, they're genius anyway. So like they're obviously gonna be good at taijutsu regard. But no, like the only ones that were heavily focused on that shit was Lee and Neji and Guy. Like they were just nothing
yeah,
but martial arts, which made sense. They can't do ninja, whatever, right? But they were superhuman martial artists basically. And then Neji, he took the real life adaptation of what the Wing Chun. That's basically what his fighting style was, if you actually pay attention to it. And Naruto also does
yeah,
some techniques with that in Boruto too against Momoshiki. But either way, like that's once again that's why we're saying like it's really not martial arts, oriented.
yeah.
It's
In
really not.
UFC, you know what no one does in Naruto that they would do in UFC. You don't see any grappling in fucking Naruto. You don't
Yeah,
see
you don't
no
see no
fucking
grappling, you
wrestling.
don't see no blocking,
Uh,
boxing techniques, or like none of
uh,
it's just straight up like
like
they're just doing
Khabib,
hand to hand. They're doing military hand to hand combat. That's all they're doing.
like if they fought John, like John fought Naruto, equal stats, just combat, no powers, he would just fucking maul Naruto.
Oh yeah,
He'd maul
yeah.
him in the
Like
fucking
Goku
wrestling.
would fucking
So
maul too. Slam.
yeah, he'd get mauled. Like there's more martial arts there with Roshi and shit, but even then, like there's no grappling and fucking. I think the only animes that
Don't they
have
got
grappling
pressure
are fucking
points
just.
in Dragon Ball too? So
Yeah, I think Baki has grappling. I think I haven't
yeah.
seen Baki though, but
I gotta watch
Berserk.
Baki. I've actually never seen that. I heard it's goaded. So
Yeah. Let's see, what were your thoughts when Light Yagami tried to justify himself killing anyone in his way? It's very clear that his pride consumed him. That was very, 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 very technical.
Yeah.
Could KCM1 Naruto summon 100% Kotsuyu? Theoretically, I would say he has the chocolate levels for it. If it's like adult Naruto. Yep. Technically A grapple Sasuke. Yeah, he does like the Tiger's bomb or whatever, Liger bomb, whatever the shit he has. But they don't have like tons of techniques for wrestling and grappling and stuff like that. It's one attack. It's like a WWE move. Yeah. Jay, who else thinks that Madara was the best villain? I think most of the fandom thinks Madara was the best villain in Naruto. Yeah, the majority, I'd say. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? Any questions at all? Can be IRL. We do enjoy the IRL questions as well. You know, UFC combat. You know, there is some sort of scaling in real life combat. It's different, obviously. There's different ways to like create propositions for people when scaling a fighter. It's different. And there's parallels as well. Like you can measure AP and things like that for some fighters like Mike Tyson or you know. But it's interesting. It's interesting. So feel free to ask about that as well. Any questions at all? Appreciate all the donations, by the way, folks, so far. Very, very appreciated. Jay, what were your thoughts when Madara massacred the 4th Division, summoned a meteor? I was just impressed by his power. Most people were.
Yeah.
In a domain clash, I have any finger Sukuna barrelless domain over the disaster crush those domains. If Megumi's incomplete domain can cancel their sure hits out. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Wing Chun was a fighting style that was created by women to defend from superior physical stats of men, and that's why eye gouging, jugular grabbing, and teeth smashing, all that is involved.
Yeah, it's because it boils down to smaller body builds. The fighting style complicates that more. Which I'm just being honest, women are gradually more smaller than compared to men. So that's the main reason too. But yeah, no, that is true.
It's interesting. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, to have an advantage, technique is necessary. Like if you're fighting a larger person, they're gonna have probably an AP advantage, a strength advantage. You got to be able.
So you're gonna have to know how to grapple and hit like the critical points and joints, you name it, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes sense. I slightly hate myself for being a toxic debate goon. I think in our younger years, a lot of us were.
Yeah, everybody was, bro.
Do y'all regret the way you acted 5 years ago? I would say I do have regrets. I was more. I didn't have as much patience back then.
Like I don't really have regrets, but like at the same time, like was it really necessary? Should I have not done it? Things like that, whatever. I'm like, yeah, like it's stupid, but I don't really regret it. I didn't because I didn't do anything that was like fucking like a crime. You know what I mean? Like or absolutely horrendous. Like it was more just immaturity, and that's it. And stupid.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I would say. Maybe regret's not the right word. I don't regret it, but yeah, I was more immature and less patient and stuff back then. Obviously, I wasn't like as patient or just disciplined as I am today. So yeah, how many 12-year-olds can you beat in a fight all at once? Good question. So it depends on their character. If they're bloodlusted, they're gonna bite and shit. So there's not very many you can take before they start to tear you apart. If they're like regular 12-year-olds
and they can't fight either, like we could probably beat them a lot.
They don't. Yeah, if they're a regular 12-year-old, like the average 12-year-old size and intelligence, etc., I would probably
5 or 10,
say,
right?
Yeah, probably max. I think once you start getting like 8, 9, 10, you're gonna start struggling because they're gonna the very weight of that many will start to pin you down, and they'll just stomp you out.
Too,
yeah, so I'd say like 5, 6. Maybe 7.
Yeah, I can see that. I think 10's pushing it, but yeah.
Yeah, because then they'll blitz you and they'll hold you down. Like their weight, they're not even that they're stronger. They're just too much weight.
Like you're gonna have to be like really quick with your strikes and movement in order to even get through 10. Yeah.
Yeah, like the best shot you have is knocking each one
out.
Or
grappling. Grappling would go a long way. That would, because if they have no knowledge or nothing, even sure those are factors too. But if you know how to grapple and technique, like that's gonna give them a run for their money, though.
Yeah, I would say like 6 or 7. I think once you get to like 10, and they're just gonna fucking all of them will grab your arms.
Gangbang,
yeah, and then they're gonna stop stomping on you, stomping your face, stomping your fucking body. Yeah, it starts to become very. Sometimes they might even bite if you
Imagine
get
Jay does a
desperate.
video like, how many 12-year-olds would it take to beat John Jones?
John would probably kill like a good 20. He'd be hard to kill. Uh,
Yeah.
because he would knock them out, throw them around. Yeah, it'd be
I'd say
crazy.
probably more than 20 if I'm being honest, but
Yeah, like a fucking classroom of them. He'd fucking
because
probably
he
kill
has
all of them.
crazy striking power too, like, and
Yeah,
especially
he'll
when they're
not.
not
You guys
used to
want,
it.
especially against kids. Like
Now
yeah, that'd
if
be
they
fucking
have
great.
like martial arts discipline as well, then that's a different story. Like at that
It'd
point,
probably be yeah.
probably like what,
Because they'll
2
go
or
for if
3?
if they know how to grapple, they're gonna go for your joints and shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna break shit, and then you're fucked. So they have like jujitsu experience at 12,
Yeah, that's
then
a
you're probably not handling.
whole game changer if they have martial art
Yeah, probably no
knowledge.
more than 5 at that point. Probably no more than 5, because they'd go for your neck, your
Yep.
joints, your ankles. They'd go for all that shit. So
Now,
yeah,
to be fair, mind you, like it's coming from a guy. I don't know about Jay's experience. But I'm pretty sure he went through similar stuff. Like from my whole experience, like just seeing like young kids around that age or even teen, like for the majority of them are actually pretty fucking ass at fighting.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
pretty fucking bad. So I'm just saying, like, but then again, that's like the bad and fodder people that are just trying to do it, but they
yeah. Like
can't, right? But if
like
we're
the
talking about
average
like the
12-year-old,
talented
like
motherfuckers, which those did exist, like the
yeah,
geniuses,
they did.
right,
Yeah.
of in the real world, like the Naruto, right? That's a different story. Like, yeah, that's
Like like the average 12-year-old doesn't weigh much, can't hit very hard,
yeah.
doesn't know how to fight. Uh, Especially with today's statistics, they're out of shape and
Like you,
shit.
you
Like
watch them
yeah,
like punch a bag and they're like fucking doing a baby ass soft ass play. It's like, bitch, like what the
yeah.
fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, yeah. At that age, you really don't have power yet, so you're not like very dangerous at that point. If
yeah.
you're fucking fighting a grown man, you're gonna get fucked up. So unless you're a fucking prodigy
Yeah,
like
if you're
Mike
like a
Tyson or some
prodigy,
shit.
then yeah, no, you're gonna be yeah, even at a young
Yeah,
age, you're gonna be no joke.
yeah, exactly. Wing Chun even have like grappling pubic areas. What the fuck? Crushing joints. It's so lethal. It is very good. I heard you can shank veins. It's banned by the UFC. Yeah, because that's like dirty
Yeah,
to most
it's dirty
fighters,
fighting. Yeah.
like modern fighters.
Yeah,
That's like
there's certain
survival
hand-to-hand
tactic.
military combat techniques that are not allowed. There's certain elbow strikes that are not allowed.
That's like not even combat. That's like survival tactics.
Yeah,
Like you're trying not to die.
yeah.
Same
UFC
difference.
doesn't want you to kill the guy; they just want you to beat the guy.
Yeah, like you can beat his ass, but if you're fucking biting his fucking arteries and shit, that's something else. So, I remember Seth tweet where he pointed out how Naruto and Sasuke's taijutsu fighting styles are a mix of multiple martial arts. So I'm sure they are, but again, it's not like an emphasized thing in Naruto.
Yeah.
Who is the Kage longer, Onoki or Hiruzen? I think Onoki got fucking old. Onoki. Onoki was Kage for longer. He died like fucking old as shit. He died in Boruto.
Like I'm just being honest with you. Like the majority of the Naruto characters, they were all mainly trained not really to be goated martial artists, but just to go straight for the kill. Whether if it was ninjutsu, a kunai, a paper bomb, or just strategy. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't based upon fucking martial arts. Like it was only like the
Yeah.
goats that really shined in like those aspects, but not to like a like extreme emphasis, like Jay said. But you could tell they were about it, like Kakashi, Sasuke, Naruto, etc. Or specialists, like Neji and Rock Lee. So like,
Yeah.
no matter what, it's just that wasn't for Naruto. That wasn't the focus. So
Yeah, exactly. Onoki was a Kage for longer than Hiruzen. Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
if anything, it was fucking
Jamie.
bloodlines and fucking Sharingan and all that shit.
Yeah, they don't really care about that shit. Yeah.
Summonings,
Uh,
animals, sage mode, curse marks.
yeah. What's more corruptive, the legislative or judiciary parts of government? If I'm taking the U.S. government, I'd probably say
Yeah.
legislative. There's more money involved, lobbyists, etc. Judiciary positions, of course, is corruption, but there's not as much incentive. The main incentive is like power play, right? Like you have the power to turn down certain propositions or enact upon them. Legislation, there's more money, lobbyists, competing. There's more conflictory interests that involve selfish reasons, while conversely, judiciary is mostly more political and less monetarily based. So I'd probably say legislative is more corrupted. So probably say the legislative, at least in the U.S. government, which I'm more aware of than like other forms where there's the 3 branches government. The executive, legislative, and judiciary. So legislative has lobbyists and things like that. So especially during elections. You know, they could influence policy and all kinds of things. Money talks. So, what would have happened if Minato didn't stop Naruto during the Nine Tails transformation in Shibaku Tensei? I think he would have fully emerged. The Nine Tails would have fully emerged, and it would have been a catastrophe. That would have been a catastrophe. Naruto probably would have died. Anoki's character writing is kind of underrated, to be honest. Gaara asking him when he gave up on himself and that paying off by having him join the war 100 chapters later is good. Yeah, Anoki's well written. I agree. He is well written.
He had so much growth too. So much growth.
Yeah, he had a lot of even as an old man, he was growing. Like he was very very stuck in his ways prior to the Kage Summit, but the war changed him. Like he was still evolving even as an old man.
Yeah, he was like very stubborn and arrogant and always thinking the worst of the worst with the Shinobi world and and rightfully so, obviously. And I mean, like for many, I don't blame the guy, but he was a very, very negative Nancy. Let's put it that way. And then his will, right? Like for instance, like Konoha has the will of fire. For him, like his will of rock or whatever the fuck it's called, he struggled with that shit too. And he got way better throughout, you know. So
yeah, even Madara acknowledges like your resolve is impressive and stuff. So he's evolved even as an old man. So imagine having shadow clones and having 13 jobs at once while your real body can do whatever it wants.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. That would be very useful in the real world. Have you guys ever watched The Burial? It has Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones. I think I've heard of it. I've never seen it though. I've heard of it, yeah. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? Any questions at all? You know, even political ones we'll answer. You know, we've had some very political pods. You know.
Yeah.
Look, I'm surprised I didn't get fucking yellow flagged because of the controversy. Maybe when we get bigger, YouTube's gonna be like,
like I want to be honest with you, like it may like cause that's the problem with fucking YouTube. They like to pick and choose or be really weird to where like, let's say like out of nowhere, like you have like hundreds, thousands of subs or even like millions at a certain point, right? And then like they'll pull a video from like 5 or 10 years ago and be like, oh, you said ants are ugly, so shame on you. Strike. Like they'll be doing some weird out the fucking whip shit, bro.
Hopefully, the more we grow, we don't get to that point where we're fucking getting yellow flag for talking about politics or some shit. Yeah. But we enjoy it though. We like to keep it versatile in the pod. So, Jay, whose ideology was better for peace? Sasuke's revolution or Nagato's peace through pain?
Definitely Sasuke. Nagato was fucked.
Nagato's was more brutal. They're both not peaceful. Yeah, but Sasuke was the better.
But Sasuke was at least only like he was basically willing to cut down what was the problems, like the main source of the issues. Like he was just gonna be like, nope, you don't have any free will, no say nothing, you're just dead. Because that shit was fucked up. But that's a lot better than slaughter like insane genocide. You know what I mean? Like because Sasuke just wanted to get rid of the Kage and the Tailed Beast, and then from that point run a dictatorship to where if nobody didn't listen to him, then he would kill you. But if you at least listened to him, then he wouldn't kill you, you know? So
yeah, I think Sasuke was a lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
And Pain was more of like not just a totalitarian, but he was like willing to exterminate, like just allow for extermination for peace.
He was gonna make Hitler look like a fucking baby, basically.
Yeah. So he was more malevolent, not malevolent, but more twisted in his goal, I'd say.
Now, to be fair, Nagato is way more moral than Hitler, though, too. Like, I'm putting that out there, too.
Obviously,
like, Hitler just did that shit because of retarded, materialistic nonsense. Nagato at least wanted to get some form of peace. You know, he did have somewhat of a good initiative, you know?
Yeah. Who do you reckon is bigger, Messi or Taylor Swift internationally? I think Messi because most worlds don't care about Western pop culture. So, yeah, I agree. I think Messi is bigger. Soccer is global. It's a global phenomenon as far as the sport. Taylor Swift is huge, especially in the West, like you said. I agree, but Messi is a global superstar. If you look at his numbers on social media, he has hundreds of fucking millions of people that follow him. That's like, even social media numbers, like they illustrate who's bigger.
Why do you think there's more people? There's more athletes than fucking singers too. Like,
and don't get me wrong, Taylor Swift is big. But Messi's global, just like Ronaldo. These guys are like global fucking phenomenons.
That bitch is big. So, like, she's bigger than Swag.
Yeah. So he's bigger. I'd say Messi's bigger.
Sports will always be bigger, bro. You have to be like one of the big all-time like rare exception goats to be like surpassing certain athletes. For the most part, they're always better.
Yeah, especially the soccer stars. Those guys are gigantic. Or even boxing stars like Ali, guys like that. Yeah. Did you guys see that Pro got demonetized? Really? I didn't know that.
Wait, who?
Pro got demonetized, I guess.
I
I'm not surprised.
saw that
Not
coming from a
surprised.
mile away. It's only a matter of time, bro. Like, the world is very sensitive, and even if she may have some, form of logic, whatever reasoning behind her context, at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck. If they get butthurt, they're gonna get rid of you. So
Yeah, exactly.
everything's about feelings nowadays. It's not about the facts. It's not about reality. It's not about any of that. You're just not allowed to fucking talk at all, basically. You know what I mean? Like, you could, but basically, it's a crime to explain why the sky is blue, and I don't give a fuck if you think it's pink. It's sad.
Yeah, it's clearly not freedom of speech, obviously. Let's see. Really weird question, but do you think shadow clones can orgasm?
Yeah. Yeah, they feel everything
Probably.
the same. Yeah, like physical, you name it. Yeah, so.
They can take damage and not disappear.
That's a random, weird-ass question, bro.
I'm assuming so. Like, if your organs are, well, I mean, they're not like tangible, like the actual user, but they have a replication of it, so I'm sure they can.
Like, to be fair, we did see Naruto in the anime where all his shadow clones are trying to take a shit, but
yeah. Let's see. Sukuna versus Miriam. I'm not familiar with that verse. I know who that is, but I can't scale him. So. Messi's a far bigger than Taylor Swift. Yeah, he is. He's global.
I feel like that's just common sense.
I don't think there's many people on the planet.
Like, you can't compare a certain segment of an area of the U.S. compared to the entire world.
Yeah, he's like those soccer stars are global. Yeah. Yeah, folks. Any questions you may have? How pessimistic was Madara compared to Obito?
He wasn't really pessimistic, but he was just real about it. Like, he basically just said, "There's winners, there's losers, there's light, there's darkness." You know, blah blah, like yada yada. Like, he wasn't really like a negative Nancy. It's just based upon all the trauma, all the loss, and just seeing how unfair the world is. That he basically just saw as like, completely useless to partake in. You know what I mean? Like, and he wanted it to be fair and for everyone to win, basically, for everyone to have love and this and popularity, yada yada yada, etc. So
yeah. If Naruto transformed into a girl and got pregnant and transformed back into himself, what would happen to the baby? I'm assuming it'd be extinct. It would
aborted?
Be dissipated, just like the clan. Yeah, basically like an abortion. I'm assuming. I think U.S. football would do a lot better internationally if it didn't have so many ads. You mean like advertisements? I mean, I think the U.S. Football sport is just it's centralized here. So soccer has been a practice that's been distributed amongst the world. I think it'd do well, but
football is definitely way more popular, though. I don't give a fuck. Way more popular.
Yeah. Way more, yeah.
Like if you do a poll, everyone would be way more willing to watch football than comparison to soccer. I'm sorry,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Globally, it wouldn't be close.
Yeah.
They'll get buried. How justified was Sasuke and his plans? Justified? I don't think he was justified at all. Destiny's biggest issue might be how much of a coomer he is, bro. Had a stalker who tried to ruin his life, and he still went back to sexting her only if he... Destiny is not the epitome of masculinity. I'll say that. He's cool, but I wouldn't consider him a mentor or anything. So I guess I'm a fan, though. I'm being fair. I don't have to agree with everything everyone says to be a fan of them. So
yeah.
Destiny's cool. He's intelligent, good debater. So
I wouldn't say it's everything and he's a god, but he's good.
Yeah, I've seen him beaten in debates. Myron's beaten him in a debate. A couple guys have beaten him.
Yeah,
but he's intelligent though. Yeah. He does just like most guys. He has his flaws. I think we all do.
Yep.
Jay, how much do you think Madara was justified? I mean, the moral dilemma is still being discussed. Madara's ideology.
Jay has a video. If you really want to understand, watch that video. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a video that I kind of gave arguments for both sides.
Yep.
So, but yeah, folks, any questions at all? Any questions at all? Let's see. Let's see what questions are up here. Well, you guys asked. Feel free to ask anything, by the way. You know, as you can tell, we answer a little bit of everything on here. So,
yeah.
Appreciate all the donations, by the way. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. I haven't reminded the people in a minute. Make sure to hit the like button. Just up in the algorithm for it results in better future streams. Nah, football, European is the most watched sport ever, but unlike U.S. football, that you can switch teams, you got to be loyal to a club to truly appreciate football. There seems to be more loyalty in that sport in comparison to U.S. football.
Oh, yeah.
U.S. football is more like transactional with its players. Do you think Minato ever tried to kill A and B in their encounters? No.
No.
I don't think he tried to kill them. I think he respected them and was kind of testing
He says
them
it verbatim. He's like, you're my enemy, but I like you and I don't want to kill you. Like,
yeah, he wasn't like bloodlusted there. He
literally hesitates. Like, it's like an out of
anime.
character moment to where Minato's always bloodlusted and just going for the kill and one-shotting motherfuckers, which is why he had to run on site order. He sees these two individuals. He's annoyed with Raikage. He's basically annoyed with him. And he's like, I'm going to kill this fucking bonehead. But then when he sees Killer Bee, the fact that he could control the Eight Tails, and then in the fact that Killer Bee's genius talent was able to predict where he was going to teleport, he was like, you know what? I like you. You're that guy. You know what I mean? Like, he was fucking with them, So...
his demeanor itself implies he wasn't trying to exterminate him. Now, if you compare his demeanor to the Obito exchange, he was much more cutthroat there.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he wanted them dead, they would have been dead. And then, they had, several, exchanges throughout history. We don't know all the details with that. But basically, for the most part, Minato was just either put them in their place, but just not kill. Like, he just liked them. It was just, which is rare. Minato acknowledges and likes basically shinobi that are very, very gifted, or shinobi that he thinks will make a difference in the world in a positive light. And if he thinks that, then he's not gonna remove the variable unless he's forced to, So
yeah, Destiny's also a horrible judge of character. The amount of people he's tried to befriend that turned out to be Destiny. He gets too emotional sometimes, even in not just debates, but just in decision making. He's like he gets emotional.
I haven't watched it, but there's a link I sent you, Jay. He debated Kent.
Oh yeah, the guy's a retard, so I'm not surprised. But yeah, he gets emotional and he clouds his judgment a lot of the time. Destiny.
Doesn't he do that with like woman stances too and stuff? Like he gets very emotional or some shit.
Yeah, he does. When he tries to debate Myron, they're very emotionally charged, very highly appealing to emotion, fallacious arguments that he uses. Well, Myron uses statistics. He doesn't
he uses statistics or behavioral pattern logic. That's what he uses.
Yeah. He's much more logical.
Yeah.
Pain versus 5 Kage-sama Sasuke and Sage Mode Naruto. Full power Pain would still beat them probably. If it's fucking Pain arc Naruto, I mean. Loco scaling. Oh yeah, the guy's he's alright. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's a guy. You know what I mean? He does his thing. Respect, love, whatever, blah blah. But when it comes to the whole competence aspect and transparency, I don't know about all that one.
Yeah, the fucking video he made with the Toriyama shit. Yeah, it's a little sus. Sekitachi versus Sage Mode Naruto. Sekitachi. If it's Pain arc Naruto. If he's actually bloodlusted. 5 Kage-sama Sasuke versus Fatigue Pain. Pain.
Yeah.
What's going on, Yellow Flash? Thanks for the name, brother. Steven Loco, Zatobi Ramatard. Speaking of the A and B versus Minato fight, what do y'all think of the arguments that B already surpassed A in speed even back then due to reacting to Minato while A got blitzed? I would just deduce Minato wasn't going at full speed when he was trying to chop down the Raikage.
It's a dishonest take.
It doesn't substantiate that he surpassed him. In fact, it's contradicted by B when
Literally.
He sees Raikage go full speed. He's like, no one can keep up with him now. So now,
there's plenty of contradicting statements and feats, and if you analyze the entire context and atmosphere of that entire interaction and fight, it is blatantly clear Minato is over. Blatantly.
Yeah, it's very blatant.
So
What are we talking about? Are we talking about the Ken? No, we're talking about Kent Hovind. He's just some retard that
yeah.
debates that his bullshit ass theory that not even like actual Christians believe in. He's a retard. It's the reason that he's been debating the same shit for like 60
For
plus
like
years.
60 years or some shit.
And he's still a joke. So he only has like 3,000 subscribers on his like.
I'll give him credit. He's such a joke. Like he's gotten so much like fame clout to the point where like he is interacting with all like the big boys and stuff in a certain regard. Not like the huge people, but like decently big. Like Destiny, etc. You name it, right? But it's just funny though. He's such a clown.
Yeah, he's a clown. What I hate about Loco is that he's lenient towards Tobrama, but not mean. That's what happens in general with some people.
They're biased.
It's logical inconsistency, and that illustrates bias. So that illustrates that your claims are not as objective as they could be because you're being more charitable towards the person you're biased towards.
Yeah.
So that's
and it's the same issue with Minato too. It's annoying as fuck. You have Minato tards that take Minato to ridiculous extreme regards, and
that illustrates an appeal to that illustrates an appeal to emotion. So
yeah, it's the same shit on both. Like Tobirama and Minato are the worst characters that get fucking winged.
If anything, that type of logical inconsistency proves you're appealing to emotion. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think of the signing and their signing plus forms where the Orochimaru Kage summons in part 1 are bullying the part 1 Kage. Switch Tsunade with Tears and Ngara with the Rasa. Probably yeah. I don't see a problem with that claim. The Tears is old and shit. So yeah, probably. The Raikage though would be
interesting. Yeah, the Raikage, because if he's like with the whole entire narrative, you name it, and he's already like Minato level, like I don't know about him, bro. I'm sorry. Like you got to put respect in the Raikage's name, dude.
Yeah.
Now if he's an idiot and he starts in V1, I could see him losing. But
yeah, Seth's debate skills were always overrated, especially now. I'd say yeah. I've never seen him go against like a top of the line debater.
Me either. Yeah, no. Never. It was either just him straight up like ad hominems or spurging for the most part. Or it was just him like pulling the strings and making a bunch of other people just debate and then just like enabling the toxic behaviors. It
was more so lore. That's the reason why people thought he was like the top.
Yeah, he was mainly just content. Yeah, just content.
Yeah. Hypothetical Ten Tails Jinchuriki dual Tomoe Renegon with both arms Sasuke versus Ishiki. Ten Tails Jinchuriki Sasuke, he'd probably still lose. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Or Seth would debate a bunch of low tiers or people that can't even debate. Like he would debate lore or content creators that don't even debate, and it's like, bro, like come on.
Afro and shit. Yeah, like guys that don't even debate.
Yeah, like it's like that don't
early. Yeah, base Minato is relative to early KCM too high end. I would never go higher. It's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable. It's not like like if we're being as transparent as possible. I'd say we definitively know no matter what, not even possibility. He's obviously, KCM1 and all that and blah, blah, yada, yada. But when it comes to KCM2, like that's contentious, when it's basically possibility territory. And there's many, it just depends on your perspective and how you analyze it. Then if you analyze it in a certain regard, you could definitely argue him being relative or KCM2 level. Or, if you analyze it another way, that he's approaching it. It just depends, So
yeah, John Jones versus Sakura. John Jones before the tuning exams. Before the tuning exams? Okay. Shinobi just have a more advanced and higher order of physiology.
It's not even fair.
Physiology is superior to even peak human, and Sakura's chakra control even at that point was impressive.
It was
I think one shot from her would probably break him.
Like literally, like Kakashi flat out says, like mind you, like Sasuke and Naruto were like way stronger, but when it came to like movement and speed or utilizing your chakra and even AP with like their hits, she was the most superior at that point during early part 1, mainly due to the fact that her chakra control was so good that she was the closest to becoming Hokage. And Hokage is the strongest ninja,
Not only would she be faster, but one shot would either kill him, or it would severely brain damage him.
It's just not fair. It's like putting a normal human up against a fucking one of the boys from from the. It's like putting a superhero that's more enhanced physically and speed, you name it, against a civilian. It's not fair.
Yeah, that would even be 2017, 2019 was a crack debater. He fell off afterwards due to getting lazy. But he's genuinely talented. Is he talented? Yeah, but I don't think he's like as good as he made himself out to be. That's just me now.
Now,
I
if
don't
it's
trust really
before
what he
Headband
says.
Sakura, I might lean towards John Jones.
Feels like a little like baby Sakura, maybe.
Yeah.
Edo Minato versus Edo Madara. Madara. Between
Yeah.
2016 to 2019, Seth was a top tier debater. I've never heard him debate a good person though.
Now, if Minato
I
has
never have.
KCM2, though, I might be leaning with Minato, especially if he stacks Sage
Yeah,
though, but, you know.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I've never heard the guy debate someone good. Never have. I heard him debate six, but it was over like some dumbass topic.
Yeah,
They were like playing
and
around.
then around that time, like, that was still, like, 6 when he was getting into everything,
He was
too. You
barely
know what I mean?
starting. Yeah,
Yeah, so...
yeah. Could Homelander beat any of the Konoha 12 in episode 1 of Naruto? I don't know too much about him, but currently I'd say he would beat Sakura. I do
Yeah.
think he would beat Ino.
Yeah, he would slam like Homelander is literally like a planet level threat. Like I wouldn't go as far to say he's planetary, but he could fuck up the planet pretty fucking good. And Sakura was not built like that at all remotely in the beginning of part one.
Yeah,
You
like,
know?
even now I'd say Homelander's at least like just lowballing him like building level at
Yeah.
least. He could shot like one shot from one of his strikes would like shatter a skyscraper, not shatter but
And
destroy
like
one.
effortlessly too, like not even trying.
Yeah,
You
effortlessly.
know?
Like he probably could just fly through it and do it. Like
Yeah,
he's
he
that
could fly her
powerful.
to
So
space. He could fucking laser beam her ass. You know, so
yeah, the only ones he'd struggle with from the Konoha 12 in part one, probably like Nine-Tail Enhanced Naruto,
yeah.
Curse Mark Sasuke, uh
Kakashi would
maybe
slam. Guy would
maybe
slam.
maybe
Yeah.
Fifth Gate Lee, maybe.
Lee, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe, yeah. Gara
and
would
then fucking
slam.
Gara, yeah, guys like that would he'd probably struggle. But the weaker fodder people he'd fucking demolish, I'm not gonna lie. Like Tenten and shit, he'd fucking slam all their asses. Um Seth would have his friends debate people when they say he's better than them, so could beat anyone. Yeah, he did do that a lot. That's what Clyde talked about in his video. He would try to keep up his image by having his friends beat people that he already allegedly beat, so he could just say, "Oh, I'm better than you too," you know. So he did do that a lot.
At the end of the day, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, if you know you're drastically better than someone, you're not gonna give two fucks of even debating them to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna do it regardless, whatever, blah blah. Especially if you know either the person either is a big content creator or popular, whatever,
Yeah,
or even like maybe even a decent debater. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if it's some random dickhead, D-Rider hater, or someone that's not even known, then yeah, like I don't blame Seth for not even giving the attention of the day. But
yeah, I don't blame
you know, but
that.
if it's like other regards and yet he's still choosing not whatever, to me, I feel like that's like just him being a bitch and just not wanting to have any like you know underperformances basically recorded or anything like that. He's
Yeah,
being smart about it, but like ratty at the same time, you know.
yeah.
So,
How would Minato deal with the cow control Madara can utilize? Do you think Minato could teleport a meteor?
oh yeah,
Uh,
like yeah, if he
I do
just
think that either
yeah
way, even if you can't, you can just get out of the way. Like, it
yeah.
doesn't. You can just teleport out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
if he
not.
could do it at Biju bombs, that would definitely blow that shit up or go through it, like the Ten Tails, you know? If he could touch a Ten
Yeah,
Tails
Tento
Biju
bomb.
bomb at full velocity and
Yeah,
speed and force and TP that away, I could definitely see him doing it to Madara's shit.
yeah. He
So,
could probably teleport it away. Like he
yeah.
doesn't need a tank it. He just needs to
He could
move
do
it.
the ceiling barrier too. He doesn't even need to have to touch it either. He could just do what he did to Biju bombs and just like it goes
Yeah,
into it and then just make it go elsewhere. So,
yeah. Most versions of Minato would most likely lose. The most interesting one would be like KCM2 Minato, but against Madara, that'd be like the most
what would be
interesting
really
one.
funny, what I would if we actually saw the interaction, and Kishimoto was actually writing it, I feel like what would happen is Minato throws his kunai where Madara is. He does then like that ceiling barrier flying Raijin thing to absorb it, and then teleports the meteor on top of Madara to force him to go Susanoo. And then Minato's just giving him the look, and they're about to go at it. Like that's how I kind of would see it would go in a way. Like
Yeah. To be overly fair, I don't think the lack of recorded debates from Thess is a strong argument. I mean, you could argue it's an appeal to arrogance, if I'm being fair. He deleted most of his debate content in Pin, and it wasn't normal to. I've seen most of his content before he deleted it. It wasn't against anyone good, really.
yeah, no.
I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like, oh shit, this guy's good, and he beat him.
There's not one
Like,
person that I saw. Yeah.
yeah, the best guy I've seen him, and it wasn't even a debate. They were arguing who's better, Destiny or Seth, was against Trini. and Trini actually did pretty well. And there wasn't even a debate; that was a discussion. And
Yeah.
Trini's good, and he actually, you could argue that Trini like got the better of that conversation. And I wouldn't even consider that a debate, to be fair to Seth, but
Yeah, there's a difference
Trini's good,
between discussions, competitive discussions, and then actual debates where you're providing scans and evidence, etc. You know, and going point by point.
Like that guy Trini's intelligent.
Yeah.
Like, and he actually had better rhetoric than Seth. So, again, that's not a debate, but he didn't look that good there. Base Edo Minato versus Edo Madara, but Minato as a flying Thunder gun marking on Madara before the fight began. How that goes? If he has a marking on Madara, it's gonna be a big advantage. He has a
for
marking
sure.
on Madara already. Yeah.
Bro, it even surprised Jubi Madara when he TP'd. He was like, "What the fuck?" He like it was blatantly emphasized. He was like, "Oh shit," and then he just immediately no diffs him with his body speed. But
exactly. His best feat was against Trini. He didn't even win that. Yeah, the best recording I've seen was against Trini, and I don't think he won that either. So I agree.
You know, if Minato's able to mark Madara, that's going to be a very, very big problem because that means he could get inside of the Susanoo and he could just always have instant access to blind spots. So
yeah, and that's going to be difficult especially in KCM too. It's going to be a problem.
That's just not even. That's going to be hard. Like really, really rough. Yeah. You know?
Even for Madara's kick.
Like I'm going to be honest. If like at that point, like Madara would just have to go at full power. Like he wouldn't be able to hold back at that point. Like he was doing to the 5 Kage. You know.
Yeah, no, he'd actually have to get serious at that point. Yeah. That caliber of opponent, he can't just fuck around.
And that's just shown. That's shown overall, not with just Minato. That's even shown with Tobirama. Like Flying Raijin's ridiculous. Where Flying Raijin's helping against Jubito, it's helping against fucking. It's even helping against Alive Madara. Flying Raijin's no fucking joke, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Primal Alpha Hashirama versus KCM2 Warwick Sage Mode Naruto. Probably still Naruto.
Yeah.
Probably. That's a tough fight though. You could argue either way. Hashirama can sedate Biju Chakra, we know that, and obviously Naruto's utilizing Biju Chakra.
Yeah.
If he loses that, he's fucked. I mean, Hashirama will be blatantly superior, even with Sage.
Like Madara with his the same exact wood golem dragon that Hashirama used in base, he was able to subdue KCM2 Naruto effortlessly, and he was just watching him struggle. Yeah. He could have just instantly attacked him with his Rinnegan or something, or just went perfect Susanoo and slice, but he was just like enjoying it and making fun of him. Let's
see. Madara does have way more jutsu, way more chakra, and the perception of the Sharingan apping is CQC. It's hard. KCM2 though is an argument he might not be able to react though. There's an argument. It's not like blatant, but yeah.
I feel like KCM2 Sage mode is where Madara would have to go to perfect Susanoo at that point. Like I feel like I don't think he's gonna be over here like being able to defend himself against a full Biju Sage mode KCM2 avatar, you know, and shit. So
yeah, Seth was absolutely an egotistical a-hole, but the arguments that he was a complete fraud, he never beat anyone. I'm not saying he never beat anyone. I'm sure he did. He's not retarded, but
no, we're not saying Seth is a low tier. You know what I mean, or any of that bullshit. Yeah. Like we're not even saying he's like a mid tier either. Like if we're like fucking lowballing. Like I'd say a high mid tier, you know what I mean? Like so we have low mid tier, then mid tier, and then high mid tier. But then if you want to highball him, then I guess you can call him a high tier, whatever, regardless whatever level.
Yeah,
but it's just he doesn't have. He doesn't have like feats basically in a sense. Like there's not one person I've known that was like really really good, you know, or whatever, that he just either no diffed or low diffed or whatever. He doesn't have shit like that, you know.
Yeah, so, I don't think he's ass. He's good, but I don't think he's fucking like God's gift to debating now.
No.
I don't think that.
I think a lot of people would wash his ass up. I think Troy would beat him. I think Six would beat him. I think fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's a good amount of people I could see definitely being able to fuck with him or beat him. You know, even TG. I think TG could be able to beat him.
I think,
you know?
I think someone that doesn't highly respect him would beat him. Like, guys that look up to him like he's a god. Like, they have, honestly, there's almost like a mental nerf there. They're like, oh, man, he's so fucking good. There's no fucking chance I could beat this motherfucker. Like, that's dead now, though, because people don't respect him anymore.
Yeah.
So I think more people.
If anything, it does the opposite. It basically be like 5 Kage and Madara all over again, where he's trying to like demoralize all of them and make them, you know, be like doubt themselves. Instead, it's the opposite with showing like the Hashirama face. That's basically what it is with Seth.
Yeah, and that's what he used to do actually. Some of the debates he would try like demoralize you, beat you, like mental warfare,
make you doubt yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, but people now don't respect him. Like a great debater isn't gonna get nerfed by him now. They're gonna be like, I don't give a
No.
fuck who you are. Like I'm beat you. I'm gonna
So,
beat you
yeah, so
now.
I don't give a
You know,
fuck about
so
your ad hominem questions or whatever. I don't give a fuck about your insults, this or that. Nah, I'm gonna fucking slam your bitch ass. Let's go. You
yeah,
know?
exactly. So he's not. I don't think he's as good as he portrayed himself. He's not ass, but he's
Yeah,
not as good as he
I
portrayed
was
himself.
like, we'll say this: he was overrated. That's all we're saying.
Yeah,
He was overrated.
overrated.
He
Yeah,
was not how
exactly.
people were proclaiming him to be. I think that was a little
Yeah,
ridiculous. So
yeah, agreed. Especially now.
yeah,
Seth lost to Keemstar. There's no way. Yeah, dude, he got fucking. He got
exactly. Like,
carried away.
and Keemstar's not even a debater, bro. Like, he has
He's just
some
some like
form level of
dumbass old
logic,
man.
and yeah, but he's like a dumbass old man that's also emotional and appealing to popularity the whole time. You know, so
Yeah, he's a
like
fucking yeah.
and you see that perform, like, come on, bro, like that's bad. You
He's
know what I
a
mean?
leech and fucking like he was like Seth couldn't even defend
He
himself.
was baiting him the whole
Yeah,
time. He was like all kinds of shit. You
yeah,
know, rabbit
yeah. He looked
holes.
terrible in that shit. I think people who overscale every character to be relative to people who they aren't makes their power scaling a headache. For example, Darwi relative to Kinnigan, relative to Toby, relative to Judy. I know, dude. Yeah, especially the Toby Round one, man.
Like, but you gotta, if you at least comprehend it in a simplicity regard, like such as like, because there's different levels of relativity though. Like it's when you say relativity, obviously it can be vague in a sense, but when it comes to relativity, like there's different levels. Like for instance, like you have like the part one shit where they say Sasuke is almost as fast as weightlessly. And then they say, oh, Sasuke, you know, or then they say like practically as fast, whatever things like that. That's where basically it's hitting a certain like spectrum where he's like right there. Like he's not like equal or max, but he's right fucking there, you know. And then you have like
Yeah,
other relativity where they can be able to like to perceive in a way or kind of interact in a sense, but they would still get fucking folded. Or if they were able to create like a more of an opening or go even fully all at it, they're getting like shitted on, you know. So it just depends on the level of relativity that we're talking about, you know. And there's only so
true.
much you can
Yeah,
do depending on like on you know analyzing what we have, you know. But like Darwi, he's
yeah,
just like the problem with Darwi, yeah, he can have relativity or whatever, but he's nowhere near fucking KCM speed and Raikage V2 speed. Nowhere near. You know what I mean? Not even
yeah.
close.
No,
You know. So
that's
it's
a
like,
in general that's a dishonest scaling.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like fucking like we literally
Um,
see the feats too in the Five Kage Summit. He's on par with V1 Raikage. So
Yeah, communito version of the Kurama Avatar at least hold off Madara Perfect Susanoo because we know Madara uh, is equal to full Kurama. Uh, that's a good question. That's a good question because you can make the argument that he wouldn't be as good with Kurama as Naruto. He
yeah,
doesn't have that chemistry with him. Um, Probably not. If it's KCM2, Edo Minato, maybe. It's a tough question. It's a tough question.
yeah, because this is so
Noodles.
much shit we just don't know. We don't know like why
Yeah,
Minato was able to
you have to
immediately
speculate. Yeah,
access it. It's like if I had to guess, I would say because they're at war and they don't want to lose and be sealed. So the Nine Tails like within Minato is probably like, hey, you know, I'll be willing to work with you, but just this once. And then Minato's just
yeah,
such a genius prodigy to where the moment he was permission granted, he could just do it on the fly because he's built different, you know. So
yeah. Darth Vader versus Palpatine without Vader's weakness to lightning. I
Vader.
think Darth Vader.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
Vader.
implied and heavily narratively emphasized that he could beat him, but he purposely put him in a fucking suit, vulnerable to that. So
Yeah, literally. It kind of like nerfed him. Yeah.
yeah,
Noodles versus Seth. Caucus versus Pain debate. Who wins? I'm gonna be fair to Seth. I think Seth would beat Noodles on that.
yeah,
Seth is not ass enough to lose on that. Not that Noodles is ass, but that fucking argument in general is comical.
yeah. No,
Swag
yeah.
beat him.
Seth would beat Noodles.
Seth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think Seth is good enough to beat him on
Yeah,
that.
no, he is definitely gonna. Yeah, especially if it's Cox versus Payne, Seth would slam him on that. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
no. Six today, Seth, several guys, yeah, would beat him on that. Uh, the closest Kishimoto's ever come to admitting to a retcon was when he said he regretted making Naruto able to use hundreds of shadow clones so early since he could have been spamming it in part one. That's fair. Is it Jay? What are your top 10 athletes of all time in your opinion? That's a good
Definitely,
question.
John
Very
Jones
good
is in the
question.
top 10. So
Johnny
him,
Bones is
yeah.
up there.
Tom Brady.
So number one, the best athlete ever. Hmm. That's a very good question. It might be Tom, just because of his dominance, how long
Yeah,
and how
physical
dominant.
and speed. Football takes all those attributes. You
Yeah.
need speed, you need
Um.
perception, strength.
Yeah, and it obviously depends upon criteria. I'm gonna go
Sure.
overall. So greatness, physical capability. Uh, I would say longevity.
Yeah.
Those are the main criteria. So if we're using that, because if it's just pure athleticism, the
What
best
about
athlete
Michael
I've ever seen is
Jordan
probably
to
like,
Tom Brady or LeBron?
oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. If
Like,
it's pure athleticism, then I think the best athlete I've ever heard of was probably like Bo Jackson. The guy. I mean,
yeah, that
he
makes
didn't win
sense.
anything, but he had like the fastest 40-yard dash,
Yeah,
strong as fuck, could play major league and football and dominate in
he was
both. So
just
that's
well
not.
rounded. He was built different. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a freak athlete. But as far as like overall, number one, probably Tom. Probably Tom. Jordan's right there, man. Though he's fucking and LeBron. Like those three
That's what I'm
guys, you
saying.
can
They're
make
like
almost make
right there,
uh,
dude.
like athleticism, greatness, longevity. All these guys,
But it's like
specifically Tom and
let's be real. Like if we had Michael Jordan or LeBron fighting Tom Brady, who's more likely winning? My money's probably on Tom Brady. You know what I mean? With the more aggression, the physical, endurance. Like well, not really. They both have great endurance, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like basketball's not really. Basketball is more focused on technique and accuracy and speed and velocity and
yeah.
momentum. Football is
I
more
would
like
say
strength, hitting. You name it, aggressive, yada yada. And IQ.
yeah. I mean, there's other like Usain Bolt's up there.
True. Yeah.
Who else is up there? Michael Phelps. I mean, that's just swimming though. But I
Yeah,
mean, he's
that's only
great at it.
swimming, and that's only like running. But if we're saying in a more general sense, I think
Yeah,
it's between Tom Brady, fucking LeBron, Michael Jordan, and you could even throw John Jones in there. It's between those
Johnny.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's then the soccer guys. There's like Messi and Ronaldo. Those guys are fucking
yeah.
great.
Or boxing,
Um,
the fucking
boxing
Mayweather,
Floyd,
yeah, Floyd.
Ali.
Yep.
Um, yeah,
It's hard.
those guys would probably be. It's hard to like order them, but I'd
Yeah,
say in general, John, Tom, Jordan, LeBron,
it's really just those
probably Ronaldo.
guys. There's those three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me and then maybe like Ronaldo. Maybe
or
he's been
four.
at it
My
for
bad,
over a
four.
decade.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ronaldo. Who else is up there? Ali, I think for his time. Ali. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, Wilt didn't win enough though. He's
Well,
a fucking freak athlete, but he didn't
yeah.
win.
Let's
Um,
if we minimize it further,
Probably
um
Usain Bolt up there too.
yeah, if we minimize it further though to where we have to get some more out now, then John Jones is still in it cuz overall he's just a monster, grappling,
Yeah,
speed,
in a fight, he'd
strength.
fuck up any of these
Yeah,
guys. We know
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
So, but we're not doing it in a category in fighting though. It's just all around. So,
yeah,
but
no.
he's still in it. John
Overall,
Jones has to be in it because he's overall. Same thing for
yeah.
Tom Brady. He should still be in it. Who do we pick between LeBron and Michael? That's the problem.
Athletically, I mean,
I'd probably
it's a
say
tough one.
LeBron because LeBron's
Probably
more
LeBron.
stronger and more
Overall,
yeah. Like
he's more. Yeah,
Michael is more like I guess he'd be more in the technique and shooting aspects, but LeBron
he's
is
probably.
more of
I'll admit,
a brute, all around.
yeah,
You know.
like Jordan probably has the. I'll give him the nod on like killer mentality, but
Yeah.
LeBron's just a better athlete.
That's what I'm
Better
saying.
athlete than
Yeah, I
Jordan.
think so
Yeah,
it's like when it comes to it, all right, now we have LeBron, Tom Brady, and John Jones, and it's like,
yeah,
what do
that's
we do?
tough.
Like they're all just really good all around. Like what do we do there?
Extreme. They've all been around for a decade plus. They all like rarely lose.
uh,
Well, I mean, if we want to be technical, LeBron lost a lot of finals, but it's
yeah.
different. It's more like a.
So if we do it in that route though, and like success, then because that's also in a general department, then I guess we get rid of LeBron, and then we have Tom Brady and John Jones.
Yeah, John was so fucking. And you know what's crazy is he
And
didn't
I'd say
even
John
take care of
Jones at that
himself.
point.
Yeah, he was
So
like partying like an animal.
he
In
never
his
even
prime and
lost a
still
fight.
winning.
It was a DQ,
Yeah.
which doesn't really count. So it's like,
John, yeah, John
so
might just be the
yeah,
best.
if we're doing all
Yeah,
around and success on top of it, I'd say John Jones. There you go.
yeah, like in his own respective sport, he's like the best by, and it's kind of not even close to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and he doesn't even take care. He didn't take care of himself. He was like getting like fucking blacked out every weekend and shit. Still
Yeah,
dominating.
as
It's fucking
crazy as
insane.
that sounds, the best fighter, not
Yeah,
fighter, like athlete out of all would be John Jones. He had the most success,
yeah,
and he's all around in general, like very good in all categories. So
yeah. I guess the closest things to him would be like Brady, Ronaldo, and like LeBron.
yeah,
Those would be like the
that's
closest.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. All those athletes are fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
Pure physicality, probably Bo Jackson. He doesn't
And
belong
mind you,
on this
LeBron was
list,
in football too
but
originally. He went from
yeah, and he
doing
was,
football
and,
professionally and then went to professional NBA. So
yeah, no one, and he was like a fucking ridiculous athlete in
yeah.
football too. He was like really good. So yeah. Let's see. Jay, do you like Venom and Spider-Man 2? Oh hell yeah, dude. Goated as fuck. Goated as fuck. It's 10 out of 10. He's a 10 out of 10 in that. Let's see. Usain Bolt's probably number one. Literally, no one comes close to him in the sport. Usain Bolt's up there.
Yeah, Usain Bolt, he's definitely up there when it comes like one of the greatest. But like the problem is if we're speaking upon the argument of overall and success, he's only good in the speed department. Yeah, like that's the problem. Yeah. It's just speed for him. So
sprinters in general, they're at careers don't last long because that's like a very competitive, hyper competitive sport. And once your body starts to break down, you're just not as fast anymore.
Now, if we're just talking obviously only speed too, then yeah, obviously Bolt.
He's the best ever. Yeah. Bolt's up there though, I'd say. Yeah, like, he's up there. But
he's definitely in the competition. Like, you know, if you want to put him in the top 10 or top whatever, you know, 5 out of overall in most success. Yeah, sure, I see that. But he's definitely not number one.
Honestly, I think Phelps is a better athlete than Usain because he has I think he still has the record for most gold medals ever in like Olympics history or something.
God damn.
Like, even more. Yeah, he's a fucking monster. Like,
how many medals did he have?
I think like fucking 20 or some shit. Like, he won a fuck ton.
Okay.
He's a fucking monster.
So John Jones still has more though, because doesn't John Jones have like 30 wins though?
Yeah, John Jones never lost, period, and has the most title defenses, youngest champion ever. Yeah. And he didn't even try in his 20s. He was like getting blocked out every week.
To be fair, like if we're doing like only win-loss success stats, then technically Mayweather is the best. But
yeah,
the reason why he doesn't count in this is because in a general sense, he's not fucking with people like LeBron and Tom Brady or even John Jones in like a certain aggression aspect and strength. That's the problem.
Yeah, no. So. He might make the top 10, but yeah, it's like greatest athlete ever.
No,
probably not. Yeah. Someone donated. Appreciate it, brother. $5 from
Kedrick. That's a good question, though. That was actually really tricky.
Yeah, that's actually that's a really good question, actually. That's a video, almost like you can make a video on that.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I might make a fucking video on top 10 athletes.
It's crazy to say that it was John Jones in the end. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. And he's like,
logically,
it's funny. Ironically, he's like the most fucked up, like mentally, but he's the best athlete. So,
it is so many people that hate on John Jones too. Like, bro, when I was on a live stream, it was either yesterday or the day before, Jay. This guy was like immediately getting pissed. Like, I was talking about like your great video you did on John Jones was that one dude, and he starts immediately like hating Jones. He's like, "Oh fuck Jones, he's a bitch." Blah blah. And I'm like, "Damn, bro." Like,
yeah, he's a fuck up outside fighting. I admit that, but.
Well, he was saying like, "Oh, he's overrated" or this and that. It's like, nah, he sucks. And he was like, that's why he was getting his ass beat by these 3 fighters. I'm like, bro, come on. If he actually was, he would have lost then.
Yeah, he's never gotten his ass beat. That's not true.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I asked you before, but Payne versus the legendary Sonny.
Payne slams to oblivion. Bro,
without
bro,
theaters, of course.
Go play the Naruto story. Better either get Connections, because I'm pretty sure Naruto Storm Revolution's in that too. Or just get Naruto Storm Revolution, not even expensive, cheap. Look at what Pain does to Orochimaru. No diffs. No diffs.
Exactly.
And Orochimaru concedes. He has the transformation and everything, and he still concedes the fight. So
yeah, Michael Phelps is a really great athlete. Yeah, he is. Jay, did you like being able to play as Venom? Because I've heard rumors that Carnage will be in a DLC. I've heard as well. We talked to Six about this. It probably will be either in the Spider-Man 3 game or in the DLC. Carnage. Yeah. That should be pretty cool. Adult-based Naruto versus 4 Hokages. Alive. Naruto would absolutely obliterate.
Yeah, he would just slam.
It would even be.
If he analyzes Momoshiki feats in base against Fuse is insane.
if you think fucking Jubito is bad, imagine Naruto.
Yeah, like bro, like and then what the fuck is his name? Tanari or whatever, Tanari. Like that, like fighting on the moon, like they're moon busters and shit, and he's just in base, like bro.
He's fucking cracked, yeah.
Like base is cracked.
Yeah, Mordrick is up there, 38, still playing. Oh yeah, he's a good athlete.
Like people forget that, Jay. Like that Tanari dude was like in a KCM2 cloak, but alien style, right? Naruto's still fighting in base, and then only puts a KCM2 cloak on his arm and just decks him once, and he's done. And like completely devastates the moon too. Like
he was already casually like busting up like
in base, bro. And that's not even Hokage Naruto. That's like, you know, getting to like where he's about to be promoted to it.
Yeah, he was a monster even by then. So, who was better at manipulating others, Light or Aizen? Light. No, actually Aizen. Yeah. Well, Kamui is a sealed dimension. Code dimension might be different for Kamui. A sealed dimension. I think I know what you mean by that. You mean like it's only accessible via Conway itself.
Yeah.
Um, Code Dimension might be different from Conway. That's a good point, actually. Good point.
What's it called?
But then again, but then again, that could be negated by the fact we've never seen like a marking in that dimension. We don't know how that
Yeah.
interaction would go.
Yeah.
So you could argue against it too. You reacted on Swag's video, but what are your thoughts now if Pain went to the 5 Kage Summit instead of Sasuke? He'd fucking if he's full
just
power, he's
slam,
gonna slam.
Like
Yeah.
he'd basically
He
he would strategize too. He wouldn't even have all 6 there either. He would go there like with a certain setup, right? Like how he normally does in character. He'll strategize how he'll have it. He won't have the revival path there just in case too. Like he'll be in the behind the scenes.
He could nuke it.
Yeah, he could just
fucking,
he would just come. He'd probably pull an
Shinra Tensei
Obito. Yeah, he'd probably just pull an Obito. Be like it would just be the Tendo only and summoning path. I could see that too. Where the summoning path would be putting a lot of pressure, whatever, but Tendo would just be flexing whatever, hey, do what I say, and then they're all not going to want to do that, right? Kage's going to be a fucking fool, and then he does a Shinra Tensei, and they're all done.
Yeah, you can like nuke the whole summit, like fucking level it.
Or
with a
Chibaku
Shinra
Tensei. What do they do against
or
that?
Chibaku, yeah. Literally, yeah, they're all fucked, basically. If it's Warwick or Boruto Orochimaru, the Sonic shit stomp. Yeah, with Boruto, yeah. If we were talking about that.
Oh yeah, Orochimaru or even that Jiraiya clone, like yeah, they would slam.
Yeah.
They slammed the whole Shinobi. They slammed the whole Shippuden verse.
Yeah, Koji Kashi would fucking obliterate Pain. Yeah. It's crazy how Naruto and base is moon level as a teenager, and now Boruto as a teenager is planetary. He's beyond planetary.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Like now thinking about it, like how do you think that interaction goes with the Naruto that was already moon level in base, and then if we eventually see him go further in Boruto, like how do you think he does in Dragon Ball? Like, cause aren't those people like moon level people too?
Yeah, I think even the Saiyan Saga, he might struggle. Like those guys are already far.
Okay,
like,
so you think Dragon Ball he's not there then?
Yeah,
even for Dragon Ball.
Where it even becomes a conversation is like peak Naruto.
Okay.
Like that's maybe he'll get past
like
the Saiyan
Barry
Saga.
Naruto.
Yeah, like he'd get past the Saiyan Saga, the Namek Saga.
Okay.
And then the Cell arc is probably where he'd peak. Like
damn! You think Barry mode hits that high? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, like solar system at least.
Okay.
At least solar system. Yeah, he's pretty fucking.
Makes sense. If he's already planetary.
Kage already. Yeah, because Kage with expanded true seeking orb was already like solar system. But if you're talking about Ishiki level guys that are beyond that, you're talking beyond solar system, yeah. Not universal, but like I would say like max. If I'm like highballing, galaxy max.
Yeah, and not only that, like Naruto in base is already moon level in planetary, bro. Like
in base,
yeah, and that's like the last movie. That's not like Hokage Boruto. That's like Jonin like Boruto Naruto basically.
Yeah, like wanking these guys, I would say Ishiki wanking is like Galaxy, which is not very high in Dragon Ball, like Boo's above that and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's high for Naruto, yeah. I would say fucking Boruto today is probably solar system plus.
It's just cool to think about because like once again, like you see Naruto block the attack effortlessly, like his long green blade, and it just cuts the moon in half. And then you see in Dragon Ball, it was either Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, I don't remember, where one of the characters like blows up the moon, I think, or some shit.
Literally, it was fucking I think Piccolo, I think.
Yeah, King Piccolo. Yeah, it's to say. So it's like it'd be so cool to see because it's like if Naruto could be doing shit like that, you could definitely kind of picture in a way where there's some form of relativity, and it'd be a pretty interesting shit. But he more than likely still loses. Like he'd be relative, but he's not there. So.
Yeah. Two bucks from Kedra, appreciate it, brother. Can you give an example of a good retcon in Naruto? A good retcon?
Hiruzen.
Yeah, Hiruzen. I think that made sense. Like he's fucking struggling with Orochimaru, yet he's fucking above Hashirama. I'm glad they retconned that. Yeah, it made things make a lot more sense, especially with Madara and stuff like that. Like the lore wouldn't even have worked.
Slightly. Like he was originally going the direction of like making him a beyond Hashirama, but then he stopped.
Yeah. So that's probably the best retcon I can think of. Yeah, it'd probably be that. The Kisame one, I guess, made more sense. It seemed like he was even scared of fucking Jiraiya, but then in Shippuden, he's fucking slamming.
Yeah, Kisame's like I don't even think necessarily he's a retcon. I think it's like in the beginning he just wasn't there yet. He was more on like the Jonin level, which clearly he was. What's it called? And then like with him using Samahata and getting chakra over the years, he just gets so fucking strong because of how much chakra. You know what I mean? So it's like he's basically his power grows through time, and that's why he was how he was. I don't think really necessarily he was a retcon though. But.
Yeah, you could argue it's not. You could argue that one maybe maybe Itachi influenced him by saying, "Yeah, we would die," or you could argue, like you said, he wasn't just as strong yet as he was in Shippuden.
Exactly.
So, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
You could argue
Speaking
Itachi's a retcon in a way, depending on how you analyze that. But in a
Yeah,
way,
if you're like being not charitable to him, you could say it's a retcon. Like he
yeah.
legitimately thought Jiraiya could fucking beat him.
Yeah. Like
that
now,
would be like a
personally,
retcon.
I don't think Itachi's a retcon. That's just me. There's
Yeah, no, me either.
actually idiots out there that do say he is, and I think that's ridiculous. But
Yeah, I think he was lying because he didn't want to fight the fucking the Konoha Shinobi. So yeah. Speaking of connections, have y'all heard of the dub fuck up? There's a line during a boss fight that sounds terrible, and Naruto's VA swear they didn't record that, implying AI was used. What the fuck? Really?
what?
I would have to check that out. That's weird as fuck. Even Sasuke one-shotted half a meteor with the basic Chidori. Oh, dude, Sasuke was cracked as fuck.
Oh yeah, and the last, it's like a big. It was a big ass piece of the moon basically that was falling from space.
Yeah, that shit was like a fucking city.
It was like the size of a city. He like suppressed and no diff and effortlessly just one basic ass Chidori.
Yeah,
not even Susanoo, bro. Just blows it up.
Yeah, that's a lot of power, and that's him just fucking like barely trying. So. Yeah, adult Naruto.
Like imagine a Shinra Tensei like bloodlusted Sasuke or a perfect Susanoo like swing sword like that shit would be crazy powerful.
He'd probably blow up the planet if he wanted
Literally.
to. Easy, yeah. Adult Naruto excluding Baron versus Shippuden Sasuke, Demons Kakashi, and Jibidar. Naruto would slime all those people.
Like,
even
Kakashi. Yeah, it's not a battle, bro. He's so gone. Like he's power cliffing so hard, bro. Like people don't understand.
It's really hard.
Yeah, like unless you're NC Hammer and other people, like the power cliff is immaculate.
Yeah, it was a huge power cliff. Like the significant increase in these guys' abilities, it's fucking significant. So
like Sakura's bitch ass is growing ridiculously, bro. Like
even her. Yeah, even her, like as much.
And I hate to admit that. Yeah, like she's fucking cracked in Boruto, you know?
Yeah, she's fucking cracked, and as much as even I hate to say, she's cracked. It is what it is. I think Kisame just got stronger. I don't think it's a retcon. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Kisame has one of the better excuses for its stat boost in the series. His gimmick is literally absorbing other people's power.
Good point, the whole time, and this is building up and building up. Yeah.
Yeah. Kakashi Loki was a retcon. You could argue that, but you could just argue. He just had a substantial increase in skill and ability.
Yeah, I feel like Kakashi was very balanced for the most part.
Yeah, and you can kind of rationally explain why due to the MS and due to his proficiency with the Sharingan. Yeah. So I think he became more. His chakra control got more and more refined. I think with the Sharingan.
He probably would have been way more cracked and powerful if he wasn't forced to adapt and utilize the Sharingan and deal with the handicap. You know.
Kind of like Boruto Kakashi.
Yeah. I mean, like I really feel like he actually would have been like, he probably would have hit Sonic level by the time he was fucking in early Shippuden. I'm not even lying.
Exactly. Yeah. So. Let's see. What was your opinion when Kawaki was introduced? I thought he was very well done. And I think he's still being well done. Like very well written from beginning to current Kawaki. I think he's one of the best characters in Boruto. Honestly.
Fucking goated anime arc too.
Really
incredible.
Really art. Yeah, goated with him. Like overall, I don't really have any critiques on him, to be honest. Mei and Tsunade versus each Akatsuki duo, and Gaara Nonoki versus each Akatsuki. Mei and Tsunade would probably lose to fucking Sasori.
Yeah, they lose to Sasori and Datara because of hacks.
Poison. Yeah.
Datara could just stay in the sky. What the fuck do they do now? And Sasori will be fighting on the ground, and he just slams.
Poison. Yeah, exactly. Gaara and Onoki, they'd beat Hideno Kakazu, obviously. Sasori and Datara, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, if you argue because this is the best way I see it. Like Sasori is completely different though, but for Datara, I feel like he's a non-factor because what I could see is like if Datara is already equal to Gaara in speed, then if Inoki does like that, what he did to the Raikage. Oh, Datara's getting blitzed. He's done. You know what I mean? He's done. Yeah.
If he amps him, he amps his sand speed. Yeah.
And then it just be down to a 2v1. But Sasori...
it's just that poison, man. If they even get an ounce of that in their bloodstream, they're fucked.
And he beat the third Kazekage, who's like the strongest. And mind you, War Arc Gaara was equal to Edo Raza, which is weaker than the third Kazekage. So I'm just saying.
So honestly, they probably wouldn't get neither one of these Kage duos would probably get past Sasori, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they beat
being real.
Sasori. That's the fucking problem.
He's underrated. People don't realize how capable he really is.
Like, particle style would be the only threat, but Sasori would just dodge it. He's not going to be an idiot and be like, oh yeah, let me just stand in one spot and use the sand and hope it helps. Like, no, he won't do
if he uses those fucking like poison needles and gets even a 1, they're fucked.
And Inoki, he's fast, but he's not super fast. He's only as fast as Gaara is in the beginning of Kazekage and Datara. Now, Inoki, Gaara, and Datara have the same exact speed level. The same exact.
Yeah.
So
exactly, yeah. So they would like cancel out, and then Sasori would just be above those guys. It's just pretty much they wouldn't get past. You would need like the Rei Kage, you know, to get
like, bro, Lady Chio and Sasori are fucking fast, bro. They got that speed. Like you see that shit in the anime where like they're moving their fucking hands and fingers like ridiculous. Like
she's one of the greatest puppet users, probably only second to Sasori.
Like their whole thing is speed with puppet use. Like they're fucking cracked, dude.
Yeah. Madara cleaving all the mountains with just air pressure. Hashirama deflecting a Ninetales Biju bomb. Yeah, even those guys have a very, very high AP and durability and stuff.
Oh, yeah, they're cracked. Multi-continental, slaughtering mountains effortlessly,
Yeah, NC Hammer still doesn't believe there's been a power cliff on board. Yeah, he's cool. I mean, he's getting a bag of respected, but he's tripping though, man.
Jay had to bite his tongue for a moment. Jay was about to be like, yeah, he's fucking ridiculous, but then he's like, yeah, I respect it though.
He's getting his bag, more than most of us, but yeah, he's tripping. Boruto generation Kages are probably the strongest, right? Yeah, they are. To be frank, Pain and Obito solo the Akatsuki. Itachi would be a problem.
Yeah, Itachi would be a problem though. Like because you got like what you guys gotta understand. Like I'm being dead ass. I know it's contentious, and you can argue from A to Z with those 3 characters, right? Of who wins and why. But the problem is, if Kishimoto actually wrote that story, Itachi, Obito, and Pain, they would be relative, bare minimum. I know they fucking would. Nobody would be speed blitzing. Nobody. You know what I mean? If he actually wrote that shit, so.
Yeah, together they probably would beat everyone, but it wouldn't be easy.
Yeah, like they'll be like probably sick Itachi, but then if it's full, if it's like full prime healthy Itachi, in all honesty, I could see all the passive pains going down, and then it's still boiling down to Obito versus Itachi. I could see that if Kishimoto wrote it, I could literally see that. So.
Yeah, plus the other guys that would like Sasori and those guys that would be eating him.
And that too. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he has the Akatsuki there too. But even though they're fodder in comparison, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, most of them are fodder.
Yeah, like it basically would just be Itachi, Kasami, and Sasori against Obito and Pain. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, literally.
But
yeah, exactly. To be frank, he's not the only one. The amount of people who are stuck in 2017 think that Kage and Enen should put in Naruto. It's because it's their bias, man. They're appealing to their own bias.
Their bias, and they just don't want to let it go. They love Naruto so much. They're just weird, It's like they completely forget about Dragon Ball, all these other animes that have constantly shown power cliffing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
And I get it, because like watching Naruto get his fucking ass beat by Jigen, it's like emotionally appalling. You're like, holy shit.
It's like, it's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It is what it is, though. It doesn't negate the truth. It doesn't negate the truth. So Ishiki would fucking slam.
It's a harsh reality. Take it.
It's harsh. It is what it is. It's like, for example, it's like when you fail in life, it sucks, but it's the reality.
And it's one thing if it was contentious. You know what I mean? Like, me and Jay be the first ones to admit it, but it's not. There's like so much empirical and abundance of objective fucking evidence, and even high possibility evidence along the subjective territory of things, to where it's just not even fair at all. Like, you can't argue against that shit. Like, it's absurd. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's absurd.
And then even the percentage of the Naruto community, like 90% of the Naruto community also understand and agree, etc. You name it, while the other 10% are like, nah, and bullshitting.
Yeah, it's just like people stuck in 2010. Yeah. They don't want to accept that, people become stronger and antagonists evolve and stuff. They don't want to accept that.
Exactly.
Daigo Knight arguing that Night Guy's the fastest character. Oh god, I remember seeing that shit, dude.
That's this day he still thinks that motherfucker.
He said he bent time space or some bullshit like that. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. There's actually an argument that Obito's not full capacity because he did not fully heal from the Minato fight, but I don't know. He has Zetsu with Hashirama cells. He did heal. That's not. Yeah, no.
You want to know what pisses me off about that though, Jay? Like what Daigo Knight doesn't understand, it's like even if we granted that, then that means that would just upscale so many people like Jumi Madara, Naruto, whatever you name it, and then that would just blatantly be contradicted based upon them losing to Jigen, Nishiki, etc. It's like, huh? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense. The claims don't make sense at all. Like they're when you actually dissect them and like and you kind of trace them back to the overall narrative, it contradicts like a ton of shit. So, yeah, this doesn't make sense. NT Hammer's still better than Daigo. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For the most part.
Like scaling wise.
Now, if it was a debate scenario, my money's on Daigo all day, every day. But,
I'm
scaling or lore wise, I'll give that to NC Hammer.
Yeah, Daigo probably would beat him in a debate. Yeah. Like NC Hammer doesn't really like scale very much. Most of
he doesn't really scale or like have like debating defense arguments either. He just goes mainly lore and subjective opinions. That's it. It doesn't back it up or substantiate it.
Daigo's scaling might not be the best, but he does scale more often though.
NC Hammer has his moments though. He does have there are really good videos that are very good with scaling and him providing evidence, whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's just rants. It's literally just Jay's rant videos and him not providing any evidence to prove anything. And instead of hearing like Jay spitting facts, basically, it's him saying like either something absurd or something you wouldn't even fucking expect. Like that's the difference. Yeah. You know?
Just like narrative analysis or just his own like his own speculation. Like it's more of that. It's obviously appealing. He's making bag, but it's not really scaling. How much would y'all have to be paid to watch Daigo's Naruto rewrite? Given that guy's takes, that would be a very good series. I don't know how long it is. If the video is like 30 minutes to an hour, I'll do it for like $30, $40, $50.
We said this all the time, guys. Like, if you want us to react to something, just send the money. If you want us to do tier list, whatever, send us some money. Like that's it.
If it's like a long video, probably like $50. Yeah. If it's a short one, like 20 minutes, probably $20.
Oh yeah, that's not it. Yeah, we'll match it.
I've never seen it. Yep. But I don't know how long it is though, so you guys probably tell us ahead of time before you donate.
Yeah, because you're over here asking for like an hour, 3-hour long video, like.
Yeah, if it's if you're being realistic, if you donate like $2 and it's like 3 hours, then no, it's not gonna be. But if it's like tell us ahead of time, like, oh, this video's an hour, how much?
Yeah.
Like, all right,
now, if it's like a 10 or
$40,
like, if we're being really generous, let's say it's like a 10-minute or like 20-minute video. You know what I mean? And you give like at least something, like it's, you know what I mean? Then maybe we might, but we got to be fair, guys. Like, come on. If $10 for a 10-minute video, 20 for 20, 30 for 30, like you get it how it goes, okay?
Yeah, that's like fair. Yeah. It's fucking long, and obviously, we're gonna.
And you're winning more from that as well, by the way. If you think about that logically, because when a video is a certain time, if me and Jay have to pause and stop because of either incompetence or bullshit or rat's office, it takes more longer for us too. So if anything, you're getting more out of it, and we're losing more time.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the overall reaction is gonna be longer than the video.
Exactly.
So yeah. Lore wise, who wins, EMS Madara or Prime Hiruzen? Madara.
Yeah.
Somehow Kabuto is able to put Mayorga adaptability on his Edo Tensei. Can no 6-pass character stop the Edos? That's a good question. Then you have to argue the only way to adapt to 6-pass characters is surpassing them in ability.
Yeah, and in power. Yeah.
That's an interesting conversation. If you presuppose that Mayorga can literally adapt to anything, then even the 6-pass would fail. Because then Edos would just be unstoppable and adapt to everything.
Like, for instance, like Doomsday, he just has definitive feats where, like, we know he can adapt to anything. He also increases in power, too. Not just, like, being immune, but in power as well, and you name it, or ability. So, but with in JJK, we don't have that much. We know it can adapt and has very impressive adaptive capabilities, but we don't know if it's, like, completely, you know what I mean, or whatever. You know, we don't know if it has limits,
I'd say,
so...
Like, if we're being really technical, if they even evolve to Sealing, then there is no stopping them. You just can't kill them.
Yeah.
They're fucked. You're fucked. The world's going to be taken over. Yeah. And then Kabuto wins. So. Yeah,
because Jumi Madara doesn't even have Sealing.
Like Jubidar, like, if you can't even seal these fuckers, then how the fuck do you beat them?
Literally. He only has Genji.
Like, you're fucked. Yeah, good luck. So... that would be a horrible ability for Kabuto for the Alliance.
Like, he would the best thing I could see is like if he uses like a wood style to hold him down, but that's it, you know.
Like what they would have to do is blitz every fucking Edo before the Edos adapt to the ceiling. Like good luck though.
Yeah.
So it's
Or he
like
could do like a
it's
limbo
insane.
clone, you know, or a clone
Yeah.
that's just fighting them and beating them down the whole time over and over. But I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for the
uh,
Alliance to win. Very unlikely that they beat him.
eventually, Giromato
Uh,
is gonna fatigue. So
yeah, exactly. Eventually, even he will fatigue.
yeah,
So, Daigo Knight just loves my guy. Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
yeah, he's fucking
Um,
Gil.
yeah, literally. Isn't there a huge difference between bending space and bending space-time? Yes. Bending space-time is like you're legitimately bending a dimension of reality.
Bro, you're fucking
Bending,
built different if you could do that shit.
yeah, technically bending space could be something such as breaking the sound barrier or something like
Yeah.
that. Like that's not, you're not transcending dimensions and transcending like,
It's kind of like
that
the
is different.
definition. It's kind of like the word parallel. Like there's different variants of that. It doesn't mean like, oh, that means it's always the same. Like people try to do and Rat with fucking Kaguya shit to where now she's multiversal or some bullshit.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. So those are two different things, and obviously Daigo used the incorrect statement. They never said he bent time space. That's not correct.
no, it just
But
says
he uses that for
space.
some
It
reason.
is moderator just says
Yeah,
he's bending space, and when he says that, he's just basically making the rod like bend. You know what I mean? And be
yeah. He's
irrelevant.
like he's going fast enough to like manipulate like essentially like the air molecules around Madara to the point where
Yeah,
he's like stuck.
like
He's not like
it's like
fucking
matter
bending time
manipulation in
space.
a way. Yeah.
Yeah, like on a small scale. He's
Yeah.
not actually bending time space itself, which is like
No.
a fucking dimension.
Like
Yeah,
if
it's
Guy
literally
was
wild.
that fucking strong, bro, like bro, Madara would have been dead.
Yeah, if he was like a dimensional, like transcending dimensions and stuff, then he would have fucked up Drubidara. That's not the
like
case though. So
everybody would have just been like, oh my god, like Guy, like he's a god. Like it would have been like some
yeah,
crazy like exaggeration if Guy really was. And don't get me wrong, there was emphasis on it because it was like a very important scene. But normally
yeah, it
when
was important.
but normally when characters are in true disbelief of power, like you'll know Kishimoto emphasizes that shit. He did it with Kaguya. He did it with Naruto. He does it with Madara. You name it. So it's like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely Daigo was definitely being probably disingenuous, purposely, to be honest.
yeah, he's just
That's
trying to
just
get
not
the
the case.
bag. You can't blame him. But
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah. People think Pain Arc Sage no Naruto is above Hokage based Minato, but I don't buy it. Yeah, he's not
yeah,
really. Maybe War.
Loco thinks that. He thinks Sagema Naruto
Uh,
and Pain Arc is above Minato. What's it called? And he says because it's not about Sage mode. It's when it says he being surpassed, it has to be overall. And it's like you're retarded.
oh my God, come on, man. That's not no. Stop, please.
It's not like there's an
You just yeah.
abundance of contradicting evidence of like Naruto needing the nine tails power over and over. You name it to get
Literally.
to minutes level. But okay.
He even literally states I'm stronger now to fucking Nagato.
It literally.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? That's disingenuous.
Like,
For
I'm
sure.
sorry, but
Either.
once again, nothing but love and whatever. I get it. Maybe he's just trying to get the bag or be different. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Loco, he's just dishonest, bro.
That's dishonest. Either you haven't read Naruto, or that's just dishonest.
Oh, he has. He has. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
But he
and I'm
he
sure he
cherry
has.
picks. Yeah, he cherry picks and
Yeah,
he chooses and picks.
yeah, literally. Who's the GOAT YouTuber? Oh, like the greatest? That's a tough question. If it's in this space, probably Swag.
Yeah,
If
swag, of
it's
course. Yeah, just
YouTube in
statistically, you name
general
it.
though, yeah, YouTube in general, fucking
Yeah, we're
Mr.
saying in
Beast. I
general,
guess.
that's hard because then like Naruto explained, he's goaded. TG's are very underrated as well. Very very underrated in my
Yeah.
opinion. Even
If
new
it's like the
even new
greatest.
Horizons,
Yeah, if
six.
it's the greatest YouTuber ever, regardless of like what content they post, that's really tough.
Oh, that's like
I'll be like,
yeah,
yeah, you have
fucking.
Mr. Beast,
Yeah, I
and
would
you
say
have
Mr.
like,
Beast or PewDiePie at that point, or
yeah, he has the
Markiplier.
most like,
Markiplier, PewDiePie, and Mr. Beast. Yeah.
yeah, Mr. Beast has the he's the most dominant YouTuber I've ever seen as far as
Yeah.
like commercial
The,
success.
the
Like he's like
motherfucker makes so much money he
quickest.
can grow it on trees.
Yeah,
Literally.
he was the quickest YouTuber to get to 100 mil ever subscribers, 100 mil
He's
subscribers.
gonna be the first
So,
one
yeah,
to hit a
probably
billion, bro. The rate he's going.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably is. Yeah, he's probably the best YouTuber as
Yeah.
far as commercial success. My personal opinion, I mean, the guy that I've watched the most, my life, YouTuber wise,
If we're like saying like, if we're also now just going only IRL, what do you think on that though, Jay? IRL shit.
IRL.
Yeah, that's hard too.
Yeah, if we're removing like the big boys like PewDiePie and guys like that,
Yeah.
IRL guys that I watched, that I personally watched a lot. Oh, let's see. That's a tough one.
Like statistically and everything, yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of.
Isn't it Tate still? Is it Tate or no?
Tate,
I don't know.
I know has the most
Or is it Joe Rogan?
Ever.
Is it him?
Rogan's the biggest podcast ever. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's the biggest podcast. YouTuber wise, IRL.
Yeah.
That
yeah, YouTube, yeah.
Mr. Beast, I guess, would technically be number one, but
yeah, but he's his overall in a general sense, so.
Yeah. As far as like my own personal preference, I grew up watching mostly like Flight Reacts and guys like that. Like they do more like reaction, funny shit. Like DDG, Joe Rogan, of course. I've always been a podcast guy. I watch Joe.
Because he has a YouTube too. I just don't know. Yeah. I don't know him statistically like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's on Spotify because I mean, he still posts his shit.
And he's always clips. Number one. Always.
Yeah. He's objectively the number one podcast number wise in the world. So those guys probably. Yeah.
Like, all right, what about out of anime? Like, if we get rid of the variable of statistics, obviously swag and you name it, it just boils down to sub count. But if we're saying like content overall, like in general, what do you think on that? I think that's where it gets interesting. If we're removing sub count,
gets interesting. Yeah. Best like actual content I've seen, most talented guys I've seen.
For anime probably, and Naruto.
Yeah, anime. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Just do anime first and then Naruto. Yeah.
Honestly, anime-wise, it's the best content I've seen.
That's really hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. Trying to think of some guys out there. TG's up there, I'll say.
He is. He's very underrated, dude. That's why even Swag, the GOAT, recognized him.
Yeah.
And I called that shit, bro. I even had that in an old video of mine. To this day, I called it. I'm like, I guarantee you, Swag's gonna acknowledge TG. I guarantee it.
Yeah, TG's up there with the greats. 6. I like TG's content more than 6. It's not even. I'm not talking about just pure logic talent or debate talent, but I just
overall like in general. Yeah.
I like TG's more.
But if we are saying like in debate talent and all that and whatever skepticism, name obviously 6. Yeah.
6 is better at that. Yeah. But yeah, TG 6. There's this other guy that does this other anime. Fucking.
Naruto Explained is really good too, but
Naruto Explained is pretty cool. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's basically an NC Hammer, but the competent version. It should be the other way around. Like he should have what NC Hammers his subs are.
Yeah, a guy that does good content that's not anime though is Crisis. He does really good.
Oh yeah, he's underrated. Absolutely, yeah.
He's probably the best comic book content I've seen. Like scaling wise, he's the best I've
seen. Yeah, scaling. Because if we're talking about like lore or stories, and that'll be like Naruto Explained or Historian, I think.
Yeah, Historian's really good. Fucking Comics Explained. Yeah, those guys are the best. Like entertainment, like lore factor.
Yeah. But like, what about Naruto only then? Out of all
Naruto
YouTubers
only,
that you know. Yeah.
If I'm excluding Swag, honestly, probably TG. He's probably like the best content I've seen.
Yeah, that's fair, bro.
Like he has like. Yeah, TG. There's a lot of guys out
there. For me,
I'm
in between either TG or Naruto Explained. If I'm obviously doing it like as a debate level in talent, then I'm gonna pick 6 all day, every day.
Yeah, 6 is probably the best I've seen.
Yeah, but when it comes to just overall and just Naruto only too, TG and Naruto Explained. If I had to fucking pick, I would also say TG. But that's just me personally.
Yeah, so. TG's really good. Like he has like the logic, the entertainment, charisma. He has like all of it.
And he's just fair. Like he's never biased. He's super transparent, very equitable. Plays devil's advocate for both sides too. You know what I mean? Like he's just such a like humble, like objectively unbiased Naruto scaler.
Like, yeah, he really is. He's like the closest thing to Swag we have.
Literally. Like, now, Swag, he has his biased moments. He does. You know what I mean?
He has more bias.
I'm just being honest, but no. TG, he hits it right there, bro, right in the ball. I'm just saying, it is what it is. So.
Yeah. TG the GOAT. He got my Gabunta agenda started. Yeah, shout out to TG, man. He is a GOAT, man, for sure. Yeah, he has probably the best talent. He's most talented I've seen. Like overall. 6 has the best logic.
Yeah,
the
way like
argumentation is the
even I
best.
think even better than Swag too. Like 6, he just
Yeah, he
overall,
is. Yeah, his argumentation is even better than Swag's. Yeah, he's
I
the
don't know
best
that
I've seen
much
as far
about
as that.
Troy, so but like maybe if I just
Yeah,
watched him
Troy's
more, but
he's similar to 6, but yeah, I haven't seen too much either of Troy.
yeah,
He does a lot of Boruto content. I know that. Good Boruto content. So,
yeah.
um, yeah.
Now, me
Let's see what
personally,
you
I would
else.
also bring up D1, but the problem with D1 is he doesn't have a lot of content. He mainly just sticks to the Discord and com level of things or whatever. But in my opinion, and even like at least what I've seen objectively, he's pretty good. He's underrated in logic and debate side of things, but
Yeah, exactly. I know you. I watch. I know Ariel. He's very good. Never heard of him.
yeah.
Some of Mr. Beast's videos look sadistic. I mean,
What
he
the
has a lot of
fuck?
random concepts. Yeah, I don't know if it's sadistic, but I'm just glad he came out as stepping up as an artist. His art looked ridiculously bad early on. Yeah, the art of Borta has gotten better. I agree.
Yeah, I got a question for you real quick, Jason. It's not that many comments. Fucking, if there was
Yeah.
one YouTuber you can pick that you can make a video on their channel and you get the same profit they get, who do you pick out of all? Who do you think business-wise would be the best for one video and the most profit? Who would you pick?
If it's like, but based on the content I make,
Yeah.
probably Swag.
You probably do SWAT. Yep, I think that would be the
He
best.
has the biggest
yeah, I
following.
agree. Yep.
Yeah. And then if I'm being like overall YouTube, would be Mr. Beast. I mean, I've
Yeah,
put any video
you would
I put on,
have
it's
to
gonna
do
be like
Mr.
fucking,
Beast. Yeah.
yeah, I can fucking post a video about me fucking taking a piss. It'll be like 10 million views.
Imagine like Mr. Beast, like because he's giving you free reign, right? And then Mr. Beast, like the only thing he gets to do is just title the video, and it's just like Jay taking a piss, and that's the title of the video. And you're just making millions off that shit.
Be like me in the background, all you hear is piss, and it's like 10 million views.
Literally,
like,
bro.
Shit, bro.
Like, and let's be real, it'd be a troll video too on top of it with like probably some funny editing, and it's like I could actually probably see that working too, and it would just make so much money for no reason at all.
I'll be like hundreds of thousands of dollars on that shit. That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be crazy.
What the fuck?
But yeah, Swag for this space probably the best.
Yeah, no, for our space, obviously.
Yeah. Swag might be biased, but he does play devil's advocate. Yeah, he does.
No, he does. Yeah, no, that's why I fuck with Swag, because there could be moments where he does have bias, and he'll even admit it too. You know what I mean? Or he'll be funny about it, but he'll also be transparent as well and play devil's advocate if it is necessary. You know, he's not going to be weird about it. You know. So,
yeah. Do you think Swag will make a How Strong Is Ishii video?
Maybe.
I don't know, because Ishii's the past now. I think Swag's very picky which is good. He's very picky on the concepts he wants.
He wants really good topics, really good ones.
Yeah, he wants to do really good stuff. Yeah, exactly. It kind of felt bad when Seth versus Naruto Explained debate. Naruto Explained was grossly underperforming during the argument, but he was no reason for Seth. But Seth was being a fucking asshole towards him, though. That's the thing. And Naruto Explained was trying to be respectful towards him. He was like, stop rambling. I'm like, bro, let him fucking talk. What the fuck?
Bro, he's a lore content creator. He's not a fucking debater like you.
He's like, bro, he made a tier list, and he's trying to tell you.
And that's still evidence, too. Like, that's also still evidence. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's different in its own way, you know, you're gonna be a dick about it.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Like if that was Jay, Jay would, Jay would probably be a little annoyed because he's hearing a lot of ranting or whatever. But then all Jay has to do is just nitpick the certain segments of it and refute that accordingly, and then bam, it disconnects and it doesn't go through, and he wins. That's it.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't be like better logically or debating, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, hurry the fuck up. Like, what the fuck, dude? Let him talk.
Now, if he's an asshole, and or a little bitch or egotistic, whatever, blah blah, then at that point, who the fuck, free reign, right? You know?
Yeah, if he's being disrespectful, then it's different.
Yeah.
But Naruto Explained was being very cordial. He was trying to, at least. He was just being an asshole towards him. In the middle of the video of you pissing, the video sponsored by Honey.
Literally, bro.
Also, I saw a random streamer of yours hit 500K. Can you guess why? Yeah, dude, a few of our streams are fucking like 50K plus views. We have one like
wait, 500K? What the fuck?
Yeah, we have one like 500,000 views. Like, what the fuck? Yeah,
damn.
there's a few streams that have popped.
That was me and Shawnobi too, or just you?
I think so. I think it was
Oh
all of
wow,
us. I think I haven't watched it,
that's
but
funny.
yeah, 500K. We have another one
I'm about to
that's
go to
only a
your
couple
most
months
popular
old.
videos then and check it out.
Yeah, another one that reached. It's probably gonna hit 100K soon. It was a Boruto. It was when the Boruto time skip designs came out. And we talked about that.
Ah, okay.
That one's at like 80, almost 80K. And
Hey,
we have a few
I
that.
blame the Boruto marketplace. They're like, hey, yeah, let's gas this
Yeah,
shit
I
up.
think that was
Yeah.
a good idea. Yeah, that was a good design that we did on that one.
uh,
And then the other ones are 50 plus K. I don't really get. Actually, I kind of get why, because that was during the Seth bullshit. Like the actual
yeah,
remember
yeah.
the Seth stream itself when we were fucking flaming him. That only got like 2K, but then the streams after that, both of them hit like 50K for some reason. I don't know why.
Um,
I think we were just cooking in those, and they did well. The one with
yeah.
500K, I mean, I think the 500K one was right after the Seth stream. The right that one like popped for some reason.
No, no.
500K.
Like I don't know when you put that Snowhawk, but Jay didn't say that. He said Soccer would win. Soccer would beat
Yeah.
John Jones. No, what do you mean?
Yeah, soccer would beat him, yeah. But yeah, we're definitely grateful for it though, man. Some of our fucking paws have really popped, you know. And obviously we're doing something right, but we have the support as well. It's very appreciated. It's very cool to see that, you know. 500K, 70K, 50K. It's
Um,
crazy.
AJ,
That's insane, man.
what's it called? If nobody donates, it's up to you. If you want to be very generous and do like a bonus type of vibe for your audience, I don't know. It's your call. I don't give a fuck. But if you want, we could react to like the 10-minute video. It's like 10 or 11 minutes long for Minato versus Ken and Ken with Loco.
Oh God, I kind of don't want to give that guy clout though.
Oh
That
yeah, yeah,
dude.
you're right. You're right. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't.
Cause
Not that.
next thing you
Not
know,
that
he
I
comes
follow
out of
him,
nowhere
but
with some like Super Saiyan vibes.
yeah, he's probably gonna be like, "Oh, debate me on."
Yeah,
I don't
literally,
care
like
about
debate
this.
me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have a problem
I
with it.
don't
But I
blame
don't
you
know.
though.
Just
It was just so funny
for,
though, bro. That shit was hilarious. I was weak.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Would you debate swag? Hell yeah, I would. With Pain versus Itachi? Absolutely, I would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be great. Actually, I would love to debate him
What
on that.
swag thinks pain, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
probably that would be cool because that's contentious, and
yeah.
I could debate him on that and then try to beat him with Itachi. You know, so real good content creators also. King of Lightning. Yeah, he's good. Seth the programmer for real at one point. I gotta admit, dude, Seth's videos were good.
Seth
I'm
was
not gonna
second
lie.
place. That was the crazy thing. He was
Yeah.
literally second place statistically and everything. And I think
I
even
can't
as of
lie.
now, he still is in Naruto.
Yeah, he is. He still is. Yeah,
Which is
I'm not gonna lie, his
crazy.
shit's good, man. His shit was good. I can't cap. I'm not gonna say his videos were ass. They're good.
No, no, no. His videos were
Can't lie
good.
about
They
that.
were. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, can't lie about that.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, 461K views. You were cooking. Yeah, Kawaki versus Code. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, that's right. We
Hey,
were talking
you
about.
want to? Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I think another thing we did at the beginning, which cooked for us, we were talking about like, what was it exactly? I'm trying to remember. We were talking about fucking people that are disingenuous and try to say that their claims are factual and objective. I remember we were spitting on that too. That at the beginning of that fucking pod. But I remember we were talking about that, and we were talking about Kawaki versus Code, and that's basically how we cooked in that one.
Yeah.
That one did really well. It just for some reason it did like hundreds of thousands of views. Like what the fucking crazy, yeah.
Bro, Jay, I was
Um,
looking through my popular videos, like most popular shit, whatever, and the
yeah.
one that has the most views, it was like 10,000 views, and literally like it's just titled like Naruto Shinobi Legends Sakuma Hatake Wasted Potential. And bro, like I don't know what happened, but the algorithm was like yummy, yeah. Like, that shit was
Yeah,
funny,
like
bro.
fucking
So random.
yeah, crazy. Like our pods do better now on average. Every couple months we'll have one like pop. Hopefully at one point, you know, with the people's help, we'll get to a point where we're regularly having like 10K views, 20K. We'll basically be like
Yeah, it'd be nice.
the Joe Rogan of this. We'll be the Joe Rogan of this space, of the like the anime space, basically.
Shit, I'm still proud of myself in a way, bro. The fact that I even got numbers in any way, regardless, with you, and then even like on my own shit, like, I just feel proud of it in a way. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of the
In a
consistency.
way, all of us,
Yeah.
all of us contributed to those streams. Like all those ones that had like 50, 100K, 500K. That was because of all of us were on those shit,
Yeah.
on those fucking pods.
To be
you know,
fair,
it's
it's
fucking
your
crazy.
idea though, and your shit, but you know.
Yeah, but yeah, we definitely it's cool to see the support though. It's pretty fucking cool. So,
Yeah.
And we had some guys help us out, Six, TG, guys, goats out there. So definitely, we gotta give credit what credit's due. So
Facts. Bro,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Hey
I'm
Jay
looking at it right
Batman.
now. That's funny as fuck. 461,000. Oh, no wonder,
That's
bro. It says the
crazy.
problem with the anime community.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, we were cooking in that one.
Oh,
Can't lie.
shit.
Yeah, we're definitely cooking that one. Hey Jay and Batman, you should watch Tekking 101. He has great bleed. I think I've seen a video of his before, and I've seen his channel around.
No offense to the guy.
Um,
He's probably goated, but I've never heard of him. Sorry. So.
yeah, like there's a lot of great Bleach creators, but they're just not known here because it's
Yeah.
like mostly Naruto and stuff. But yeah, there's some good dudes out there. Some good dudes.
Oh, bro,
Um,
AJ, your most viewed for like normal vid though was that's funny. That's understandable though. Swag Kage versus Arrow and Kabuki, Sakura
oh
versus
shit, yeah,
Naruto.
that one has like 25K views or
Yeah,
something.
and
Yeah, I
it's like
remember
3 hours long, bro. Like what?
Oh my
How does that
god.
make sense?
Yeah, people just really.
People are like,
I guess
fuck
they
the
enjoy
time. I
that.
don't give a fuck. It's 3 hours. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
drama, funny shit.
Yeah, fucking just mostly like me reacting. I guess they enjoyed my reaction to that shit.
Yeah, they love that
That
shit.
debate in general
Damn.
was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
Not only that, yeah, your,
Um,
your reactions are pretty fucking goated. You know what I mean? So it's like, it makes sense, but it's just funny. It's like
Yeah.
3 hours long.
You know what's funny is I think my reaction to fucking Noodles shit was like almost 10K views. Him versus
Bro.
Swag. I think like my reaction to that is like 10K views or some shit. Yeah. I was like, what is this bullshit? I was like, what the hell
Literally.
is this? I feel so bad
Like,
for
Jay,
Swag.
Jay
'Cause
stirring the pot? Yeah.
Feel so bad for Swag because Seth, the pedo, was associated with him. Now his community is gonna be called weird for a while. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. It's like guilty by association in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
I get it for sure. Like Six, Clyde, Swag.
Yeah, but Swag is still fine. The business perspective.
Swag is fine, though,
still.
yeah,
Like,
he's
sure,
fine.
maybe in like the philosophical or like morality aspect, I guess in a way. But in numbers, he didn't go down. He's still
Yeah, no,
he's
he's
going
fine,
up and
yeah.
up. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's still doing really well with his videos and stuff,
Yeah.
and Six, which is good. It's not their fault that fucking Seth is, who he was. So, Swag is not gonna have to worry about guilt by association. Yeah, no, there's not enough of it for it to be a problem. Yep.
Facts.
Jay, that was a great stream. I was there that day. Yeah, that was a great stream, man. That one we were just everything just like aligned that day with that stream with like almost 500,000.
Yeah.
Everything just aligned for us that day. It was like we were cooking. It was a good stream. A lot of good questions. A lot of good shit to talk about. Besides the Seth shit, obviously. There was like we just talked about a lot of shit that day. It was a good pod. Yeah. No, not Swag himself. Mostly his community. Yeah, yeah. Kabuki stuff was crazy. I left after an hour. Oh, dude, the debate's crazy. Let's see. I wish Afro and especially Kabuki would debate more often. Yeah, I don't think they care, especially Afro.
I'll say
Doesn't
this
care.
though, Jay. I guarantee you though, with that stream view count you got, I guarantee you
Yeah.
that's probably higher than the majority, like high percentage of the Naruto community. That's way higher than all these motherfuckers. I guarantee it. I can go
yeah.
on many YouTube
Yeah.
channels, and I highly doubt they have that view count.
Yeah,
if we're
especially, I
including
think-
like the low tier sub count or mid tier, I do think that would be the case. On God.
Yeah, honestly, like podcast wise in this space.
Yeah. Yeah, even
Our
that. Oh yeah,
goal
that
is to
needs to be
try to-
number one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like our goal is to try to be like the podcast of this space. I
was just now thinking about that.
Yeah, we're trying to become that. That's basically our goal. Not even in an egotistical way, but we're trying to become like the Joe Rogans of this space as far as the podcast.
And there's nothing wrong with
Like,
that. With us wanting to be, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
goals. That's just, wanting to have fun and enjoy and embrace our passion
wanna
and
enjoy it.
challenge ourselves, So
Yeah, we want to get to that point.
not
like,
being toxic, or anything.
Yeah, not being toxic. Bringing on goats. We've had some goats on already. TG6. We want to bring on more goats late in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe,
And there's been some
Horizon
discussions with even bigger goats that will potentially be joining along eventually. So
Yeah,
some
goats, man.
a lot of good vibes.
Sure, like we're trying to become like that kind of pod, like to like the community. I don't think the community has that yet. Doesn't really have like a podcast where it's like, oh, this is where you talk anime. So we're trying to become that. Like obviously, I do like making other content too. Like obviously, we make Naruto videos, scaling videos, but this pod thing is like we trying to make it something too. So
Yeah, see,
it's cool to see like
You got TG
Yeah, it's cool to
beating,
see.
by the way, in views.
Oh yeah, TG.
Like,
Yeah, it's cool to
the
see.
most.
Like, what's cool to see is like the views that we have gotten. Like, it's working to an extent. You know, it's cool to see the support we've gotten, and
Yeah.
definitely grateful for it. Because without you guys, it would have fucking be
Ah. I was trying to
day.
see. I was trying to see Jay if he also beat 6, but nah, he has 709K with with a
Oh yeah,
Naruto
he has that
video.
one video.
Yeah, Naruto's
Yeah, he has
Taijutsu's
that one.
unbeatable. Yeah.
Yeah, he has the fucking
In the
yeah, the
Swag Kage
Taijutsu one.
debate. Yeah, that one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and oh yeah, that one did like 500,000. Yeah, that did a lot of views. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a pretty good. Yeah.
Damn. We got TG though.
Yeah,
We got him.
yeah, it's cool to see us, you know, like having that kind of success. Like
It's
I mean,
cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
we've been streaming a long time though. It wasn't like we did this overnight. You know?
No,
It was a
no, no, no,
long
no. That's
fucking
not.
time.
That's not even how
Even
that
before,
works. Yeah.
yeah, before like look at what episode we're on, 113, dude. And this is not all the episodes I've ever recorded, by the way. I have
And then
pods
add
that are
all the
no
hours
longer
too.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been doing this for years, bro. Like, you know, and it's cool to see support now.
Swag's biggest thing was 10 million, and it was a 16-minute video of the Rinnegan explain. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that shit killed. He killed it with that. Yeah,
and then his Akatsuki ranking video was 2nd place.
Yeah, so I got some big ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what you guys are saying here.
Damn, that's a
I'm
large
90%.
number though. 10 million. God damn.
Yeah,
God damn.
Yeah. I'm 90% sure that's the first time I saw you off. Yeah, I appreciate it, Steven. Yeah, that was a good stream, man. That was a really good stream. You know, it's good to see the support. Really.
Damn, Comic Historian got fucking the 19 million. Damn, that makes Swag look like.
Oh, yeah, those guys kill it. Those comic
the
guys.
Comics guys, yeah. God damn, bro.
Yeah, he fucking kills that shit. Shame that the stream doesn't have much for your channel. I expect a big increase in subs for 500K. I got a decent increase, but yeah, I see what you're saying. It would have been cool to like even 10% of that would be what 50K.
It's the spectrum of things. The algorithm.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm prepared for that. I mean, I've done this for a while, so I'm prepared for the slow burn. You know, it's all good. So we want to do it the right way. You know, like make good content. Experiment with new content, see what works. Like the Boruto content, people seem to enjoy it when I do reviews and stuff. I did that for a while, and I wasn't doing that well, but I just kept at it, kept increasing, like, you know, increasing the productivity, the production value, my script value, and you know, it takes time. Time.
Barrock TV. When are you guys inviting Noodles? Me, I don't give a fuck. I can't speak for Jay though, so.
Thing about Noodles is like, listen, I'm an adult, and I really don't give a damn about what happened. But it's just his approach to things is not very appealing to me.
It's not productive business
ever bring him on,
etc.
I'll never say never, but right now, our bridges are pretty much burned right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially after what his behavior was like after the debate thing didn't go through.
With Swag, with the Sev situation, that with Surfbone, and then you have the shitty
just his
with
history
Jay,
of behavior.
so,
like I don't, not even with me, but in his past behavior in general. Yeah, it's just not appealing to me, and it's not someone I would want to do business with. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Jade does have the most interactive streaming. Have you guys pulled in Daigo? I do want to get Daigo on. I know a guy that knows Daigo. I'm gonna ask him, you know, if we can maybe make it happen. I think that'd be clean.
Oh yeah, no, Daigo Knight, that would be goated. And then Daigo Knight has he has a Discord. There's actually a way to get in contact with him. He has moderators.
Yeah, I gotta find him.
His server is easy to find. If you just go to his YouTube, you can find it. But you could tag him as well in the server. So like Daigo Knight's easy to locate. So we're not worried about him.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have him on. It'd be dope to have him on. Just like, you know, we'll probably fuck around.
He's one of the goats, bro.
With him.
Gotta give respect.
Yeah, he's one of the goats. Definitely, yeah, he's one of the goats for sure. I think y'all should compare the 500K stream to others people's streams instead of edited videos. Videos are much more popular than streams. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Videos are more popular. But the thing is, if you do podcasts right, they can be as popular. Look at some of the biggest podcasts in the world. I'm not saying like, you know, like the anime space. Those we don't have those podcasts, but look at podcasts in general. If you do it right, they do well. You know, and I've been trying to like gradually improve. I still want to do videos, though, don't get me wrong. You're right. I do want to do videos like you know, like original content, stuff like that. But pods is like a good. It's having success, thankfully. You know, the people support us. Thanks to them, it's having success. So we do want to continue that. You know, we enjoy this format. It seems that people do as well. and I'll continue to try to evolve it, so
Yeah.
to make it better for the people, like, so yeah. Let's see. It takes time, by the way. It's a slow burn for the majority of YouTubers. It's a slow burn, So,
Yeah.
Jay, what was your thoughts on Pain's Cycle of Hatred speech? One of the best speeches I've ever heard in anime. One of the best speeches.
Goated.
Sure.
If anything,
Yeah,
I
very,
say
very
it's
good.
number one to this day, but bare minimum top
Yeah,
three.
really,
Top
really
three.
good. Yeah, very, very good. Let's see. Noodles was also acting toxic to Swag for no reason. That was very strange. Because here's the thing. I'm man enough to admit, and like, have enough humility to admit, Swag is way bigger than me.
Yeah.
And he was so hostile towards him on Twitter. I'm like, do you expect the guy that's 10 times bigger than you to pay any mind towards you if you're being disrespectful towards him?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It's like, me and you were relative in size as far as channel. I get it. But he has nothing to gain from you. Nothing. Like, why are you talking shit to him? You think that's going to incentivize him? Swag doesn't really care about this shit, like about fucking debating.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit about that. So that was a poor approach. Like, if I was trying to debate Swag and like be calculated in how I'd approach him, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're a fucking pussy and shit like that. Like, dude, what the fuck? You're not gonna respond to that. You have to come professional. You have to be, hey, big fan. I'd really, it'd be an honor to debate you. Just let me know. Let's leave it at that. You don't have to fucking hound him and fucking, this is strange. It's not the best approach. Not
Bro,
professional.
Jay.
Yeah, it's very, very bizarre.
You want to know Naruto Explains biggest video? Bro, it's literally what if Naruto married Sakura. These motherfucking Sakura simps, bro. These Sakura simps.
Yeah. They're still there. They're still out there, man. They're still
And you
out
wonder
there.
why she almost won the popularity fucking poll, dude. Insane.
Oh my god.
Insane.
Yeah, that's just insane, bro. Insane. Yeah. Oh, $2, €2 from Steven. I appreciate it, bud. Let me get that on the stream. Oh yeah, and by the way, folks, like as far as streams, like I give credit's due. Like before Shinobi and Batman, they weren't doing as well as they are now. Like I came to a conclusion, like, hey, with co-hosts, it just works better.
Yeah.
And I'm not big enough to I wasn't big enough to pull in guests left and right. So I was like, I need some co-hosts, and I did like these tryouts where like several people wanted to try out, and for you guys, I made sure it was thorough. I had like power scaling questions, IRL questions. Like I made it a thorough thing. And then obviously that's why I had a few guys try out, and then Shinobi and Batman did the best. So I was like,
it was very, very fair and very intimidating too. Yeah. Like you didn't bullshit or anything. So
yeah, I didn't try to bullshit anyone. Like some guys didn't do so well. I'm not gonna say their names or anything. Like the guys that didn't make the cut, some of them like didn't come prepared, and it's like, I'm not gonna have you on. This is business at the end of the day. I'm not gonna have you on if you're fucking like half-assed.
You gotta want it. So. You gotta want it, bro.
Yeah, you gotta want it. And that's basically why I had like these tryouts to kind of like prove that people could prove themselves, and then Shinobi and Batman did. So here we are today. Obviously the format and the formula worked. We're doing better. Obviously there's a long way to go, but we're doing good. So
the fact that there's growth and it's going productive and positive, that just shows it all. I mean, it speaks. Yeah, fact speaks. So.
Yeah, and I analyzed all aspects, not just scaling, because there were guys that were very good rhetorically, but I'm not gonna lie, they were just bland entertainment-wise. They couldn't entertain a crowd, and just being real, So some guys had really good scaling. Some guys were like very mathematical. Like, oh, this guy is massively faster than the speed of light according to my calculus. I'm like, okay, you're smart, but not very charismatic. I'm getting bored listening to you. Not to be mean, but I'm getting bored.
Imagine Jay's like he has one of those guys, and like it's fucking, and like the audience is like, tell him to shut the fuck up.
Literally, that's what would happen on here. People would be like, can you shut the fuck up? Damn, it wouldn't work, But yeah, I had to I've always wanted to up the production value of this, in general, on my channel in general. So, $2 from Steve. I appreciate it, brother. Standard Gamma Bunta Predator. I don't know. Facts, bro. Facts. Let's see. Don't worry, just catch more of that JJK stuff and Boruto stuff, and you'll be fine. Yeah. Mom, I do want to do JJK stuff. Yeah, I do want to do that. In the future, I will be doing that. I'm reading it more for enjoyment right now, but I'm slowly, when I have time, I'm like analyzing again the narrative for like scaling purposes, and yeah, I definitely want to engage in that stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing my first Boruto video either December or January, latest February. What's it called? But I'm gonna try to find a really really cool goated. It's either gonna be a goated versus battle that's very contentious, or it's gonna be like some type of narrative thing. But I'll see. But
yeah,
try it
Boruto
out.
content it's doing well, especially now that Boruto the narrative itself is very popular and very well received. It's a good time, Jay, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thanks for putting in, Christian.
Yeah.
Have a good one. I low-key think people don't understand that YouTube isn't a Mr. Beast growth overnight. Yeah, he's an outlier, man. That guy's a fucking outlier. Like, he's the outlier of outliers. Like, you're not gonna have that shit overnight, 100 million in a few months. Like, nah, man. I like your rant on character scaling. The Kakashi rant got a lot of views. The total rant was fire. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Pissed off a lot of people too.
Yeah, it was just an experiment gone right, I guess you could say.
Yep.
I didn't even script those. I admittedly scripted the most recent one, but I didn't script the others. I just said, let's see what happens. And it did well. So enough for a certain someone to react to my shit. So, hey guys, I'm head out. Have a good night. Appreciate it, Mo. Thanks for coming in, brother.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll stick around for another 15 minutes or so. We're over the 3-hour mark. Unless more people come in, we get more donuts. Maybe we'll stay out a little longer. But yeah.
Yep.
So far, so good. It's been a good stream. Yeah. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? Any questions at all? It can even be about our journeys on YouTube. We've had our journey here and shit. Over 100 episodes in, and that's just this podcast. I've had others that don't exist anymore because they're ass, but I've done many. Many like formats and stuff. So yeah. I remember JJK fans finding out fan calcs are bullshit when a side character was calced to hypersonic for catching a bullet only to struggle against someone who's explicitly stated in Mach 3. Yeah, I would avoid fan calcs. They're just not very valid.
Yeah, because that's a perfect example of like if it's being stated verbatim of how fast they're actually moving, which is by the author, you know what I mean? Literally. And then one of them catches the bullet, and you're going to try to apply science to that and calculate, and now they're being beyond what's actually being stated, what they can do. That's a blatant example of fan fucking made scaling, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like, these arbitrary metric systems that fans use to calculate arbitrary calculations cannot be validated or deemed credible, because the only metric used for these metric systems are their own discretion, and there's no way to validate someone's own discretion. It's subjective and ambiguous, so that's why fan calcs aren't recommended.
Not only that, I didn't know this, but shout out to Six on his recent go to video he did with JJK and Naruto of Toji versus the Retrieval Team. He brought up an interview statement from the author of JJK to where they asked him about hey, like what happened with the bullet scene. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, that was too much, but I was just doing it mainly for like the aesthetics and for it to be cool in a way, He wasn't doing that like, oh yeah, they're that fast, like.
Six is fair. Like, he's very fair with his conclusions and stuff, so he does a good job with all that. Jiraiya comments about EDP about Conan. Does he scale to EDP? EDP is a legitimate pedo.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that's a false equivalence. Like you're taking one extreme to like so the problem with Jiraiya is he's just such a weird, pervy, horny like weirdo that like he's so desperate. Like he's a simp. He's a very desperate, embarrassing simp, and he's old as fuck too. And he's so desperate that to where he'll make Naruto transform butt-ass naked as a girl. So yeah, it is weird. And under Naruto's age, then technically that would classify under the definition of, a pedophile, right? But overall, like, the problem with it is if you analyze it in another regard to where basically it, like, when Naruto is transforming, he looks like, he's a tall figure, whatever, blah, blah. It's not like it's showing like, it's clearly a child, if that makes sense. In like the visual aesthetics or whatever, blah, blah, you name it, yada, yada. That's why Kishimoto was even able to do it to begin with. If Kishimoto's over here putting pedophile fucking shit in his thing, literally at, like, bro, he wouldn't even he'd be done. You know what I mean? He'd be getting shut down, cancel culture, you fucking name it, So.
Yeah. I would say, regardless of your, like, interpretation of that, the lesser of two evils is by far Jiraiya. EDP blatantly, like, tries to meet up for a sexual reason with a fucking child. Like, it's very obvious.
Exactly. So
yeah, it's not equivalent at all. Now they say it's inconsistent because the feats contradict it, and it's an appeal to authority fallacy. Oh my god, they throw that around. You're right, a lot. Jiraiya's featless in terms of pedo scaling. His statement about Conan becoming hot was a mistranslation. Oh really? Okay. Yeah, Jiraiya is not knowing.
And I wasn't talking about Conan or whatever that shit is, but I was talking about the part one. Like everybody. loses their minds over it. And I get it. Like, I understand. I get it. Whatever, blah, blah. But, like, overall, if you analyze it overall as a fucking picture, if I were to get any normal person to look at Naruto as a girl, no one would be like, oh, yeah, that's a fucking teenager, or that's a little child. They'd be like, oh, it's a grown woman or whatever, or an 18 woman, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be under that natural impression. Like, you know when something is blatantly emphasized and extremely like a no-go for pedophile nature. You know, it's not rocket science, you know? So.
Yeah, exactly. If Jiraiya is a pedo for being attracted to an illusion, that means Ebizu here is an R too.
Oh yeah, even Hiruzen. Yeah, Hiruzen also like got fucking, you know, weird about it too. Yeah.
Yeah, so. He got nerfed with that shit.
Yeah, his blood came out of his nose and he just got like one shot. it was a mental like one shot nerf.
Yeah, there was more fan service early on in Naruto, I guess. They kind of like got away from that.
And that's just anime as well. Like, it's like everybody fucking is so weird and sensitive nowadays. It's kind of like the culture. Anime's been like that from to begin with, where it's always about the nudity of things or like girls, whatever, to where it's like, you know, showing the perv spectrum of characters in anime shows. Like, that's always been a thing. It's nothing fucking new either, you know?
Yeah, especially in anime, yeah. Japan sexual humor in general is always a bit weird. I will say this.
It is.
It seems Japan's threshold for sexual, like, advances is different from the West, I do admit. Yeah. I do admit with that, yeah. The culture and stuff is different, and there's probably things we would disagree with when it comes to sexual humor.
Now Swag has a good argument for why it's not necessarily pedo, like, in, you know, because once again, I can understand why people whatever blah blah, but there's a scene where it's in the manga and the anime where fucking Naruto is looking at a manga bookstore and he's looking at 18 or it's like 18 and up magazines, you know what I mean? Otherwise it'd be illegal, etc. Right? What's it called? And it's literally like he's looking at all these naked girls because it's like, you know, porno or whatever shit. And then he's always getting kicked out of the fucking store and whatnot. And that's what he based upon his transformation jutsu. So meaning, therefore, is it actually, you know what I mean? Yada, yada, yada. And that was Swag's whole like thing, because he also got like mad about like people trying to say, oh, Kishimoto's a pedophile, whatever, blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, it's just things like that you just got to kind of keep in mind, you know? So...
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, for a few more minutes, it seems the viewers tapered off a little bit. So yeah, a few more minutes, we'll depart. Great stream, though. Great stream. Lots of conversations, for sure. Early Naruto and Dragon Ball have a lot more fan service than later on. You could even argue that because of the times, because as time goes on, sensitivity to that sort of sexual advance became more and more, I guess, I would say higher. So because of that, as the times went on, fan service began to become eliminated, especially in that regard, you know. So, but to be honest, Kenjaku been 1,000-year-old taking back shots from a 20-year-old Jin.
Bro,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And Barak TV on my thing, Jay said, I feel like Swag's fall off a bit. He doesn't put in the work anymore.
I mean, I think he's more picky now.
He's won, and he's picky. He's already accomplished. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and he's very, like, if he's going to come out, like, he's not going to, like, come out with, like, some grinding vibes. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do the snowball effect anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could take his sweet-ass time. Instead, what's going to make the most value for him and what would actually mean the most is him coming out with a very unique banger video or a topic that's just going to be able to bring upon the most value. You know what I mean? So consistency would do the opposite. It would do more harm than good.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be as consistent anymore. I mean, as ambitious anymore. Like, he's good. You know? I don't think he's fallen off though, but he's just not. You know, he's more picky.
And he's acknowledged it too. Like, he's even admitted it. He's like, yeah, I should probably post more, whatever, blah blah blah, yada yada. You know, he's humble.
Yeah, he says it. I think it was more so Kishimoto and Toriyama outgrowing that kind of fan service in order to focus more on the story. Yeah, I would say outgrowing and also probably becoming aware of the times that they're currently in.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
So they're older. They're not like our age.
That was like years and years ago when he's doing that shit, bro. Where nobody didn't think of anything of it, you know. So
yeah, like not even. I'm not talking about pedo shit, but in general, humor has evolved to. Well, not everyone's humor, but humor in general, and you know, in the eyes of the masses, has evolved to try and acknowledge political correctness and try to acknowledge people's feelings. Yeah. And I'm not talking about pedo shit, because that shit, regardless of the time, is wrong in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I just mean humor in general. Yeah, humor in general has evolved for sure. Fan service has evolved as well though, because of the times.
And then you got like the fucking scenes where it's like, you know, it's like the Konoha boys and girls like in the bathroom, whatever, blah blah. but it's like more of an emphasis of a comical setting, and you know, of like one of them being a weirdo or perv, like either Naruto or whatever, you know, things like that. So like it's just, if you pay more attention to certain things, comedy has always been subjective, and throughout time it is dialed down in the evaluation of what is actually okay and what's not okay anymore. And that's basically what's, you know,
yeah, like look at guys that have been in, like, that have cashed heat for their humor, like Dave Chappelle with the LGBT thing, a couple, like I think last year or some shit. Like he didn't give a fuck though. He's like, I don't give a damn, bro. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. And he survived because Dave Chappelle's like a legacy now.
Comedians too, bro. Space, they just say whatever the fuck they want nowadays, you know?
Yeah, there's some very controversial ones like Louis C.K. and the comedy world. It's a whole different thing, but yeah, some guys don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna say Bill Burr is another guy. He says whatever the fuck he wants. You know, and then we have trash ass comedians that want to be politically correct, like Amy Schumer, she's ass. Or some other trash ass comedians. So yeah, humor is in the eye of the beholder. The art is in the eye of the beholder, so that's true. But you know, most people in a general case, I'd say, listen to humor to sort of lower the seriousness of life. Like things that should be funny, they don't mean it. It's funny because it allows you to have some sort of relief from the seriousness and cruelty of the world. You know, that's what it should be. It shouldn't be like, oh my god, how dare you
literally
humor, bitch. Like I'm not, this is a fucking comedy show. Like what else did you expect?
Literally, I mean, like it's the same shit with the Jiraiya scenes where he's being pervy, whether if it's with Naruto's transformation jutsu or other shit, whatever, blah blah. It's just, that's just how it is, you know. But at the end of the day, me and Jay will keep it a buck. Obviously, if we're analyzing an objective morality stance, technically, yes, it is still wrong and weird. You know what I mean? So
like,
and would still be under,
like regardless of the times.
You know?
Yeah, like regardless of the times, obviously pedo shit, hell no. Never. That's never. I'll never condone that shit ever. I don't give a fuck if it's a drawing or not. Like some of these fucking weirdos on Twitter, like, oh, it's just a drawing. It's not real. I'm like, yeah, but it depicts a kid. Wait, you're fucking weirdo.
Literally.
Weird as fuck.
I mean,
like, and it's weird as fuck that some guys like fucking try to defend it. Like, it's just a picture, though. I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo. I'm sorry.
No, like it's like, and even if I guess it's like a statement or whatever, and to where like you know, I don't know, let's say it looks like a kid, whatever, and then fucking someone's, you know, what, like, you know, it's like, oh, but that they're not actually, like, for like Bleach, there was like this weird ass fucking character that I actually thought was a kid, but apparently she's like 40 or 50 fucking years old, you know what I mean, or whatever. You know, so it's like, but overall that shit's still weird though, because it's like, it's the perception reality of things, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, any normal fucking person, if you see a fictional anime character and they look like a kid, and 9 out of 10 times someone will be like, yeah, that looks like a kid, even if they're not, and you're fucking with that or advocating for it, that's fucking weird. That's you know, that's weird as fuck, you know. But now if you see an anime character that you see and they either look like, you know, an adult or 18 up, whatever, or something reasonable, whatever, blah blah, you know, and they're talking about that, that's whatever. I don't care. I don't really take that serious, because at the end of the day, let's say if they haven't seen Naruto and they see like fucking Teen Sakura or whatever, you know, in like a weird picture or something, it is what it is. It's not their fault. They don't fucking know and read the data books or watch Naruto and know that she's that's, you know. So it is what it is. It's intention, exactly. So at the end of the day, that's the problem. People will cherry pick or misconstrue certain factions of that shit, and that's where there's issues and just chaos, you know. So
yeah, exactly. It's like fucking like if you think Tsunade is a bad bitch, I don't care. But if you think fucking Kid Soccer is bad, like you're fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like bro, like Fred, like you see, like if you see Kid Soccer in the beginning, like when she doesn't even have a headband and she's in like that weird ass, like what was it,
like fucking child.
Yeah, like when she's in that fucking girl, like I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like a girl class. But either way, they're clearly kids, right? And you're doing some shit that you got fucking problems and you need help, okay?
Yeah,
but if it's Tsunade who's like in her 50s or 60s and you're like, damn, she look good, who cares? Boo-hoo. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, to each her own.
It is what it is, bro.
Like a bad bitch, like grown, like Boruto Tomorrow's a bad bitch.
And you can't blame someone either, because let's say, once again, if they haven't seen Naruto and they look at Tsunade, any normal person would probably be like, oh yeah, she's in her 20s or 30s. Because that's what she literally looks like, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
She's deceiving
if you're unaware, if you're unaware, like it's a anime character, she's like 18, but you think she's 18, but she's actually 17, and she looks 18, and you don't know, like, come on, it's not a fucking pedo at that point. He just didn't know.
Literally.
So yeah, either way, I'd be careful because you don't want to get caught looking like one anyway. But still,
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in that area either way. You know, as
I would say be cautious.
Always, always, always. Especially how it just is nowadays with social media, you name it, and people misconstrue or false name or whatever. Just stay away. Like, don't even. It's just not worth it. You know, unless it's like, and I would still not even recommend this unless you're like doing a thing where like you're, I guess, like making a tier list of like all the, you know, the whatever female characters and yada yada, or men, whatever the fuck you're doing. At least there's context and whatever yada yada to where obviously people are gonna be like, yeah, you know, like come on, calm down. But at the end of the day, just anything remotely that can even put you in that regard, just don't do it. You know, it's just that simple because people are retarded.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like PewDiePie reached his goal, then does it for fun now. Yeah, PewDiePie just does it for fun. I mean, he makes so much fucking money, dude.
Oh,
yeah, he makes so
he
much.
He could retire and do whatever the fuck he wants and still be making bank.
Yeah. Dude, that guy in one videos hit 1 million is low for him on videos. He makes fucking.
Let me pull up PewDiePie.
Yeah, every video is over 1 million. Like every shit.
I'm gonna look at his most popular one. And
probably like fucking hundreds of millions.
Let me see. Oh my god, why is there so much fucking... Hold on, hang on.
Comedy has to be offensive, or what's the joke? What are you laughing at? FX. I agree. I'm pretty sure Naruto never uses a transformation jutsu after Sasuke retrieval. Yeah, the fan service kind of died off.
Okay, so PewDiePie's biggest video was 317 million views, and the title is "Bitch Lasagna 2 minutes and 15 seconds." That's hilarious.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, he kills it.
It's called "Bitch Lasagna," and this motherfucker has 317 mil. Like, okay.
Even in the war, it's usually a subversion by having him use a reverse gender version of the Genjutsu on a woman, so it's still a different version of the... Yeah, when he does it against Kage. Yeah. I don't think it's fair to call someone a pedo if they stand for a character that looks, sounds, and acts like an adult, but is secret. Yeah, no, I agree. If you don't know they're underage, but they look like a fucking adult, then I wouldn't blame you. I would say, if you're not sure, I would say be careful. Yeah, I would say be careful.
Like no matter what, that's just anything in life. You always want to reduce risk. That's with anything, regardless of how it is, whether if it's social status, perception, whatever, blah blah. You know, but. It's like, it's like what me and Jay are basically advocating for. But if you are going to put yourself in a situation we recommend not to do, especially if you want to be like a content creator, an athlete, celebrity, whatever, okay? If not, then you do whatever, right? But if you are in that spectrum, then we don't do it at all. But if you are, you better make sure there's clearly fucking context and clearly where it's obvious as day, like there's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Because if there's not, and it's just some, you know, then it is what it is. You deserve that shit. You're gonna get the Seth treatment.
Yeah, okay? Yeah, exactly. You're basically Seth at that point. He is blatantly aware.
Like, and even if it's like someone that like no matter what, if they're unaware, that's obvious, right? Not rocket science. But even let's say it's someone that does, I guess, know Naruto, and like let's say there's a bunch of like ding dongs that are like just putting like the female Naruto characters, like, you know, like, and they just put like who's like, you know, like the most trial, whatever, blah blah, yada yada. Like, yes, it can be weird, etc., whatever you name it, but it's not like they're over here like, oh, you know, kids and blah, blah, you know. That's not what the emphasis is. It's more along the lines where they're like, yeah, you know, they just look like adult, you know, woman, whatever, or 18 up, this is what I think is more attractive, blah, blah. Like, for instance, when you ask me and Jay, like, out of all of them, Jay's like, oh, Tamari, and I'll say like, oh, Hinata or some bullshit, whatever. Even that's not me, but I'm just providing an example. You know, we're just saying that overall, like, you know, looks, whatever, blah, blah. We're not clearly like, oh, yeah, when they're young, blah, blah. You know, it's like, come on. Like, grow the fuck up, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking obvious. Yeah, exactly. Like One Piece Bonnie, she has a fruit that affects how she looks. She's 24. She looks 24, but she's 12. And if someone doesn't know that, I wouldn't call them a pedo. Yeah,
exactly.
Pedo, you know? It's not their fault at that point. Which is actually weird is that the author knew she was 16, but still sexualized her. That is kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if she's 12 and you're like trying to sexualize her shit, that's kind of strange.
It is. It's like what?
Her fruit affects her age. Yeah, that's kind of bizarre. I'm not gonna lie.
See, like that. That's where it's just like it's weird because once again, then it boils down back to the whole Naruto thing where it's like he's a kid, right? But then when he transforms, now he's an adult, right? And then you have her where she's a kid, but then when she's doing her fruit shit, now she looks like an adult. So it's like at the end of the day, it's just it boils down to the perception of things and the context, whatever, and all that. At the end of the day, like me and Jay said for the millionth time, just it's not even worth it. Just don't put yourself in that regard. It's that simple. But you know, if you are for whatever reason, whether if it's comical purposes or like a tier chart, whatever it is, okay, just make sure there's clearly something to clear you. You know what I mean? And this way, even if it's some loser or cancel culture buffoon or whatever the fuck, false narrative bitch, if they do come out of nowhere, you can at least defend yourself, and clearly prove
me
you're
personally,
not doing nothing,
luckily I don't like anime fan service. Really never I never cared about it really.
Yeah.
Like I'll say if an adult anime character is a bad bitch, like fucking Tsunade or some shit, but I don't really care about it.
Like, yeah, me either. Like, I'll say that shit right now too. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Tsunade, visually wise, yeah, she is. I don't give a fuck.
But I'm more like the real thing, and obviously, like, even in the real world, you should be cautious. Like, especially if you're like 18 or 19, you're a guy, and a girl likes you, and you don't know her age. I would be very sure she's over 18 for things like that. Like, be careful anyway. Like, regardless whether it's anime or the real world. You never know, man. Even if you're not in the wrong,
and that's your fucking fault at that point. If you're not being responsible,
you're just not being
be fucking responsible. You know what I mean? Like especially if you're meeting someone online or whatever, or even in person. Like, don't be ignorant, or better, they're the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I mean, use your fucking brain. Get ask the right questions. Look, pay it some fucking attention. Because if you don't. And whatever. Unfortunately, even if the attention wasn't there, or whatever, blah blah. If the picture is there and people can see it the other way, you're fucked. You're done.
Yeah, exactly. Just be careful, like dating apps and shit like that. Like, be careful. You never know. Some people lie about their age, or some will lie about some shit. Just be careful, man. Just be careful.
And it's important, guys. Like, obviously, it's weird, and I personally don't like talking about this stuff. But what's it called? But we're looking out for you guys. And for any of you that want to be content creator, whatever, blah blah yada yada, just be smart about it. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, yeah, Be in general, be careful. So, let's see. Would you call people who sim for Shippuden era Konoha 12 weird since the characters are canonically 16 or 17? Do I think they're weird? This is my rule. This is the way I am. I don't even look at someone that's under 18. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if they're 17 and a half. I don't give a damn. I just don't. Even if I'm being real technical, the way I live personally, I'm not saying everyone has to. I don't date anyone that's under 2 years younger than me. I don't go even below that. And I'm like 22, like 23.
Yeah.
I'm 21. I don't go anything below that. That's just me personally. I'm not saying everyone has to do that, but I'm very keen on that. And also I would say as far as that question, do I think someone that's 18 who likes someone that's 17 a fucking pedo? No. But I personally wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because it's like, at the end of the day, to keep it simple, context and perception is the most two important variables. Those are the two most important things. But like Jay's saying, it's like, just don't do that. And then two, at the end of the day, if we're being blunt and we're being objective, okay, by definition, if you're under 18, I'm sorry, you're guilty. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But if we're doing it under the whole does that necessarily make them whatever, blah blah? Obviously no, because let's say 10 years go by, yada yada whatever, right? Or let's say they clearly look like they're in the fucking 20s, so we get it. We're very aware of why someone would not necessarily be under that verdict or in that perception of light, but it's just not, it's not productive, guys. It's not. So
yeah, exactly. Depending on their age, because if you're 15 and you like Shippuden Sakura, you're not. That's not an issue. Oh, no, we're presupposing you're over 18. Yeah, obviously, if you're a fucking kid and you like kid Sakura,
yeah, who cares? You know what I mean? Or if you're having a simp moment, or you're attracted to an anime character for whatever you do, you know what I mean? But and then let's say you're older, whatever, and you're just bringing out oh, I think Sakura just had the best looks out of all these other. What female care, whatever, blah blah, whatever, cool. It is. At the end of the day, we all whether if you're dumb or not, it's not rocket science. It's very, very crystal clear when someone is clearly being a fucking pedophile. Okay, and it's very, very clear, and it's very, very crystal clear when someone's just either being comical or they're just basically giving a subjective view, yada yada, and clearly the intention is not for them to be pedophilic or whatever the fucking case may be. Okay, just it's that simple. Use your brain.
What's going on, Ken? Sorry I'm late. No, you're all good, dude. What's going on? One Finger Sukuna versus Jogo. Jogo wins that. Is it the general rule for if it's okay to date someone whether they're older than half your age plus 7? General rule? I've never heard of a general rule. But I'll say this. I'll say where it's not weird is once you're fully Yeah, where it's not weird anymore, regardless of the age gap, is once you're like fully developed. If it's a fucking 35-year-old female with a 25-year-old male, I don't really care about that.
Yeah, no, me
I
either.
don't think that
Yeah.
I don't think she's a fucking pedo. I know some people are gonna be like, she's grooming him and shit. Like he's fully developed, fully developed man. Like I don't think he's grooming him. Like woman or vice versa, vice versa. It's a
Careful,
man.
careful, Jay. You're a pseudo
Uh,
pedo now. You know,
yeah,
whatever,
if
some
the
bullshit.
man's 35 and she's 25, I don't see a problem with that.
No.
I don't. I think that's like they're both fully developed adults, and really, as long as it's consensual, I don't see a problem with that.
Like, and it's even the Chris Evans situation where like he's in his 40s and
Yeah.
she's in her 20s. Who the fuck cares, bro?
Who cares?
Like,
Like, it's a grown ass woman.
like
Man.
it's legal. They love each other. There's no issues. Blah blah. Whatever. It is what it is. Who the fuck cares? Sure. Could you say it's weird?
Yeah,
By all means. Could you say it's weird? Sure.
like
I'll give you that.
DiCaprio.
But it's
DiCaprio's like in
yeah.
his 40s, and he only dates girls like in their 20s. I don't care.
It's whatever.
Sure.
It is what it is. Like, it could be weird in the aspect of like, would that be the norm? Obviously not. But
Yeah,
then
it's not
again,
the norm,
but then again, what's the
uh,
funny aspect about it is you actually be very surprised. A lot of people actually have kinks like where it comes for a younger person is like more into older women, like cougars, whatever, blah blah, and vice versa, where older women or whatever into like younger men and yada yada. So like, it's just subjective sexual preference, basically, right? And then it
yeah.
goes,
At
and it
that
goes
point,
further those lines.
once you're fully developed, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
who you date, really. Like it might be weird.
Because you're
Once a
adults,
60-year-old,
etc.,
you're
and you're
adults at that
developed,
point.
and you're mature, and it
60,
is what it is, you know.
yeah, a 60-year-old dating a 20-year-old would be really weird. I think that 20-year-old is nasty, but I don't think they're immoral. Like me personally, that's kind of gross. A bit, but the fucking bitch is old as hell. But
And it gets
like,
there's a lot. Then it gets really really complicated because then you have like fucking times where it's like there's some states where if the person's 16 and even if the other person's like 20 or whatever or a little bit older, like then they could it could still be legal, whatever. Personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was analyzing that situation, I'd say that shit is weird, even if it is legal.
yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
weird.
That's to me. I think it's still objectively. I don't give a fuck what the law says at that point. Like,
Like in the
and the
Middle East,
reason why,
fucking like
yeah, exactly what Jay is exactly. He's bringing up a perfect example. Like, there's other countries where they think it's okay to be with a 10-year-old and force them to marry a fucking
disgusting.
30-year-old.
Yeah,
So
no.
the law don't
Yeah,
mean
no.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting. Like Middle East, like fucking 12-year-olds getting married to fucking
Literally.
grown men. That's fucking disgusting, bro. I'm sorry, that's not. I don't give a
So
fuck.
it's
about
like once
legality.
again,
Like,
use your
it's-
logic, use your brain. Come on. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah, like what I think that individuals that date should be in a similar threshold as far as development. If
Yeah.
it's a fucking little kid in 6th grade dating another little kid in 6th grade, okay, it's cool. If it's a fucking grown man dating a grown ass woman, no
Yeah.
problem.
Who
It is what
cares?
it is. I don't see a problem with that. Don't care. They're on an equal
bro.
playing field
There's
as far
even
as, like,
60 or 70-year-old motherfuckers that are dating people in their 20s and 30s.
yeah, like the fucking the guy that played what's his fucking
Uh,
name? The guy that played Scarface. I think he has like, or either De Niro or that actor. They're still having kids. They're like fucking 80.
That's
They're still having fucking kids.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. He's a G. I don't see a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And
Like,
you guys are-
you'll feel bad for the kids at the end of the day, but because
By the time they're
reality-wise,
five,
you know,
your
yeah.
by the time you're 3 years old, your dad's passed away. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
but
old.
overall, it's like yeah, it is what it is, whatever. So,
Yeah, like, I don't see a problem with it. Is it weird to me, my subjective lens? Yeah, maybe.
Sure,
That you're
yeah,
dating an old
yeah.
ass person, but I mean, I don't think you should go to jail for it, though. So that's really where I'm at with that. So
yeah.
yeah, hate people that say Taylor Swift is grooming her boyfriend because he has brain injury. Oh, that's so dumb, dude.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
agree
God.
completely. It's so dumb. Like she's dating the Chiefs tight end, Travis Kelce. He's a fucking stud. And trust me, his brain works just fine, dude.
Yeah.
He's one of the best athletes in the league. He's very intelligent, runs great routes, a great athlete. I highly doubt she's fucking grooming him. Like, come on, man. He's a grown ass man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. That is really weird. UK age of consent is 16, but boy in the band still a freak for dating 6 year. Yeah, I don't agree with the 16 thing. I think they're too young. 16 is still too young, in my opinion, and I think that 16-year-olds shouldn't be dating fucking 20-year-olds or whatever. I think that's weird. I do think that's strange, and I disagree with that. Yeah, I do disagree with the age of consent. Age of consent should at least, honestly, should probably be even higher if we're talking from a biological standpoint. Your brain doesn't really develop until around 25. That's kind of high though. It's kind of high. Like it's fucking high. I think 21 maybe to meet in the middle. Is probably should be age of consent. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Is all forms brain damage regressive your age mentally? Yeah, exactly, dude. Not all brain damage like regresses your age, like the mental age that you have. I agree exactly. And the guy seems fine mentally. Travis Kelce, personally, he seems fine. You know, so fucking really weird. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. We got a weird tangent at the end here.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, all I could say is, hey, we're all against fucking pedos and they're
Yeah.
fucking nasty, and we weed them out, man. We weed them out like fucking, like weeds in the grass, That's
Like
why Seth was out
personally,
here.
bro, why do you think they get killed instantly in fucking prison, bro? Even
Exactly.
criminals or the worst of the
Don't
worst don't fuck with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
They know you're a pedo
okay?
and you're in the prison, you're fucked, bro.
Literally.
You have to be in protective custody because you're gonna get fucked up.
Like, so, you know.
Now on this side, man, we'll always weed out the pedos, man. Like Seth, fucking EDP. We don't fuck with that shit, bro.
Yeah, all we were
Never.
saying, the relevance of everything was it's false equivalences. When we were talking about fucking Naruto and certain things where people could, that's all just a whole fucking subjective territory. And if you objectively analyze it, it's like, calm down, that's actually not, pedophile, whatever, blah, blah. And even Swag Kage, the biggest fucking Naruto guy, even said, like, you all need to calm the fuck down and leave Kishimoto alone. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Kishimoto, like, nah, I don't think he's a fucking pedo. I wouldn't say that shit.
Now, One Piece, that shit, I don't know about all that. Sorry. That looks bad.
Fruit
that looks bad.
Yeah, that's kind of bizarre, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, folks, I think that's going to wrap it up. We're going to the last couple ones here, though. One Finger Sukuna cooked Gojo and Jogo, in a domain clash. I disagree, but yeah. Honestly, a 60-year-old dating a 20-year-old would be more weird to me than a 20-year-old dating a 16-year-old. Yeah, it's pushing it, but the difference in development is still well-laced. I don't think so. I mean, a 20-year-old is technically not all the way developed, but it's basically a full-grown adult, basically. While conversely, a 20-year-old is basically a full-grown adult, and 16, there's still like legitimate like puberty aspects in that person's actual biology still occurring. Like the 60-year-old is old as fucking shit. That's true, but the 20-year-old is basically fully developed. Maybe the brain isn't, but it's close to it, very close to full development. So yeah, I don't think it's as weird.
It's just guys, like when it comes to morality, like we're not over here saying, oh, gray area, and like this is really really contentious, like some type of crazy sin. No, there's things where it's just blatantly, crystal clear, concretely obvious. Like no, that is fucking wrong. It's that simple.
Yeah, I'll just say this: the biological development difference between the 16 and 20-year-old is probably less significant than the 16 and 20-year-old, despite the age difference being 10 times greater. Like the age from 13 to 18, there's so much development, it's insane. Especially for male and female, the development from the physical to the mental standpoint is insane. Yeah. You get taller, your brain develops, you start to gain more physical strength. If you're a male, if you're a female, your body develops. It's like
you're more aware, experience,
you're more aware, experience. So yeah, I think both are weird, though. I wouldn't date a fucking 60-year-old, in my opinion. I wouldn't do that shit either. That's fucking nasty. I'm not attracted to 60-year-olds, not to be mean to old people, but I'm not. So I see what you're saying, but yeah, I still think the 16 and 21 is more weird. But still,
it's like, bro, at the end of the day, like, just don't put yourself in that, like, why? Just why? There's plenty of fish in the sea, bro. Like, what you doing?
Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Get someone your age or someone near your age.
Literally, stop being weird, Because if anything, the red flag that I really could say, even though you can't really definitively prove a possibility, you could argue it, is like, wait, like, why do you even have to go for a fucking 16-year-old? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, why can't you go for someone your age or older,
Like, you can't pull someone your age.
Yeah, like, what, are you trying to groom them, or are you trying to manipulate? What are you up to? That's where it's like,
it's kind of weird,
Yeah,
that is kind of weird. Like, the 20 and 6-year-old, I would say to the 20-year-old, I'm like, can you not get pussy your age?
Literally, I just make fun of it at that point. Like, you can't.
Like, is this bitch rich? Is that why you're with her? If she is, good for you. But like, can you not pull a woman your age, or vice versa? If it was a man dating a 20-year-old, I'm like, dude, are you rich or like?
Literally,
I mean, it's kind of bizarre. like I wouldn't say you deserve to go to prison, but like, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. 13 and 18 is gross. Oh, the difference? Yeah, that'd be weird for those ages.
Blatantly obvious.
Yeah. It's kind of 18 is
like
near
if
development.
I'm sorry, but if you're a normal person, Like you would literally like want to like. That's a little exact, let's say I'm about to say throw up, but you would feel disgusted. Just what I mean, just like it's just disgusting, dude. Like it's not
like 18. Like even if you look biological standpoint, 18 you're finishing up the puberty development phase. 13 you're barely starting. Like it's disgusting.
It's not, and at the end of the day, like anime is obviously can be an exception as well because when we're seeing these anime characters, like for all we know, like just like if we're just looking at them, they could actually look like 18 and up. Just by looking, right? What I mean, we would never think like they're this or whatever, blah blah. Like, I'm sorry, Naruto. There's so many fucking characters that I would never think in my life are fucking 13 or 12 or whatever, blah blah. So at the end of the day, when it comes to it, like anime, obviously that's an exception, whatever. Who cares? But when it comes to simple logic, where when it's a fucking kid, okay,
Yeah, so, exactly. Especially in the real world, it's very
exactly the real world. That's what I
most of the time. Yeah. What Naruto topic would you love to debate Six with? I feel like we agreed on almost everything. What would I want to debate him on? Maybe a Boruto. Maybe there's like a Boruto
probably something like contentious too. You know what I mean? Like not like something one-sided or.
Yeah, there's probably something in Boruto we might disagree on if we ever debated. I feel like on Naruto we agree like on 99% of things, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
if that's the case of Boruto, whether if it is or not, like then one of them would have to play devil's advocate, So
yeah, we'd probably have to. Like Itachi versus Pain, we agree. Five Kage-sama Sasuke versus Sage Naruto, we agree. Like we agree on most things. Yeah, so
that's the issue. That's the issue with me and Jay. Like fucking, we literally everything we just agreed. So what's the point where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take a devil's advocate stance. Like I'm,
Yeah, like Itachi versus Pain. I think Six actually thinks Itachi wins that too. We agree on that.
Yeah, he does. No, he was flaming swag on that. He was like, "Oh hell no, bro."
Yeah, like we agree on that. So one of us would have to play devil's advocate if we debated that. So.
No.
Yeah, we agree on mostly everything. There's probably something in Boruto we disagree with, but then again, there's not like current. The thing with current Boruto is we both have to speculate because there's not a lot on these guys yet. So we could debate it, but it's not like we can really prove who's right. We could prove who has better logic, maybe. But,
yeah, like there's one thing I remember to this day where like Six says Boruto loses to Hidan and Kakazu, and I'm like, I don't know about all that. Like Boruto's really strong. He has 2 S rank fucking rising guns, lightning stream to make him speed blitz shit. Fucking can do multiple shadow clones. Like, he's a prodigy.
Yeah.
Like all his feats and shit. Like, I don't know. I think he could be able to deal with those two. If Kakashi could in beginning Shippuden, I don't see why Boruto can't. But that's just me.
Yeah, maybe some topic like that we could do or something. That'd be a hard thing to debate.
Yeah.
But maybe something like that. What is your previous debate topic? Oh, it was KCM2 Minato versus Hashirama.
No.
Yeah. I just wasn't prepared, unfortunately.
Yeah, Six had like a bunch of shit ready for it, and then Jay was just going with the flow.
Yeah, I had to like adjust, I honestly never understood how Sage Naruto beats full power. Yeah, we agree on that. Me and Six agree that he wouldn't. Yeah, I agree. He even admits he wouldn't. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna wrap it up, folks. We've been out for quite some time. Unless someone donates here in the next couple of minutes. Appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, it was a good stream.
Yep.
Tons of content. I'm bringing a Boruto review next week. I'm scripting a Naruto video. After that, I'm probably going to do either JJK or another IRL scaling video. But we hope you folks enjoyed. And we'll see you next time, folks. Stay classy.
Peace.